on.
What's going on, everyone? It is, Tuesday, October 25th, 2022, and this is episode 17 of Punch the Air.
Yeah, baby.
T-Bone, per usual, back to my right, and healing up faster than we could have thought.
Wrap the
Could have
ankles.
ever hoped
Got him
for.
in and
Out. Doc said, get him
The,
some
uh,
meds.
Go.
Get him on ice. Get him in there.
That's right.
He's good.
Flu game.
Flu game.
Bust all back.
No more
And-
teacup parties for T-Bone over there, pal.
Hey, I'm going to keep grilling, son.
And joining us once again, our friend,
Second time on
you've
the
seen
pod.
before,
Our basketball guy.
Dylan
basketball
Minor.
analyst.
Basketball expert.
Mavs hat on.
Howdy.
Former
Welcome,
player.
welcome.
Good to have you back on,
Hey,
D-Money coach.
hey, give me some fucking respect.
Former star in the
six-man
league.
of the year.
Hey, that's
defensive
right.
player of the year. Come on now.
if
Don't
you
forget it.
All academic district team.
No, not the academic, son.
Oh.
I played. All
fuck that
sports.
shit.
Oh,
No.
all right, my
we're
bad.
athletic. We ain't smart.
bad.
Hey,
Played.
yeah, come on, baby. No one cares. It's athlete, student, not student
But
athlete.
for the
Come on.
record, you were all academic, right? Just for the record.
Sure, man. My mom's watching. Yeah, all academic, bro.
That one's for you, Deidre.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
My
all right.
son good.
All right.
My son's smart.
There you go.
All right. So
All right, Brophy.
Today for you, we got some big time NFL topics. After week
boom.
7, we got fantasy football recap basically over week 7. Some opinions we got, whatnot, fun stuff. We're gonna do some NBA talk for the first time for the new season.
Hell yeah.
And then we
we
got
are.
our week 8 against the spread and DFS talk. All right. First up, Bucs and Packers both lose in not great fashion. Bucs lose what? They lost
21
They got
3 to the
slaughtered.
Panthers.
21-3 by the Panthers. and
Packers lost
Awful.
23 to 21, I think.
to the
Both of them
Commies.
blow. They both
Yeah.
blow.
Hey,
Um,
that little play at the end by the Packers was cool though. They almost
I don't
That-
know why
they
they have Aaron
almost-
Rodgers
they
throwing
almost
Hail
got
Mary.
that.
I saw apparently
Yeah, I don't
too,
know
their,
why they didn't, but
their-
that play
apparently their
lasted for
GM
a
and all the
while.
ownership left even before that play. They were like, "Fuck this!" Like we're
They
not
left?
They left before it hit 0.
Wait,
Before that final buzzer went,
they don't
they
have
left.
They don't have an owner.
They don't have it.
No, their GM.
Their
Their
Oh,
GM and like
left too,
the front
bro.
office
Either way,
guys.
Are they done?
If we're
Yeah.
talking about the Packers,
Both
Sure.
of
What do you
them.
mean
Packers
when you
first.
say
I'm
done?
We'll do Packers first.
Are they
No
out of the
playoffs. No playoffs.
I'm not ready to say that just because of the NFC.
NFC, anyone can get
That's
in.
the thing. The Packers look awful.
The
but,
Packers.
like,
I think the
the
Packers are
NFC's
done.
awful.
I think
They
the
might
Packers
be
are
done.
done. I think the
I
Bucs.
don't like where the Packers are at.
I don't know.
I think
right
I think
now.
the Bucs might sneak in the playoffs. Just Brady might actually start.
I mean, the fact
being
that
Brady, but-
Rodgers said after this game that we need to, and I quote, he said, "We need to simplify the offense."
I thought he said that after the Jets game.
Or it might have been after that Jets game. But I mean,
I feel like
the
he
fact
says that
going into
after
week 7,
every
week
game.
8, or whatever, if you need to, this is a time where you need to ramp up the offense. If you need to simplify the offense right now, that's fire alarms going off
Yeah.
right now. That is not good at
Well,
all.
and like this is not just Devontae Adams. Like
No.
everyone makes
It's
it
so
just
much
like, oh,
deeper than
Devontae
that.
left. Like this is why. That's not why. They are a bad team. Their defense
Yeah.
is bad. Their offensive
Well, they can't
line's
stop-
bad.
they can't stop
They're
the
not
run.
running the football, and they don't know how to fucking pass.
Yeah,
the
well, they
ball.
have 12 carries this week.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that
and
team's
they
built,
were winning in the first.
That
half.
team's built to run the ball.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
The only success they find is when they give it to Aaron Jones. So keep doing that.
Damn
and
right.
I said this last week. I think Matt LaFleur, like, yes, he has an extremely high winning percentage as a coach. But what has he done? He hasn't
No,
done
he's a
fucking
shit-
jack
he's
shit.
not a good
He
coach.
inherited
I
an
don't think he's
extremely
that good of
blessed
a coach.
roster.
Yeah, he
Rodgers in
doesn't-
prime time, but like, what has he proven? He's proven nothing.
No.
He's proven absolutely nothing. And then I think it goes so deep because it even goes to like the GM and the construction and personnel of this roster to where like if I'm Aaron Rodgers at this point, like yes, Aaron Rodgers like does need to take some of this blame. But I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I looked this up. Aaron Rodgers is first in the league in accurate balls thrown. The
He's still
accuracy's
great.
still there. The mobility's still there. Like
His receivers
Aaron
are
Rodgers is
awful.
still Aaron Rodgers. It's not like Aaron Rodgers has fallen off a cliff.
No.
Like he's back-to-back MVP. He's still elite. It's just this team. It's just it doesn't work.
There's no
It's
leadership.
clunky. It doesn't. There's
Yeah,
no leadership.
no.
Yes, and they got a bunch of kids at wide receiver right now. But
And they all suck too.
if I'm Aaron, though, it's
leadership-
like, yeah,
The
go ahead.
leadership things kind of falls on Rodgers though. That's kind of
No,
his
it
job as a
100%.
quarterback.
And that's something that he needs to take accountability for. But his whole career, that's never been who he has been. I mean, maybe we thought after this ayahuasca trip, he could actually see, his light and his ego and saying, look, I am one of the best players of all time. I do need to probably step into this role and show these young guys how it's done.
No,
But,
he's
I mean,
chill.
instead he's chill. I'm chill guy. I'm passive aggressive. Like, dude, like fuck that.
Honestly,
It's like at
if
the
I
end of the
was-
day, like you're starting quarterback, you're one of the best in the business. You got to show these guys the ropes.
Yep.
They're
I
probably
agree with-
fucking intimidated to
100%.
make confrontation with you.
See,
I still
so
do
here's
think-
my thing though. I think they were intimidated for like the first probably through training camp and like preseason and all that shit. But like you said, we're in week 7. At this point, his receivers. Everybody knows they're awful. They're terrible. But like Rodgers' passive aggressiveness would start to piss me off. Like if you have
It's
an
been
issue,
like that
stop going.
forever.
Yeah, that's how it's
Yeah,
always
but
been.
that shit's annoying, dude. Like no one wants to play for somebody that's just like passive aggressive. It's like having like a passive aggressive like
it's
girlfriend
early
or
for
something.
that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's like having like a passive aggressive girlfriend. At some point, you're just gonna blow up and be like, "What's the issue? Like, tell me what's wrong.
Yeah.
Stop beating around the bush," type thing.
I still think that as a general manager, should have done a better job at trying to get some sort of skill position guys.
Yeah,
I
so
do.
it goes back to the GM work as well.
Yeah.
I think this is a whole organizational thing.
They've
Well,
done everything
okay,
but get skill
to
position
be
guys.
fair, like what they did this year, they drafted Watson in the second round,
Dubs in
and
the
they drafted
fourth.
Dubs in the fourth.
Signed
A
Sammy
lot of the
Watkins.
times, that's enough. Like a lot of the times, if you draft two
a lot of the time that
receivers
is enough though,
and
if
you
you already have a
and you
guy
get
that's
veterans
on the team that's good.
Yeah,
I mean, what
and you also
they-
you
They're
have a
asking one of
good.
those guys to be number one.
they're
guys.
asking a second round
They're
rookie
asking
to step
Lazard
in.
to be a number one
what they
receiver.
Today's
need.
NFL, that is more common, but I mean, looking at Aaron's track record, it's like that never works like that. He
It
probably
would
is
if they
the most-
ran the ball.
It would, but
Yes.
I would say Aaron out of any other QB in the league though, to where like his trust is so vital in his receivers.
100%.
Like there's some QBs that can get with a new receiver and they kind of just naturally mesh or they trust him. But Aaron, like we know this, like Aaron like has to get full trust in you before he can be like his guy.
Yeah.
And that's why now Bob
Yeah.
Tunyon's getting 12 targets.
That's why Randall Cobb
You know.
came back and he's garbage. Like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
know
he needs
it's
to
hurting.
throw it to Dobbs, bro. First of all, I mean he's their best option.
They'd rather give him an end around than they pass to him.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. Yeah.
I do like
No.
what did you see what he said after the game?
Dubs?
No, Rodgers.
What?
They asked him about the Bills game because it's Sunday Night Football, and he's like,
Oh, I saw.
he's
He
like,
said
it's probably
the-
what we
the best
need.
opportunity
He's
for us.
like literally like, do we want to go get embarrassed on Sunday Night Football? We're playing like ass. Like if we keep playing like this, we're gonna go get spanked on Sunday Night
Yeah.
Football. So he's like, this might be what we need. I actually like him saying
Yeah.
that. Like
Well, he's got to say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have so many things you can say. I do like him saying that because it's just like it's a message to the team and the world that like one, he's aware, two, he's like we got to figure this out, and three, a message to the team. It's like if we don't get this going, one, we're gonna get embarrassed on Sunday Night Football.
National
Y'all are all gonna
TV.
look awful. I'm gonna look awful, and we're gonna miss the playoffs for the first time in like 10 years. I like the message to that. I like
the
message out there.
I don't
into
know
the
what that
team.
message does for the team though. And where I'm more scared of the Packers versus the Bucs is with the Bucs. I think a lot of it is more kind of shit. It's obviously on the players, the physical part of the game, but also just kind of shitty luck, maybe bad play calling, injuries. But with this Packers team,
I don't know
like,
how much shitty luck was in the Panthers game. They got walloped.
well,
by the worst
we
team
can
in
get
the
to that.
league.
There was a few key moments in that game.
The Evans,
they were-
the
they
Evans
were-
drop changes the game.
There was also a
100%.
Godwin play there where if he hits him by another foot slightly, it's a 60-yard
They're
touchdown.
also
Yeah.
what 2 for 12 on third down in that game.
They're awful.
Yeah, that's
I
terrible.
mean, the offense is terrible.
But the Packers, I think the Packers is such an internal thing, and it's like, I mean, Aaron's been in this league for how long? Like 18 years.
Yeah.
And it's like we've never seen him overcome this like mental adversity or be like that big brother to these guys. Because we got to remember, like Aaron's what 38, 39. Like
Being a
these
dad,
receivers,
basically.
these receivers are 22.
half his
What
It's
age.
like
is
that that's a completely different type of mental like scope
Yeah.
and a different person. Like,
So say the Packers don't really turn it around this season and they say they miss the playoffs. What do y'all think Aaron's gonna do?
I mean, he signed for quite a bit of
I
money.
could see him retiring or switching it or going to a new team.
I mean, he's on that 3-year contract though, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I mean, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what he would do. But there was already the rumbles last offseason about how him potentially moving. And when does it get to a point to where he's fed up enough from this front office?
That's what I'm
from,
thinking.
From not investing in the wide receiver position, from not drafting wide receivers, to the Jordan Love signing or the drafting.
And
Like,
we've been asking that for
what-
the last couple of years.
and I would
though.
think if they missed the playoffs this year, which they were the unanimous favorite to win this division and
Yep.
one of the favorites in the NFC, like
Yep.
if this isn't the breaking point, then there isn't a breaking point after the season.
There's a GM issue, but there's a coaching issue on this team
Yeah.
that I think I think that's the biggest issue on this team is LaFleur, how
think
they're
he's too
play
buddy-buddy.
calling. Who LaFleur?
I think LaFleur. I don't think LaFleur's that leader type either.
no, he's
don't
not.
have
him.
Well,
Not
their
at all.
offense is anemic. Like they're not run. They're what they should do. Like if you look at the construction of the team, run the ball and play off your defense. Now the defense isn't playing well either. I mean, Jared Alexander's getting torched. The defense is giving up yards all over the place on the ground. defense isn't playing well, but this team's built to win running the ball, and they're not running the ball. And they're not giving it to Aaron Jones. Yes, they're passing it to him on screens that the defense is sniffing out in 2 seconds and getting him 2 yards in the backfield. He got 8 carries.
Is he still leading the league in yards per carry?
No, he's down to like
Well,
3.5
also, too,
now.
when
The
is-
last
when is-
2 weeks, he's had like
When's
8 for 12.
Bakatari going to be back? Because he played
Yeah.
all he
Yeah.
practiced all last week and they scratched him on Saturday. Like when is he going to get in there?
I don't know. But does Bakhtiari help the run game? He's a left
He
tackle.
helps the O-line, which hasn't been that good.
No, it hasn't.
He's the leader of that O-line.
That
if
knee
there is one.
injury really fucked him, man. That was
Yeah.
just
I mean, it's like, what,
bad.
2 years now?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
dealing with it.
Jeez, man.
Well, their defense, even as bad as it is, they're also not creating turnovers. Right now,
No.
they're 26th in turnover differential.
Well, yeah.
And it's like, if you're going to, if your defense is going to suck it, maybe at least create some turnovers. And they can't
I think
do
the
that.
Packers. I think they're screwed.
And you mentioned it last week, like they're anemic against the run, and they're 27th in rush defense allowed, and they're 25th in yards per carry. And it's like, if you could run the ball on this team and their offense isn't putting up results, it don't matter. Like, you're going to lose a lot of ball games.
Like, if you
100%.
can't, if you can't stop the run, at the very least, try and run the ball and at least
bend
control
don't
the clock.
break, and they're
Like,
just breaking against the
Well,
run.
but the weird thing is, too, like, they've lost to what? The Giants, the Jets, and now
Commies.
the Commies.
the Cabbies.
So
Commies.
now the Jets game's different because the Jets were up the whole time of the game. They were up 7-0 on the Commanders. They were up, what, 20 to 10 on the Giants?
Yeah.
Run the ball. Like, get into the second half and run that clock out and pick
Well,
and move the chain.
They haven't had
It's-
success running the ball.
In the Giants game,
They're not
like,
trying. There were so many in that Giants game. They had like 2 drives. They just went 3 and out
No, in the
passing.
second
They went
half-
pass, 3 and out like twice.
They had the first 3 possessions of the second half. And
Yeah.
then it wasn't until like that
They didn't
possession
even
later.
try. And you're
Oh,
up.
fuck
You're
you
not.
up.
It's not like you're down 10. You're up 10. You're supposed to run the
Yeah,
ball.
that's a coaching issue. I mean, I don't understand why any team would run or pass the ball. You said they pass, 3 and
Yeah,
out.
literally.
3 times
And
in
it
a row.
wasn't even like it
Yeah,
wasn't
makes
like
no sense.
extension of the run play passes, like screens, quick slants, bubbles.
yeah.
It was like down the field, like, hey, Romeo Dubs, go beat the corner. Hey, Watson, go run a double post. Like, they're not winning on that.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah,
up
it's not
10.
gonna
Don't
win the
do
game.
that.
I mean, LaFleur can't be getting double dicked by his brother with the Jets. It can't happen.
No.
Suppose with the Jets.
He's OC there. Mike.
shit.
Michael
He's,
Flores?
he's doing a good job.
He's doing a damn good job. Not letting Zach Wilson throw the ball is probably a good idea.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good
What
move.
we're learning.
Run that
I
football.
mean,
All right, Bucks.
All right, so I'm going to take the floor just for a quick second. I pulled some juicy stats on the Bucks here. So I
Good
pull.
Lay it on the table, baby. Lay it on the table.
Whop it out.
Let me set it there real quick.
There you go.
So I think first of all, like Brady's probably having one of the worst stretches of his career. He hasn't looked great, but I mean the arm is still there. I'm not worried about the arm. He's underthrowing some throws. He's overthrowing some throws. I don't think Brady's the biggest issue on this Bucs team right now. But there are a lot of problems. The O-line is the
The
first
offensive
problem.
line is a
The
very
run
big
game,
issue.
the run game is the biggest problem. Explosive plays,
Well, that's
third
off the
down,
O-line.
in the red zone. Those are all big issues. But Brady's 4th right now in accurate passes thrown. So I mean, he's still throwing at a very accurate, high clip. The optimism though for the interior O-line, which has been the weakness, Robert Hainsey and Luke
Coach, you sleep?
Godicke are ranked 13th and 23rd respectively in PFF. So they haven't been awful according to PFF. Again, it's PFF, so I think we can kind of take that with a grain of salt.
Their O-line's still been ass.
But the running game is the biggest problem. They're second to last in yards per game and last in yards per carry. They're averaging 3 yards a carry. And the last team that averaged 3 yards per carry in a full season was the 2000 Chargers with Ryan Leaf, and they went 1-15. This is a historically
Not great.
bad running offense, and I don't give a shit who your quarterback is. Patty Mahomes, Josh Allen, say whoever you want. If you're averaging 3 yards flat a carry on the run, you're not going to win football games. I don't care what you do. You're not going to win football games. And then we get to the second issue here, the explosive plays. They're 31st in explosive plays right now. They have 4 plays over 30 yards. The Rams right behind them, ironically, with 3 plays. No explosive plays being found.
they only
this
have
offense.
4 plays
have
over
4
30
plays over-
yards all season.
They have
All season?
They have 1 touchdown over 13 yards as well.
What?
Jeez.
Explosive plays have not been there.
Holy
but my
hell.
hope for optimism with them, as we see in the last game, if Mike Evans catches that ball, that 60, 70 yard
That's a
touchdown,
different game.
It's a different game. And then there's another
Different
play
game,
too, the next
100%.
quarter, where he has Chris Godwin wide open on a drag. He
Mavs
barely
lost.
misses him. It would have been another 60-yard hit. So I think that these plays are going to come. The offense is making things very hard on themselves. And then we look at their third down offense as well. obviously missing Gronkowski is a huge deal, a bigger deal than any of us
That's
probably anticipated.
run game.
And Antonio Brown
that
is
affects
also
the run game
a
more
big-
than the
yeah,
pass.
and it all correlates to the run game and this interior line being shit. But last year on third downs, Mike Evans was 20 for 26, Gronk was 10 of 18, and Antonio Brown was 11 for 18. Their top targeted guy on third down this year is Brashad Perriman, and he's 2 for 9 on third down attempts.
Well, that's a little skewed because Godwin and Evans have missed time.
They
Yeah,
are,
it
but
does
but
make
it still goes to show that it's not.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not happening.
I'd make a case that if Godwin was healthy all year, he would easily be the number one target.
But even on he's not their third down guy though. Evans is the third down guy.
I feel like
Godwin
Evans
is
is more the
there
red
between the
zone
20
guy.
guys. And their
Yeah, I
their
feel like
red
Godwin
zone
would
thing
be
is a
their
whole
third down guy.
nother issue. Their red zone offense right now, they have 12 running attempts for 18 yards in the red zone, less than 1 yard. Then I think that's an average of what, like
Math. Come on, son. Math.
1.45. The next worst team is at like 2.5.
Yeah.
So they're a yard behind. But it all relies on this run game and this interior line. And also, too, I've gone back and watched the past few games. I think Leonard Fournette's a good running back, but there's so many plays, specifically in this last game against the Panthers. They had one drive in the first half. 3rd and 1, they run it with him right up the gut, hits a brick wall, nothing. 4th and 1, same damn thing. It's like he needs to try to start taking these runs outside. If you take the handoff and you just see a wall here and then there's daylight to the right, fucking cut to the
but
right.
that's what
and try
Leonard
to get it.
Fournette
Yeah, I was about to say Leonard
He's
Fournette,
not a skinny
even,
dude.
Even
Like,
in
he's
college,
not a
even-
fast guy.
He was
can't do
never a
that,
bounce
though.
to the outside kind of guy.
I mean, Leonard Fournette is a
when-
between the tackles
and-
runner.
And he is, but
Big
I'm saying,
hoss.
and it all relies to this interior line. And hopefully, I think they're probably going to get Ryan Jensen back at some point, and that's really going to help him out.
When though?
I think late, very late
It's gonna be
season.
late.
But if they
Like
haven't,
playoff
but
type
I
of
think they're going to be okay. I still think that they're going to win the NFC South, because the NFC South is
Yeah.
just
They're still
abysmal.
first.
That's their saving
And if you
grace.
can get Ryan Jensen back, you can get this offensive line to gel again. Come playoff time with Brady, we can never count them out. So I'm way less worried about the Bucs than I am the Packers. There definitely still is concern for the Bucs. You know, obviously, because they're 3-4 got killed by the Panthers. But I do see a light for the Bucs where I do not see for the Packers. I think they
No.
can turn this around.
I think the Packers missed the playoffs.
This is the thing about the Bucs. The defense has been ass. The run game's
The
been
defense
ass.
has been ass, though.
The-
because
no,
their
I'm
defense so much.
getting there. I'm getting there. The defense has been ass. The run game has been ass. The passing game's been anemic. But it all stems from the offensive line. The running game's not good because they can't interior block. The passing game's not good because Brady, without a good offensive line his entire career, has not been great. And now he's a 45-year-old quarterback, the most immobile he's ever been. They can't pass block. They can't run block. So they're getting off the field like that in 3 and outs, and that's putting their defense on the field
Defense is
every
bad.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's why the defense is
Their
deteriorating.
defense hasn't even been that bad, though. They're still 6th in points
Yeah,
allowed.
their defense has been fine.
Through the season. Their
Yeah, through the
defense has
season.
not been good the last couple weeks, though.
And it's
But still, they
because
only
the
allowed, like,
offense are going
21
3 and out,
points.
3 and out.
Yeah.
Whenever you
But-
put that much pressure on your defense, they're naturally going to slack.
But it's all stemming from this offensive line problem, and I don't see that offensive line problem getting fixed anytime soon. They don't have any people coming back from injury. Jensen's gone until playoff time, and the rest of their O-line is not good, and it's not gelling.
Okay, beyond the 2 guards, the O-line is good. Shaq Mason has been playing a Pro Bowl level. Wirfs is worse, and Donovan Smith is a decent left tackle.
Yeah, but what is
It's
the
these,
offensive?
It's these 2
yeah,
young guns.
But what is the offensive line doing? Where are they ranked? They're awful. They've been
I
terrible.
don't know what they're
all year.
ranked, but I mean, those other 3 linemen are not bad linemen at all. They've been playing fine.
Well, it's the same thing with the Colts, like we were talking
It's been
about.
the 2 young guys that have been fucking it all up for him. And like I said,
Well, what are the other
13th
guys
and
graded on
23rd.
PFF? Their
I
offensive
didn't look.
line in
But
totality has been bad. Like, they
It
might
hasn't been
have
good.
good names on the offensive line, but like we were talking about the Colts 30 minutes ago, just because they have big names doesn't mean their offensive line is good. Their offensive line has been shit so far, and there's no real, like,
Yes,
no cavalry's coming. No one's
Yes.
coming back from injury
Yes,
anytime soon.
but-
no schemes being
But
changed.
the question we're asking here is, what are we worried about them fully alarms going off? And I say no, because I've seen what Tristan Wirfs can do. I've seen that he can be arguably the best right tackle in the league, and
Yes.
I could see him turning around. Shaq Mason has been a Pro Bowl guard for the
Shaq
past
Mason's
8
old.
years. He's like 32.
That's old.
For a guard, that's not
fine.
terrible. He's fine. And Donovan Smith I think he was a Pro Bowler last year or the year before. So the talent's there. And like I said, these 2 young guys, Hainsey and Gaudi, have been the main problem. They haven't been terrible, and I think they're going to figure it out.
Well, okay, you said that both of them were ranked, 11th and 13th
13th
PFF?
and 23rd.
So where's the issue then? If they're both ranked high,
and that's why I said we can take PFF with a grain of salt.
But I think that almost shows that the tackles and those names you just brought up are not performing.
They're not performing up to their expectations, but we're talking about the level of concern. There is a level of concern.
The only reason
I'm banking on Tristan Wirfs is probably
Tristan Wirfs is amazing.
He's one of the most valuable tackles in the
100%.
league. I mean, he's gonna figure it out.
100%.
He's gonna figure it out. And Shaq Mason has been doing this for 10 years at a Pro Bowl level. He's gonna be fine.
Well, I mean, he is older. I would guess he's not playing well right now. He is older. I don't see if let's say those, like you just said, those guards are. Someone on the offensive line is not playing.
Yeah, I was about to say,
the offensive line is not playing well.
I don't think you
and
can
now the
anyone
silver lining for the team is the division.
Their pass blocking hasn't been that bad. It's been their run blocking. Their run blocking has been arguably the worst in the league. But that's why
their pass blocking
why
hasn't been
my
great.
problem
Brady's
is
been getting smacked.
He has, but it hasn't been anything that terrible. I think he's still near the top of the league in time in the pocket. Like, he's not getting pressure.
You got to remember, Luke,
They've been forced to pass the ball so much because they can't do dick running
Who'd they
the ball.
play the week before?
Brady also can't
Steelers?
do. So
Yeah, that's Steelers game.
Either.
How many times he get sacked in that Steelers game?
I have to take a look at my notes.
I mean he got hit. He got knocked to the ground a lot in that game. Now, when you bring up concern with Packers versus Bucs, the concern with the Packers is the Vikings.
Yeah.
The division. There is no concern in the division with the Bucs. So yes, the Bucs have issues that probably aren't going to be solved anytime soon, but they're not competing with anyone.
Division.
So yes, if they get Jensen back at the end of the year, yes, the offensive line starts playing better, they can win this division at 9-8, and they can be a scary team in the playoffs. So yes, the concern level isn't as high.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't think their issues are getting fixed though. And I don't think they will be fixed unless Jensen comes back and is their savior. Because nothing's going to change.
I think they can turn it around. I mean, look at week one. Week one, they ran for a $180 on Dallas. I mean, offensive lines have bad stretches at times. And right now they're having a very bad stretch. But the talent is there. And so I don't want to just take the past 3 games and say, okay, this is what it is. This is what it is. I'm betting on the fact that these guys are going to get together. They're going to figure it out. And we see Brady fucking chewing them a new one. I think they're going to figure it out. If I had to bet money, I would bet on the Bucs figuring it out, the Bucs winning the division, and
100%.
end result of that, come playoff time, they get Jensen back or whatever, that they could be a legitimate threat to make the Super Bowl out of the NFC, considering how fucking bad the NFC is.
Yes, but I think that's more on the fact of the level of competition in the division and the conference as a whole to them actually being a really good team.
But that's what we have to base it off of.
Yes, absolutely.
You have to base it off their opponents.
Yes, but I don't actually think that they're going to be that great of a team. I think that they'll get in because of the competition.
No, they're not
around.
the team they were 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
That's not the reality of it. But we're looking at the reality of what's around them and how can they compete with what they're up
they're
against
competing
right
against Mariota and Andy Dalton / James Winston.
Last year through 7 weeks,
scary
too,
lineup,
the
man.
Chiefs were 3-4 also. So
yes,
it's like
let's not compare the Chiefs. The Chiefs are.
I really think
that
the Bucs
the Bucs beat them 2 years ago with pretty much the same roster.
Yes, but it's 2 years later.
I think
that's a lot of time.
You also got to remember
I think
Tom
more
Brady
of the
got
concern.
2 years older.
He did, but he was also
The whole
43
team got
when
2
that
years
happened too.
older.
I think more of it honestly comes down to do you still trust Brady or not? Because I think that this O line is like, if you're buying a stock on this O line, buy it now because this O line's not going to play any worse than it is right now. It's only going to go up. It's playing at such a low level right now to where it can only go up. I don't think that they're going to average 3 yards a carry.
No.
Come the time the season's done.
That'd be hard to do.
If they do that, then yeah, this is a wrap. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, the Bucs are 26th in yards per play right now.
I think
I don't see that staying there.
Getting stomped by the PJ Walker-led Panthers is not good.
Not a good look.
Like, that is a
But
bad sign.
we see weird shit happen in the NFL every year.
Every
we
week.
see
That's
2
true.
or 3 game stretches.
I mean,
every
we saw
year.
the Jags
it's
beat the
the
Bills
NFL,
last
and
year,
that's what makes the NFL the best sport in the world, right? We see weird shit happen all the time, and when we see that weird shit happen more times than not, the teams with talent, the teams with players that know how to play, end up figuring it out and turning it into something special, or at least being competitive.
Yeah.
All right. Coach, you got anything to add to that?
I think they covered it all, bro. I will say, I think the Packers are I think they're terrible.
Yeah, I think that
I've seen the Packers play like a game and a half, to be honest with you guys, and in that game and a half, they looked like one of the worst teams in the league. So, Packers are terrible. I trust Brady to turn it around at least for one more year. But, I mean, he can't move in the pocket either. Like to Cole's point, he's not evading any sacks either. So like, if there's a defender anywhere close to him, he's getting sacked.
All right, hang on. Quick question. Swap conferences. Put Green Bay in the NFC South and put Tampa in the NFC North. Does Tampa still make the playoffs? And does Green Bay make the playoffs?
Well, that's a whole different rabbit hole because then their schedule's completely.
I give
flipped.
Tampa a better shot.
And Tampa's
And Green Bay winning that division?
But I mean, the Packers
you gotta
defense
look at-
looks
you gotta-
bad too.
you
Is the
gotta
thing.
look
At least
at
the
the
Bucs have
schedules here.
talent on
The
defense.
Bucs schedule, they have one of the hardest schedules in the league. If the Bucs have the Packers schedule, I know they dropped to 3 bad teams, but in that case, I don't know how much of a difference that is.
I mean, if you keep the schedules the same, Packers still have the Vikings twice.
I'm more so.
I mean, the Bucs do get 6 games against 3 of the worst teams in the league. So
I
their schedule
also-
might be easier. Packers had the number one. They won their division, so they're playing a number one.
I mean, the Packers.
They're
still
playing a
get the
division
Bears
winner.
twice. They got 4 of the worst teams in the league: the Bears and Lions.
Yeah, but that's not 3. And
I
I
mean-
mean, they're still playing a division-winning schedule too. Like,
I mean, I don't trust the Vikings. Also, I mean,
I don't trust the
5-1,
Vikings either, but the
but-
Vikings are probably going to win 11 or 12 games.
I think they'll make it interesting just because of the Vikings.
Wait, your question
Well,
was:
yeah,
do
the
you think
Vikings
that the
make it interesting
Packers
every
would have a
year.
better chance to win the South than the Bucs would?
No.
They flop?
If you swapped them, would the Packers win that division to make the playoffs? And would Tampa make it in the NFC North?
I think the Packers would pull out that division, and I think Tampa would lose. But it's based on the schedule because the Vikings are getting a cupcake schedule. And if we're
Well, yeah, but no, but that's the
Tampa's still
point.
facing the first place winners. Minnesota's not facing the first place
But
winners.
Green Bay is. Green Bay still would have the same schedule. I mean,
And I'm saying,
Minnesota's.
I think Green Bay
No,
would
but-
win that.
But I
because
think that's
South
the
is so
biggest
bad.
difference is who's in your division, who are you competing with. Green Bay actually has a team that's probably that has a clear chase to the division title.
But I
Whereas
mean,
in the
but
South,
we're splitting
who's-
hairs here. I mean, that's 2 games against the Vikings compared to 6 against the Falcons, Saints, and Panthers versus 4 games against the Bears and the Lions. Like we're splitting hairs here with
Bears
a
don't
2-game
look that
difference.
bad, man.
Bears don't.
That was a
let-
fluke game. That was a fluke
Let's
game.
chill.
Justin
Let's
Fields
chill.
Pro Bowl?
Let's
You looked
chill
like it
out.
last night for some fucking reason. All right,
Passing record going down.
all right.
That was a bad take.
Hey.
That's why we call him bold.
Hey,
though.
it wasn't worse than put a flyer on Jameis Winston to win MVP.
Or hey,
Carson Wentz
for
comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Say hello to
Strong.
Heineke, huh?
Oh yeah. All right. Next up, the 6-1 New York Giants. Can't fucking believe it. Love it. Love it. Love it. But yeah, I guess. I mean, at this point, I think we all kind of think they should make the playoffs at this point.
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They definitely.
The schedule's
should.
so easy. I mean, they're going to win. Y'all are going to win 10 games.
Hold on,
yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
pull up their schedule.
I mean, your
right
next
now.
3 are what? The
Seahawks,
Lions,
Texans.
Seahawks, and Texans. I mean, you're
Uh-huh.
going to win 2 of those.
Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. Let's look at their schedule. Let's just say, let's assume in the NFC this year, if you're 9-8, you get in the playoffs. Okay.
I think that's a fair
And
assessment.
let's also give the Giants the most pessimistic version of their schedule. Just even
Sure.
though
Yeah.
Okay. So 6-1, they lose to the Seahawks 6-2.
Yeah.
No matter what, you are beating the Texans
Yep.
7-2. Lions
Toss
if you
up.
want to be really pessimistic, you could say the Lions are beating them, but
But
the
I don't-
Lions suck.
I think that they're so bad.
Yeah.
8-2.
8-2.
Yeah.
Cowboys 8-3. Commanders.
I'm giving us a shot in that game.
I'm being pessimistic though. Commanders, let's say they split. They play them twice, so 8-4.
So 9 and 5.
So they're already at 9 wins. They're
They're at 9 and
They're in the
5.
playoffs.
They do have the Eagles twice.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
get the Vikings and then Colts. A Sam Ellinger-led Colts.
It's
So
still a
bearing
10
a
wins.
catastrophic all-time collapse, y'all are getting in the playoffs.
Yeah.
As a Giants, I'm so scared of that happening though, because I could just
There's no way, bro.
I really hope not.
There's no
but
way
it
y'all
could-
miss the playoffs.
I'm not gonna
There's a
believe it until I
silver-
see
There's
it.
a silver lining in all this, Brophy, because
What's
you
that?
know what happens when you make the playoffs, and Daniel Jones has a decent.
Oh, he's
game
gonna
in the
he's gonna get
playoffs.
signed.
Oh, yeah.
I just the question. I'm hoping it's
Y'all
not
are gonna
for-
retain Mr. Daniel Jones as the future quarterback of the New York
I
Football
think that's what's gonna
Giants.
happen.
And
It is.
Saquon's getting a
Accept it.
juicy
And
5
Saquon's
year
gonna get a
extension.
fat extension.
Saquon's getting.
Say hello to Dak and Zeke 2.0, buddy.
Yeah, literally.
But worse.
Well,
Actually, I don't know.
At least Daniel Jones he was bad now he's. I'm not talking. I don't even think about that.
Hey, that's
Okay.
your boy. Give him
Yeah,
some
bro. You
respect.
got to put
100
some
rushing
respect on
yards?
I've never
his
seen a
name.
guy
hates
hate.
his
I know he
team.
hates them.
When
Yeah,
was
he
the
hates
last?
it.
How many
Fucking
times have you
why?
bet
The
on
The
him?
thing that pisses me off
He hates them.
is like I shun the Cowboys, but we have every shun the Cowboys. Your
100%.
Giants came in with what was their over under 4.5, 5.5, and they've already exceeded that. Where's the love? Don't you want to give
Well,
Dable a
what's
big
the
fat
matter?
hug?
It's been
Brophy.
5
Give
years.
Dable a big old bear
Give him a
hug.
big old bear hug. Get in
I mean, don't
there.
get me wrong. I love Dable. Love what they're doing. I don't know how
But
they're
show
doing what
your
they're doing.
team some love.
I'm sorry. We've had the worst record in the league the 5
Brophy.
years prior.
But
I
don't
just-
don't
Brophy.
think the
I'm
past
focused
record.
on the
Look at the
negative.
now. Look at the now.
Brophy,
Look
you
at the
had
now.
the gimmiest line last week. Giants
Then I
plus
flopped.
And
3,
you swapped.
going to the
swapped it.
Jags, and you swap to the Jags. You hate. That's just. You don't do that.
It's
Especially
hard
against
to,
your own team.
It
Everybody
was
else is on the
Cowboys
Giants.
Giants, and you bet on the Giants spread. That's not right.
Wait, bet on the Cowboys spread.
Well, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You should have bet on the Giants spread. It's just not right.
I'm sorry. It's just weird to think positive about this team for one, which I am.
You're
2-1.
6-1.
Yeah, and I'm
Come
betting,
on.
I'm betting against them this week too.
It's one
I
thing.
would too, but
It's one thing against the spread, but like just like
I've never heard
out
of
here.
a
Show
negative,
some love.
fan with a 6-1 record. That's insane.
Right?
to me. I mean, if the Cowboys,
What do they have to do to make you happy?
I mean, you see how happy I am when the Giants play good. Like I fucking love it. I love it. I just it's
Well, then
hard.
you
show
don't
the
love it. You
world.
don't love it for your betting record.
No, I don't.
yeah, they're probably your worst success rate betting against
Probably.
the Giants.
But hey,
Bet against them every week.
Yeah.
yeah, but if my pick loses and Giants win, I win either way.
It's a terrible way to look at it.
You win and lose
Awful
either
way to
way.
look at it.
Either way,
you
it's a 50-50
you
split.
could win and win, or you could
Yeah,
win and
you could
lose.
get
and
a
you
double
pick to
win
win
if
and
If you just
lose
backed
every
your
time.
team.
Oh yeah. All right, I got some fun. We're gonna play a little game here.
Oh, buddy.
Guess quarterback. I got 2 quarterbacks. Got random stats. Just gonna lay them out there. You guess.
Oh, I like this. This is a good game.
Okay,
I like
okay.
this game. Good
Oh,
poll.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Trivia thing.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Cool.
Quarterback A. Pro Football Focus passing grade 68.4. Quarterback rating 91.8. Yards per attempt 6.5. And completion percentage 65.9. Player B.
These are,
to retain.
these are some advanced stats.
Yeah, whatever.
I need
yeah,
some
well,
yards.
yeah, yeah,
I need
yeah.
some yards and touchdowns in there.
Can we get a screen popped up right here?
I found this I found this on a tweet earlier, so this is the best I could do. Okay. And player B, Pro Football Focus passing grade is 66.1, about 2 worse than the first guy. Quarterback rating of 90.8. Yards per attempt the same at 6.5, and completion percentage better at 66.7.
The only ones I retain were the completion percentage, but they're like one.
So they're basically the same.
They're basically the same stats, yes.
So one of them's like a big name quarterback, and one of
them's
them
like
sucks.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I bet one of
oh,
them's.
yeah.
Yeah, Danny
Yeah,
Dimes is
come on,
definitely one of
I'm
them.
Oh,
telling
let me get
The
Daniel
other one is
Jones,
Rodgers,
No.
Daniel Jones and
Brady,
Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Brady.
All
You
right.
want me to say it?
No,
Allen.
no.
Josh Allen.
No, it's not Allen. There's
Joe
no.
Burrow.
Herbert. Yep.
Herbert.
Nice.
So, yeah, through 7 weeks, Herbert and Daniel Jones are pretty much the same player.
How about that?
About that.
And then also,
How
so,
about
I like that.
son?
That was a good sprinkle in
That
there.
was.
It's a good sprinkle.
so I also got some more stats just because I looked at this. Okay, so Daniel Jones has 5 game-winning drives through the first 7 games
That's
this season.
impressive.
That is very impressive.
No other player has more than 3 this season. Giants are 4-1 in games trailing in the fourth quarter. And who do you think is the Giants' leading receiver right now? Just out of curiosity.
God.
The tight end Bellinger.
No, he's out for
Is it
maybe a year.
Saquon?
No.
Is it
Is
Slayton?
it Richie James?
Richie James with 20 catches for 191 yards.
What?
He is our leading receiver.
Oh my God! Going back on what you said though, how they're about to get married with Daniel Jones. If Dable looks at that stat, he's like, "Oh, my, Richie James is our leader, and we're 6-1 with 180
Danny
yards."
Dimes is the
Imagine
same
if
as
we
Herbert?
go and we get Danny DJ Moore. Oh my
Dude,
God!
okay, dude,
Y'all are stuck with this man. Y'all are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but you know what? He hasn't turned the ball over. He hasn't thrown a pick in a month. Like, this is a completely different player we've
Show the
seen.
love.
I
Show
mean,
the love.
To be
Worship the man. Sing
I were you,
from
I
the
would.
rooftops. Daniel Jones is my savior.
Jesus Christ.
Brian Dable for president.
Oh, Brian for president. I'm on board with that.
Do they have like merchandise of him, just like his fat face with his giant beard?
And his
Hey,
gut.
don't mock my coach, all right?
No, that would be like a badass hoodie that you would have to buy.
Actually,
That
I
would.
would.
He's got-
definitely
he's got
buy it,
sunglasses
I
on.
would
Oh
buy
yeah,
it.
I get one of those, and then it says, he always wears that New York Fire
Yeah, the
Department.
fire.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's got
Cole.
the NYPD or NY.
Cole, do you
whatever.
remember the
FDNY.
We made the
Yeah,
bet
yeah.
with Brophy on which team would have a better record. Giants or Cowboys?
I think you made that bet.
I did make that.
I think I
bet.
got kicked out of the bet.
That's in question. Well, we
I'm
have a better
kind of
record
worried.
right now.
I'm worried about that now. I thought that was a lock.
That might not be a lock.
That's
bro.
not a lock.
That might
Definitely
not.
not a lock.
That
I mean,
Giants
this
boys
team-
game on Thanksgiving is gonna be.
They play
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
buddy.
3:30.
Another thing that, okay, actually something I'm interested in now. What is, you think, the worst 6-1 team ever?
I
The
have
New
to.
York- the 2022 New York
I want to look
Giants.
at the
What are you talking
statistics
about?
on. Has there ever been a 6-1 team that misses the playoffs?
Oh, there was
McDaniels'
the
Broncos.
They
yeah.
did.
Yeah, they started like
look that up.
6-0,
Oh wow.
Did they
and then they
Really?
literally
Okay.
lost like every game. Yeah.
Okay, so there is a chance that the Giants could
Oh,
get
100%.
kicked out. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just if they were the first team that would do that or not.
I think Josh McDaniels' Broncos started 6-2.
Did they start that good?
Yeah, they
And
were
they just
incredible.
collapsed.
Yeah, and then they literally lost like I think they ended up going like 7-9. Like they were terrible.
Man, that's tough.
And then McDaniels got fired, and that was
Let's
his
see.
last coaching
So
job.
this is not 6-1, but 6-0. So this more goes to the Eagles. But for 6-0 teams, 41 teams have done it. 39 have made the playoffs. So only 2 haven't. I don't know what it is for 6-1.
The New York Football
That's-
Giants would be lucky number 3.
I mean, that's the different stat. That's the best I could find.
But there's probably like a 95%.
They're making the play. The
Chance
NFC is
to
so
make-
bad. They're
in the-
making the playoffs.
yeah.
If you were in the AFC, different story.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But-
We wouldn't be 6-1 if we were in the AFC.
No, that's true.
Yeah. Thank God for a cupcake schedule. All right. Next up, big news breaking last week. Last 2 minutes of the Thursday night game? Christian
Yep.
McCaffrey to the Niners. Played a little bit this week. Looked good in spots. Not too crazy,
Yeah.
but I mean, what does this do for the Niners?
Tells you they're desperate.
I think
Did you see? Apparently the
you
Rams
think,
were.
you think they're desperate?
Apparently the Rams were neck and neck.
What
with
happened
them.
to the what was your tier for them?
Terrifying?
Yeah, whatever the terrifying.
Oh,
tier.
they're still terrifying.
They're still terrifying.
I honestly, if I have to pick one team right now in the NFC, I'm taking the
yeah, I would
Niners
pick
to
them
win
too.
to get to the Super Bowl.
I would pick them
But
too.
that shows you that they're desperate because they gave up all that draft capital for Trey Lance.
do you think it's that they're-
and they gave up basically everything they have left for an injury-prone, older running back on a huge contract?
Okay, or is it they're desperate, or is that they want to take advantage and seize this opportunity?
How
with
old
the
is
NFC
he?
being as wide open as it's ever gonna be?
Probably a mixture of both.
He's 20,
but they're
26, 25
Because
going
I
26?
am
Not
like
that old.
excited. I'm very excited
Yeah,
to see though
I don't
what
hate the move.
he could do for this team. Because obviously, if there's a dream pairing for any, probably running back coach, dream duo, this is it. McCaffrey with Shanahan.
Well,
This is the dream pairing
more alarming.
in my mind, at least.
I'd say Derrick Henry just because of how Shanahan runs his offense down.
No, but I like the fact that Shanahan doesn't just have to use McCaffrey's not just gonna be a running back,
but he's
gonna
never
be a
passed
weapon.
to running backs before. Is
But
the thing.
he
now
no,
he's going.
But he's
to,
gonna.
'cause
He's
he
not
has
gonna. He's
to.
not gonna. He's gonna line him up outside. He's gonna line up in the
100%.
slot. Like he's going to get him the ball in space.
100%.
And the fact that McCaffrey looks like McCaffrey this year. I mean, well,
Yeah.
I think there was a stat he's like putting up like 60% of the Panthers' yards or some shit like that. It was
Probably
something
not more.
absurd. Yeah, if not 70. Like this is gonna be scary. Now the Niners have him. They have Debo. They have Kittle.
And Ayuk.
They have Ayuk.
That's terrifying.
I mean, and then that defense is going to get healthy. Like, this is a
Yeah.
team that if Shanahan can make this work come playoff time, we've been saying this about them, and the post-Christian McCaffrey trade, they may look even fucking more terrifying. Like, this could be a truly, truly terrifying
if you ask me
team.
right now, pick one team that's going to go to the Super Bowl at the NFC, I'd pick the Niners.
Yes, I would too.
I don't care if they're 3 and 4.
I
they're
would
so dominant on defense, and they have so much weaponry on offense. And
Well,
Garoppolo, we
and
know,
we
can
forget
get the
that
job done.
They have
so.
suffered a lot of injuries
100%.
Yeah.
so far.
Are they going
They're
to
gonna
get Trent
healthy.
Williams back?
He's already back,
He's
bro.
already back.
Oh, he is?
And
came back last
Nick
week.
Bosa's back. They're
Yeah.
both back. They're two studs. Yeah.
What's more alarming is fucking listen to Pete Schrager, as much as I love Schrags. And he was saying that the Rams
Channel
I didn't-
character.
the Rams were
Is it that
apparently
chubby guy?
he's on Good
kind
Morning
of floppy.
He's on Good Morning Football.
I think I know who.
Good morning,
Uh,
football.
But apparently the Rams were like neck and neck with the Niners on getting this trade done.
No,
for
it
the
was.
Guys.
Well, I'm glad
it was
the Niners
It was
got
the
him
fourth
instead.
round pick.
Yeah, but it's like imagine if the Rams made that trade. How stupid that would be.
Oh, it'd be
Their offensive line already said they're already depleted with draft picks.
Yeah, I don't know how much that would help the Rams.
How much does it help them?
No.
It would. That would have been horrible. But I think long term, like, I honestly don't know how much I get this for the Niners. Like,
I don't know.
because
But I mean,
cap wise,
they're not planning to use him for just this year.
I mean, you don't.
They're planning to use him for the next 3 years of his
I
contract.
understand that, but when you have Shanahan who draws up plays that every running back who's ever walked through there has been successful, why would you cap strap yourself to a running back
and
who's
give up
already
a ton of
injury-prone?
compensation for him?
Yeah.
Because of the potential behind it.
Yeah, I
I
think
think back on what you just said is that we could put any running back here. Elijah Mitchell, 6th-round rookie. Jeff Wilson, some scrub.
I'd rather
from who
save
knows
the
where.
money and do
now
that.
put literally the best running back.
But if
in
you're
the
already
league pending
if you're
health
already above
there,
average doing that, why would you?
Well,
Like that's
well,
not
well,
the need of the
No.
team.
Well, they don't have a need beyond quarterback. They don't have a
I
need.
mean, they could upgrade on the back end. They could upgrade their O-line.
And you know what? The only reason we don't say running back is a need for them is because of the fact of how effective they are in the Shanahan scheme.
100%.
And now we get to see, like, I think, dude, I really think this could be a move that, like, catapults the Niners to where if you're a D coordinator, you don't know who to game plan for.
Yeah,
you don't
that's
know
what
how
I was
stop
about to
it
say, like,
because
who are you gonna
dude,
game
like,
plan?
just imagine, dude, literally, you could have, I believe, you could have Sam Ellinger on the Niners offense, and they will make the playoffs. Slip screen to Deebo Samuel. You could just throw screens and fucking drag routes and run the ball
what's
all
gonna
day.
hold
But
this
how
team back
much
is-
more of
yeah.
an impact, like how much more of an impact does McCaffrey really make?
I
Like
mean,
he adds an element to the offense.
I think he makes an impact.
But does he make
you're
a drastic change?
I think
like,
he could make as big as an impact as any running back could in this offense.
No. Do you put Derrick Henry on that
No,
team?
Derrick Henry doesn't receive.
Yeah.
They don't throw to running backs.
They are going to.
Well, they're
and
they're
like I
going to
said,
change
no,
it.
and they're not going to just use Christian as a strictly RB.
Of course
he's
not.
a chess piece. And if you have Derrick Henry in there, you know what Derrick Henry's on the field to do. With the McCaffrey fold, you don't know where the fuck he can line him up here, he can line up here, he can line up here, and you don't know where you're getting attacked.
Yes, but
from.
what does Kyle Shanahan do best? Run downhill.
Yes, which he will do that. But as a D coordinator, would you rather them say, okay, we stop the downhill run, or we have to stop the downhill run? We have to stop McCaffrey in the slot. We have to stop McCaffrey outside. We have to stop McCaffrey. You could put McCaffrey anywhere. And McCaffrey,
sure.
this is like the best chess piece Shanahan could have right here.
Chess piece is a good analogy. Yes.
Also, that Jeff Wilson or Elijah Mitchell, they're not bad running backs, but they're not a guy that's going to hit a 60, 70-yard home run touchdown for you.
Jeff Wilson had like a 35.
McCaffrey will. But you know what I'm talking about.
They're not big playbacks.
breakaway
They're
home
not
run
big
speed,
playbacks.
which come playoff time, like that could be the difference of you advancing or not advancing. Is if this running back either hits a 20-yard run or he hits a 70-yard touchdown bomb. Which McCaffrey, we know he's healthy. He can hit that big playability, and he could receive with the best. I mean, run between the tackles. He can do literally everything. I will take this guy over Derrick Henry with he's healthy, and he's healthy right now.
I mean, if he's
Not
doing
Friday
it,
Niners. I would take Derrick Henry in a heartbeat for this team in a second.
I would not.
That's what they do though. Like the Chiefs. Let's say you move to the Chiefs, 100% rather have McCaffrey. Look at the offense that they run. It's a spread offense out of the shotgun. That's where McCaffrey thrives. This is an I formation down the hill running attack that bootlegs off play action. That's not McCaffrey's game.
Do you not think
now,
they're gonna
they'll
change that a little bit?
change.
Yeah, there you
Yes,
go.
of course they are, because you're not trading for McCaffrey to
yes,
turn him into
they'll-
that. That's
they'll
like
adapt.
trading. That's like trading for Kelsey and making him a blocking tight end. They'll adapt, but that's not what they do, and that's not what has been successful for them and gotten them to conference championships and Super Bowls. What's gotten them there is power running between the tackles in a zone scheme and play action.
We're not trying to hit there, we're trying to win it,
McCaffrey
That's
doesn't.
what I was about.
Yeah, we're not-
McCaffrey
just
doesn't
trying to-
change that.
Yes.
Okay, well they had a lead on the
yes.
Chiefs in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, so
But
let's not say
so
that they
put
couldn't have
McCaffrey
won.
in there.
Like,
Yeah.
put Derrick
McCaffrey
Henry in
changed
there.
that game.
Yeah, like it's not.
But dude, you put Derrick Henry back there. It's you have. We know Derrick Henry's going to hit us one way and one way only.
If you put Derrick Henry back there, you're not stopping that team.
Yeah, you could.
No,
you
no,
make
you're not.
Jimmy Garoppolo beat you.
You think you're stopping that team?
I mean, if you couldn't stop him with the Titans, I mean,
You're not stopping
the
them.
Niners have
You-
better
you-
Can
weapons.
you imagine
could
the
stop
play
that
action
team.
with Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle?
yes, Derrick Henry. I think you're underrating though of how good McCaffrey
yeah, I
is
mean,
still between the tackles.
no one's arguing that Derrick.
Like
Henry
yes,
is a
Derrick
good
Henry's
running
better
back.
between
Yeah.
the tackles, no doubt about it. But when
I
you
think
look,
he's
but when you
sizably
look,
better.
but when you look at the whole body of work and every layer that McCaffrey can give you compared to Derrick,
Yes.
like dude, McCaffrey, if McCaffrey wanted to, he could be probably a number one receiver in this league as well. Probably one of the best athletes.
He could be a top receiver.
It might be a stretch, but he could be a very good receiver.
He could be an adequate
And
slot
like
receiver.
with this team, like we already see what, like dude, all of Deebo Samuel's plays don't come from Jimmy being a great quarterback. It's get him the ball 5 yards out and let him do it. Now that you have Batman or not even Batman, you have Batman and Batman with
Batman.
Deebo and McCaffrey now. Just get him the ball in space, bro.
100%.
Derrick Henry's not a guy to where you can have a swing pass out and throw it to him and say, make it happen here. With Derrick Henry, and your game plan is shut down Derrick Henry. We will put everyone in the box, and we will force Jimmy G to beat us, which we have seen that story happen.
Okay,
and Jimmy G ain't
everything-
going to take you past that. With McCaffrey, you have both the dynamics of the run and the pass, the creativity.
Everything
the
you just
chess
said,
piece.
everything you just said about getting those players, Deebo, Ayuk, Kittle, get the ball to them in open space, you can still do that with Derrick Henry. Like, yes, you have McCaffrey, get him the ball in open space. You also have Deebo, who's probably the best player in the league with open space. Kittle's the best tight end in the league with open space. And Ayuk is above average at least with open space. That's not a need.
So are
a
you
need
guys-
is a dominant downhill run game, which I don't think McCaffrey really.
Well, that
fixes
wasn't a need for him though.
No, it wasn't.
Like, you can do that.
But the McCaffrey
I think
adds
the need-
that element of getting him in open space. That was probably the last thing they needed.
Or it gives a defensive coordinator just another nightmare.
Yeah,
they have to worry
I
about.
think.
I mean, if I were
think
them,
you
I
guys
would
are kinda
allocate those
missing the
picks
point.
towards a corner or something.
I would, if I was them, I would have given up a 4th round pick for Kareem Hunt and been done with it. That would have been my move in a heartbeat.
I feel like
I think
if you
Kareem
do,
Hunt
I feel like if you do that, though,
would have
you
been almost as good for that offense as McCaffrey.
No,
you do.
we're-
Or 6 for James Robinson.
You're
Or 6 for James
You're
Robinson.
underrating
like-
McCaffrey.
I feel like
man.
if you guys do what you guys are saying,
That's
We'll see.
almost as good as. I think.
No,
you're-
he's
I-
not almost as good,
you're-
but for that team.
I know, but even for that team, you're underrating what Christian
yeah,
McCaffrey
I
can
feel
do.
like
Who's
if you do that, then they're going to
Is
be the exact
McCaffrey or
same
Kareem
place
Hunt a
they've
better
been.
between the tackle runner?
McCaffrey.
I don't know about that.
Are you forgetting when McCaffrey was healthy 2 years ago? People had him ahead of Derrick Henry.
'Cause he had 1,000 yards receiving.
McCaffrey was exactly on a horrible Panthers offense.
And now he's
This
on
pa-
the team
this
that
past year-
passes to the running backs the least.
And Shanahan is not acquiring this guy that did not use him to his full
Of
ability.
course.
If any coordinator can adjust and adapt to a player's talent, it's Shanahan.
Of course.
He knows that. That's why they traded for him. They don't trade for him to keep this same offense in place.
No.
You trade those picks for a guy like McCaffrey to change this offense and add a whole new wrinkle in to where no one and that's why I'm so excited to see
I think
this.
they already had 3 wrinkles in that spot, though.
But they didn't have a wrinkle on this level.
All right,
This
once
is now their-
Debo?
Did they get,
Debo's
did they
on
get,
that
Did
level.
they get worse
What-
with Mc-
Debo might be above that
All right,
level.
I think
I don't
Dylan
think
has
he's
something to
above
say
that
here.
level.
Dylan's got something to say.
I just
Sorry.
feel like, Luke, I feel like you're kind of missing the point. Like, would Derrick Henry work with the offense? Yeah, but it's not like they're getting worse with McCaffrey. And I agree with Cole.
Of course they're not
No.
getting
I
worse.
think
I never said
you're-
they're getting
I
worse.
think you're forgetting. Like,
But I don't think they're getting that much better.
I think they're getting a lot better.
I think they are. Especially with a QB like Jimmy Garoppolo.
I agree with Luke.
Especially, okay, look at it from a quarter. Okay, they're doing this to help Jimmy Garoppolo
100%.
out. Jimmy Garoppolo is a quarterback. He cannot make all the throws downfield. And how does Derrick Henry help Jimmy Garoppolo throwing wise?
He play
doesn't.
action.
He doesn't.
Yes, he does. He
No,
commands
he-
9 people in the box.
McCaffrey on this 49ers O-line should command 9 people.
No, he won't.
No, he won't.
I said he could.
I think
He won't.
could.
Brophy
Derrick
and Luke,
Henry does.
I
He
think
could.
you guys are both forgetting how good a healthy McCaffrey is. I don't think you're.
I mean, if I were them,
I don't think you're
I
giving
would
him the
use these
respect
draft
he
picks to
deserves.
grab like a lockdown corner or something like that.
Or a guard.
Like I would have done that.
That's not what they needed. And to give up a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th on a team that just traded 3 first-round picks for a quarterback that doesn't look like it's going to work out, I don't think that's a very smart move.
I don't mind it, but agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. And McCaffrey's contract, so it runs. It's a $12 million.
But
cap
how
hit.
much of it are the Panthers absorbing?
I don't think they're
Did the light just
absorbing
go
any
out?
of it. At least not. I mean, not
It
fall,
doesn't
not
matter.
following.
What was that one?
Not following this year, they're not. But yeah, he's got 3 more years, a $12 million cap hit each year. But if what I
the
looked on
guaranteed money,
Spotrac was
though?
right, there's no dead cap if they do decide to cut him. Or
They're
move
not
on from
cutting
him.
him.
I know they're not, but like just if that ever becomes that, because it runs through his age 29 season.
I just don't mind this because, I mean,
I don't mind it, but I don't love it by any
But
means.
no, like who is the most talented running back we've seen in the Kyle Shanahan?
I think 31 other teams could have used him more than the Niners could have.
same.
Like just because the Niners are already so good at running the
Same.
ball. Like that's the only reason.
Like Bills, Chiefs, 100% get McCaffrey because that fits your scheme and your offense. Like, can you imagine if the Bills or the Chiefs got McCaffrey? Now that's an offense that's unstoppable.
It is, but also like you got to look from the 49ers perspective right now. They know Christian McCaffrey's on the trade market, and they know how abysmal the NFC is right now. They're not going to have an opportunity in the next 5 years that the NFC is this wide open. And if you're the 49ers and you believe that Christian McCaffrey can take you to the Super Bowl, which they already had
Why
a chance
not go
before
all
him,
in, baby?
but he's a guy that could win you the Super Bowl potentially, why not do it?
But
we just saw the Rams trade a bunch of picks to win
They're
a
not
Super
a
Bowl.
running back
we
away.
see teams –
They're not a running
we don't
back
know
away.
that because we haven't seen a
I
running.
don't think they
We
are.
have not seen a running back near, not even in the same ballpark as Christian McCaffrey's talent in a Shanahan scheme, and that's why, in my opinion, I think it's so scary because we're going to see Shanahan,
Devontae Freeman,
but
Alfred
we're-
Morris.
We're going to see a new Shanahan. Like Shanahan does not approve this and say let's do it. If he does not
He
have
100%
something up
signed
his
off.
sleeve,
Of course
he
to
wants
say,
to.
100%
to say
signed
that
off.
if you go get me this guy, I will use him in ways
Yeah,
that the league
no
could
doubt.
never imagine, and we can make this offense be able to hit you in so many goddamn ways to where defensive coordinators will have no clue how to defend this.
Any offensive guy would want McCaffrey. They're not going to say no to McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Like,
And but on y'all's point, it's saying it's a bad move though. I'm investing in the fact that Shanahan is going to get the best out of him, and that Shanahan is going to use him correctly to the full efficiency,
I
to his
agree.
full effectiveness.
agree,
We'll
disagree.
see.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. Yeah.
We'll see.
All right.
Hold on. So, I'm sorry. One more thing.
Go for it.
So, how does this trade? What's the trademark of? It's considered a fail versus a win. If the Niners make the NFC Championship, is it considered a win? If they make the Super Bowl, is it considered a win?
I mean,
in the
it
eyes-
depends on McCaffrey's health.
What-
This team could make the Super Bowl without McCaffrey.
But what defines it as a win in the long
I
term?
think with how many draft picks they've allocated to both trading for Lance and now McCaffrey, and considering
It's a
they
Super
already-
Bowl win, and McCaffrey better be
Okay, but
a
at
main
at least
factor.
going to the Super Bowl. At
we're
least
talking.
going.
We're not talking about the Lance deal. We're talking about strictly the McCaffrey deal. That the Lance,
Sure.
the Lance deal happened, but we're talking
But
about
that's
the
a
picks for the
major
McCaffrey deal.
effect to give up that much and then give up this much more for an injury-prone running back on a massive contract.
I think
It
if they
is a
make
factor.
through-
It's not like they had a
But-
ton of draft capital.
But we're talking about the McCaffrey deal here
sure.
in Spectrum.
They need to at least go to the Super Bowl for this to be a win.
I mean, they made the conference championship last year.
Especially with the NFC as weak as it is, they need to make a Super Bowl.
And I think
justify
McCaffrey
this.
needs to be a factor. I think, that, honestly, if they didn't make that trade and you still asked me today, I'd still say the Niners out of the NFC. If they didn't make the McCaffrey trade, I still probably say the Niners.
So do you see a world though to where he is not a huge piece of this offense?
I think
He's
there-
obviously gonna be a huge
I think
piece.
I think there could be games he's not. But like one is health. Like I mean, if he gets hurt, then it's immediately a terrible
His
move.
health is
immediately,
That's the biggest risk in this trade, obviously.
and it's a huge risk.
It's a risk. It's a legitimate,
Yeah,
real
but
risk.
you can say that with
No
any
doubt.
trade in any sport.
No
like,
doubt.
guy gets hurt.
McCaffrey more so than
McCaffrey
others.
is different though. I mean, like McCaffrey hasn't played 2 years. Like
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
See what happens. See how it unfolds. We'll revisit this next week after they play the Rams. All right. Bengals are back. Bengals win
Hell yeah,
35-17.
they are.
Yeah, they are.
Beat the
Who they,
piss out of
baby?
the Falcons.
Come on, son. Who they?
who they?
Yeah, they're back. Joe Burrow,
Joe Burrow
was
is back.
absolutely incredible. What,
Joe
he had
Burrow got ice in his veins,
381
man's a
yards in the
god.
first half
Come on now.
and 3 tubs.
Come
Like,
on
he
now.
He was
off
on
his
pace to
ass.
put up what
He
700
was on pace to
yards?
put up like 650 yards, bro.
That record's never like that Norm Van Brocklin record of like 500 and whatever yards is like never gonna get broken because like even when like because Josh Allen against the Steelers had like 300 something yards, and they're kicking the shit out of these teams. They don't pass as much in the second half. I'd like to see the record get broken, but
That
anyway.
Romo Manning game back
I was
in the
about to
day.
say that Manning game against the
Oh,
Cowboys.
yeah.
They both had
almost
like
did.
500,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they both had.
I think
like
Big
five.
Big Ben had a couple games where he
Oh,
got
yeah.
close.
Drew Brees had a couple 500-yard games.
Because you end in a game like that, if your quarterback's throwing 350 in the first half, you're probably kicking the shit out
Yeah,
of the team.
you
to
would
where-
think.
All right, you remember before the season when we did our QB tiers, and I put Burrow in the tier with Josh Allen and Mahomes,
I did too.
This is why.
and you
Put
did too.
some respect on
Now-
Burrow's
It was
name.
mine was the gold standard tier. I had those three in there.
I forget what mine was. I think it was like the Mecca or something like that. I don't know. But I put him in that tier.
Good name.
I still right, like, I think he's like, I think Mahomes and Allen are still
Yes.
by themselves, but I think there's 3 tiers of top quarterbacks, and it's Mahomes, Allen, Burrow by himself, and like 8 other quarterbacks.
What
Burrow is
so
right.
so
What
you
have
don't
I
think
been
Burrow
saying about-
squeaks into like the lower level of that top tier?
I do. What
I
have
think
I been saying about
who's
Burrow
he
for
better
3
than?
years?
So what made
Who's
you
he?
What made you switch then? if you had him in that tier preseason versus now.
The beginning of the season.
But I mean, after the first, his first.
Look at his last
were
3
rough.
games.
Yeah.
Coming off an appendix
no, I mean,
injury, he didn't play preseason. But I mean, since
If you
then,
want to put him in that
he's been
first
the
tier, I'm
best.
totally good with that. I have no problem. I'm saying
I think
he's
in that.
I just think what
I know,
we've seen from
I'm
Mahomes
taking
and Allen.
I'm taking Mahomes now and over him. Yes.
Yes.
But I think he belongs in that tier to round it out.
I'm fine with that.
I need
Fine with
a
that.
couple more good games in a row. I need to.
Burrow is a stud.
Burrow's
And this
that dude.
Bengals team
Burrow's that dude.
is coming.
Yeah.
The Chiefs and the Bills better look out.
No,
'cause
the
this Bengals
Bengals are
team is
coming, dude.
Their defense ain't bad either.
When the
Well, their O-line's
Bengals
starting to figure it out, too.
are clicking on all cylinders, I
Hey.
think they're scary.
Shout out the herd. The Bengals have not given up a fourth quarter or a second half touchdown all season.
haven't?
Really?
Not one team in these 7 games has scored a second half touchdown.
Wow.
against the Bengals.
I didn't know that.
Coward's been on that for like 2 weeks.
Sure he has.
Nice,
He's Joe
Howard.
Burrow on the podcast like
yeah.
every
How's
week.
the Herd's Blazing 5 been this year?
Probably not good.
I've been watching Nick Wright's picks. They've been ass.
Oh, really?
Why is every big time analyst picks always ass?
They don't know shit like us, baby.
They're not PTA. Yeah.
They're not geniuses. That's why.
They should be paying us the big bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
Hey, we're
yeah,
making
bro.
people money.
Hey, Fox, hit us up.
That's right. We should do a betting show.
Just a little shameless plug.
Just
A
a
separate
strict
show?
betting
Yeah, separate betting show.
Punch-
Our own
like a
version of Hammer
like a
Don.
Hammer Don.
Hammer Don.
Punch the air,
Film it
Dad.
right after PTA when we're pissed drunk.
That would be funny.
Oh, or anything else in the Bengals? I think it's fairly obvious.
They're coming.
Yeah, I think it's.
They're who we thought they were.
Yeah, they're.
Fantasy points galore, baby.
Bango, bango,
Yeah.
bongo.
Jesus.
Come on, man.
Chase T.
Yo, Burr.
Tyler Boyd.
I got Jabbar. Oh, Jabbar.
Dude, Jamar is so good.
I made a trade in my league like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I
you
traded.
told me about it. You got
Oh,
Nuke, too.
I got Nuke and Jamar for Dameon Pierce. and
Don't you
Mike
love
Will.
those 2 wide receivers?
Oh, they're great,
Aren't they?
They're
They're so
awesome.
great.
Oh yeah. For Dameon Pierce and Mike Will, like that's a highway robbery right there.
Isn't Nuke such a
Oh,
stud?
it's great. It's great. Oh.
Bet
Save
y'all
that,
wish
we'll save
y'all-
that one for later.
Got my
But
peckers pressing against my zipper right now.
Bet y'all wish y'all had Drake London.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next up, the first place Seattle Seahawks.
Hell yeah, baby.
It's
Go
the end
Pete.
of October, and the
Woo!
Seahawks are in first place without Russ.
I don't know
Go
who.
Could have seen
Pete!
that coming. Geno Smith playing
Hey,
like
put
a
some
Pro
respect
Bowler.
on Pete Carroll's name. Both of
100%.
Both
Yeah.
of y'all.
You're right.
I gave Pete his credit coming this year. Both of y'all did not like
100%.
Pete. Y'all were taking the Kevin Stefanskis and
Yep.
Frank Reichs.
Gotta go with old reliable.
Mike
guy.
Reich.
Hey,
Mike
Mike
Reich.
Reich.
I did put Brian Dable in there, though, before the season.
Okay, that was good. But Pete Carroll, he's the
Pete Carroll's
Order-
great.
he's the ultimate
Reliable,
player
bro.
coach.
He is.
Come on now.
And there's a multitude of reasons why the Seahawks are playing right now, but it starts with Pete Carroll. Like
And they're drafting.
well,
Yes.
Their
Great
drafting is
class.
incredible.
Great class.
This draft class honestly could give Pete Carroll a second stint
It's like in life.
Good.
of making something actually happen.
If they get a quarterback, or maybe Geno becomes a Pro Bowl level quarterback for the rest of his
Yeah.
career. I mean, he's played like it.
I mean,
we'll
right
see.
now,
I mean-
Geno's 7th in yards, tied for 6th in touchdowns, tied for 3rd in picks with only 3 thrown, 4th in QBR.
Pro Bowl
They
Gio.
seem like
he's third in QBR.
they seem like they have
Jesus.
a superstar at running back.
And
They
he's
got
also,
2 great
he
receivers.
also leads the NFL in completion percentage,
Yeah.
and he's third in QBR behind Mahomes and Allen.
Pro Bowl.
That's the
Two
best
best.
story in the whole league.
It
No
is.
doubt is Geno Smith.
Good for
But
fucking Geno.
when is the last? This draft class is looking like. Is he frozen?
Yeah, it's happened a time or two.
Yeah, yeah.
This draft class
up?
though is looking like one of the best draft classes in recent memory. They have 3 offensive starters and 3 defensive starters, with the 4 offensive being Charles Cross. He's going to be an All-Pro,
Awesome. Incredible.
10-year left tackle.
Who's the other tackle?
Abraham Lucas, who's
that
an
the other
absolute
tackle?
mauler. Yes, the
Okay.
right tackle. He's been a beast all
Yep.
year, and these two have just by themselves made this O-line an actually pretty damn good offensive
Yep.
line. You throw in Kenneth Walker, who has the speed.
It's in.
There's none in there. He has the speed, the elusiveness, the home run
on.
speed.
Y'all have
Kenneth, and people forget about like when Rashad Penny went
You
down.
got it.
There were like
I don't have any in. I got these.
and Kenneth Walker though, and I'm not just jerking him because he's on my fantasy team, maybe a little bit. But
think you are.
dude, I might be a little bit. But dude, if you go look at his yards after contact, I don't know if it was this past, but 2 weeks ago he had like 98 rush yards. Like 74 of them were after contact. Like
He's
the
a
eye
stud.
test does not lie. Like if you
Hey,
go watch this
We're gonna
guy
get to
play,
Kenneth Walker.
like
We got
he's
Kenneth
an
Walker.
We got
he's
Kenneth
a
Walker
fucking
coming up.
We got
dog.
Kenneth Walker talk later.
And then you throw in Tariq Woolen though. I mean, he's 6'4".
He's a stud.
Runs a 4.3. He looks like he's going to be a Pro Bowl corner for the foreseeable future. And they got Kobe Bryant, who's a good cornerback, and then that boy, Mafi guy. I mean, if those two guys right there, those last two continue to develop on defense, like this draft class really has a chance to be even better than that 2012 draft class that they had, with Sherman and Bruce Irving and all them. That was obviously great.
Well, on the other side of this thing, you're also just looking at how great they are set up for the future with that Russell Wilson trade.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
they're doing a lot
This
better.
could not have worked out any better for the Seahawks.
Yeah,
No one saw
especially
this
because
shit
Russell
coming.
Wilson.
No.
was
Nobody.
awful.
We thought they were going to be competing for the 1 pick.
Yep. I mean, what was their win total at 4.5?
It was low. It was damn low.
I mean, it's pretty fucking ridiculous. Now, their next 3 games, though, they have some tougher teams. They go Giants, at Cardinals, at Bucs, and their next game after that's the Raiders.
They also might be playing most
So-
of those games without DK.
Yeah.
I mean, let me ask you all this. Do y'all think that the Seahawks are going to win this division?
No. I think San Francisco's going to win the division.
I mean,
They're
I
first
wouldn't
right
put my
now.
money on them.
could be.
But at this
It'll
point,
be
it wouldn't
close.
shock me.
I think the Niners are going to go on a run here. Then they're going to rip off like 7 out of their next
Jimmy
8.
G's going to have to look a lot better.
Is
Well,
he, though?
I mean,
They win when he doesn't look
yeah,
that good.
I don't think.
That's also
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
But yeah,
if they're not playing the Chiefs, they
Yeah.
can win with him
Yeah.
being bad. Like,
Yeah.
He can be very mid, and they'll
most
win a
games
lot
will
of
be all
games.
right.
Cole, you got any Zins on you?
Nope.
Just burger.
I don't know. Get a cig, huh? Huh, pussy? Get a cig.
When's the last time you had a cigarette?
I don't know.
You don't know? I think now's the time
Yeah,
to know.
it sounds
you
like
don't-
you're, it sounds like you're kind of fiending over there.
It sounds like
I'm
you got to
go-
put a
I-
stamp on it, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll get you started.
no.
Well, I'm going to get one for myself anyway. But, all right. Seahawks, we got the Seahawks. Dylan, got anything to add on the Hawks?
No, DK, get healthy, man. We need you. Everybody needs you. Praying for you. Cheers, DK.
Great story.
Go Seahawks. Go
Yeah.
Pete.
Go Hawks.
Yeah, I'm a Hawk fan.
He's got a new life. All right, next up,
He's got a new laugh.
Raiders kick the shit out of the Texans. They've looked a lot better these last couple weeks.
The Las Vegas Raiders are making the playoffs this year.
All right, that's where we're going.
Are they?
They are.
That's a hot take, man.
Give me that.
That is a
letter.
hot take.
Give me your
This
reasons.
team's ready to roll.
The thing is, the team never looked like truly bad. I mean, all their
All
losses.
4 losses were combined by what, like 12 points?
Yeah, I mean, they lost
like,
by 5 to the Chargers, OT to the Cardinals, 2 to the Titans, 1 to they should have won the Chiefs game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they've barely. I mean, all of their games they've lost. They've
They're a
been
good
right there.
team. The offense now with the running
let-
game is insane.
Let's take a peek at their schedule right here, real quick.
They got the Saints this
They're
week.
2-4 right now. I'd say they beat the Saints. 3-4.
Yep.
Jags.
Dub.
4-4.
4-4. Colts.
5-4.
5-4. Broncos.
Dub.
6-4. Seahawks.
Dub.
7-4. Chargers.
They'll split
No.
the Chargers.
Chargers beat them week 1, so
Oh,
you give them a
yeah,
dub.
yeah.
Let's
Give 'em a
say let's
dub.
just say 7-5 because that makes them win like 5
Rams.
games in a row.
I was about-
I'd take dub.
Yeah.
Pats.
Probably dub.
Steelers.
So wait,
Probably
hold
done.
on.
Because what are they going to lose? Like,
Hold
one-
on.
I mean, their schedule's
And then
easy.
Niners.
Yeah, I was going to
Chiefs
say,
are last
Luke,
two.
right now you guys have them winning like 8 out of their next 9 games.
I mean, the schedule lines
The schedule
up.
lines
Schedule
up.
plays
And
very
if there is a
favorably.
team that could go on a run, like we know the talent's there
100%.
for Vegas, and like you said, they've barely all these games they've lost. They've been competitive. They should have beat the Chiefs.
Well, they were up 20 points on the Cardinals in
Yeah.
the second half too, like, and they lost the game. Like they
I mean,
should
yeah,
be
if-
4-2
if
right
there's
now.
one team that's out of the hunt right now that could squeak in,
I
it's
think
gonna
they
be
make.
these
I think they
Raiders.
make the playoffs this year, 100%.
I would-
I didn't know their
actually-
schedule was
What
that
are their
easy.
What are their odds right now to make the playoffs?
That's a good
Cole, I
explanation.
might have another $100 bet coming.
Hey, that Eagles, that isn't a lock.
I know. I'm kind of scared
not a
right
lot.
now. We got the Cowboys and the
Yeah,
Giants
they're
nipping
both
at the
breathing
heels.
down their neck.
What's your account?
One sec. I'm looking at to make
The
the playoffs
website?
right
Yeah,
It's
now.
easybets.vip.
Shameless
Easy
shameless
and
plug.
bets.
Raiders to make the playoffs right now is plus 200.
That's it.
Oh wow, so Vegas likes them to get in the playoffs
Yeah.
based on their
That's
current
The
record.
schedule plays out pretty favorably.
I mean, they're a good team.
I mean, they're
They're
third.
a very
their
good
offense
team.
Is still they're third in points per game and 7th in yards per play.
Yeah,
So
I
their
like them
offense
more
is
than the
good.
Chargers. I hate what the
I do
Chargers
too.
are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too,
Like
yeah.
the Chargers.
Staley's gone after this
He
year.
better.
He's
go.
No
awful.
doubt.
I mean,
He's got to be gone.
But yeah, they
We're
yeah, they, I
playoff
mean, the
odds.
fact if they're 2-4 right now, and if Vegas has them
win?
at plus 200, then Vegas thinks they got a good shot making the playoffs. I would not be shocked one bit if they end up sneaking in the playoffs.
I didn't know their schedule was that.
I think honestly, I think if there's one team to start betting on heavy right now, it's the Raiders because you know they're in that mode right now. They know they're down, and they know they have the talent. I think the Raiders are going to start kicking ass going.
I do too. Well, they found something with the running game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they have their identity now.
And let's
pound
not
that
forget,
football.
Waller's going to come back.
Yep.
The O-line's starting to play better. They still got Renfro.
Cole,
And then they got Devontae.
you don't have playoff odds on your book.
Well, I don't make the damn website, kid.
Well, do something about it. Tell Turnbow to get it together.
Let me talk to my executives and figure it out.
You tell Boss Man.
Yeah,
to
that
get it
that
rolling
exec
here.
meeting needs to have that in there pronto.
You have to bet it on Vaso's book.
I'll talk to Voss.
Then Cheek's gonna beat my ass.
Cheek's gonna beat your ass if you don't pay him
Yeah.
fucking below the bubble.
Did he say anything to you last week?
No, I brought it up.
Oh, you did? What did he say?
He didn't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I don't know.
Cheek's on the exact same website. He doesn't have it either. You bastard.
I just brought it up because I was like, this is gonna be hanging over her head. I want to talk about it.
Get out of the way.
Guilty
Yeah, Raiders playoff push looks good right now. All right, and then to finish up, we the veteran quarterbacks this year not looking too hot in terms of Brady, Rodgers, Matt Ryan. He's done. For
He's
the year.
already done.
Put a bow on that one. Probably
Yeah.
for his career.
Yeah.
He's
Staff-
probably
Matt Ryan.
done.
I mean,
R.I.P.
Whoa.
Matt. Been a good ride.
You did well.
I mean, the staff attack ain't looking good at all. How many of these guys do you think are like done?
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan's done.
Ryan.
Yeah, Matt
definitely
Ryan's
done.
He's done.
That's official.
Who else did you say?
Well, Brady, Rodgers,
I don't think
Stafford.
Brady's
None
done.
of those three are done.
But I think this is also. I think we're kind of looking at like the new era, right? It's
Yeah.
like I think we're finally at a point to where these older guys have been kind of raiding the quarterback position for a long time, and we're now starting to see
It's
like,
Mahomes, Allen, Burrow.
Yeah, there's
the top
there's
three.
new kids on the block. Like these
Yep.
old guys are old news.
I think that
Yeah,
top
and
three is pretty locked
I
in,
think
too.
it's-
I don't see it changing
yeah,
at all. in the next
I
10
agree.
years.
I don't even think this is really like a conversation. Really, I think that this is already
They're not
established.
done. Like they're
They're
gonna
not
be
done,
good,
but they're not. They're not like
No.
when you look at the face of the league, like the top guys in the league. These aren't the guys anymore.
I guess the big
No.
thing I wonder, like, because Brady, I feel like is the only one who like could actually seriously retire after this year, and it's like, even like if
Roger.
Matt Ryan could retire.
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's definitely done.
yeah,
But
Matt,
like
yeah.
in terms of like Brady,
I don't
like,
know what
let's-
Matt's next move would be.
Like-
Backup quarterback. Like
Yeah, I
he's
don't
not
know.
starting anywhere.
Like let's say the Bucs like they stay the course they're on right now and they miss the if they do miss the playoffs.
oh,
let's
he's
say they do.
retired. If they miss the playoffs, he's gonna retire.
Yeah, what's the point? But then you just gave up your marriage for one shitty season. I mean, that blows.
Yeah, it's not great.
That marriage definitely had some problems.
Have y'all
though,
seen
I
before
think
the
they were
shit
having
that-
issues.
Have y'all seen the shit that Antonio Brown's posted?
Yeah, dude, that's out of pocket.
That guy's
That's-
lost his
Antonio
mind.
Brown is.
That guy's a giant dickhead. Like
Yeah.
We need
was
to
the only
put
reason
him
he
and
had-
Kanye in a room. and just
Antonio
let
Brown's
him
been a
fight.
dickhead.
Jesus.
Like, that's,
I mean,
that's nothing.
Brady
new.
gave him like 2 jobs, let him live in his house when he got to Tampa.
Antonio
and-
Brown is obviously delusional as fuck and just trying to get spotlight back on him.
Hey, he dropped a pretty.
He's
he
a
dropped
piece
it,
of
dropped,
shit.
And
he
what-
might be a piece of shit, but dropped a pretty fire song.
Antonio, because he's also probably paying.
What'd you
for-
say?
Antonio
did
Brown
drop
dropped
a
a
song.
song, bro.
Oh,
Did
thank
he? Oh,
God.
I mean,
Yeah.
Antonio Brown probably
Maybe
also
booming.
has some of the best producers and sound engineers on.
Yeah,
that
you know
song.
Khaled's up in that,
Yeah.
up in there making some
Yeah,
beats for
yeah.
him.
Esco, Metro, whoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Antonio Brown's a fucking piece of shit, no doubt about
Yeah,
it.
he sucks.
All right, that wraps up our Week 7 just regular game topics. Now we move on to fantasy football after Week 7.
Yeah, baby.
Yep.
First up, we got to talk about
Real important stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is Kenneth Walker a league winner? Question mark. He's got 21 for 97 in a tub and 23 for 168 in 2 tubs in 2 games as a starter. Cole's
Is-
hard over here.
Go,
So.
Cole.
hard as a
Cole's
rock.
corked up.
As a rock. I mean, guys, like, can we really say he's not a league winner? Like, can any of y'all disagree that he's not? First of all,
Saying a league winner, you can't definitively say.
the definition
I
of a
think you
league
could
winner
say it.
is
Could he be? Of course.
no, he is. The definition of a league winner is a guy that you invest no capital in that ends up being a rock solid player. That's what a league winner is.
Then
Just
yes.
drop
If
for
that's
him.
the definition, then 100%.
It's not a guy that you draft in the first
Yes.
round. It's a beat.
If that's the
it's a- yeah.
definition we go
It's
with,
a guy that you
100%.
pick up off
It's a
the
mid-season
wire.
league winner, guy off
Yes.
the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. We always see these guys like week 8, week 9, those Jeremy Hills.
Remember when I
those
won the
Justin
league, though,
Forsett.
right?
1 year? I do remember that 1 year. Yeah.
League winners.
League winners. Hey,
Dang it,
hey,
I
you know how it's done.
Hey, who'd you drop for Kenneth
I'll
Walker?
I'll give you that because I have a jacket and they don't. But yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus, who'd you drop for Kenneth Walker?
Where's your jacket?
I
I've
don't
never
even
seen this
remember.
jacket. It's because
it was someone shitty.
I got 3 rings.
Do you know who I
I
dropped?
got my
for?
tin
Not a
full of
clue.
rings in the
Oh,
closet.
Real
so it
cheap,
might have been
man.
like
I had Kenneth Walker at the very beginning of the season.
I had him
I
for a
don't
week,
know who
let
I
him
dropped.
go.
There was someone shit though. It was
Yeah.
someone
I
that wasn't
drafted
worth
him and then
shit.
dropped him after week 1.
But yeah, Kenneth, he's
I
definitely a league
think he's a
winner. I
league
mean,
winner.
with a league winner too, it's a guy like we said that you either add off the waiver wire mid-season or you trade a fucking defense for
Yeah.
something. They end up being like a top 10 player at their position. And with Kenneth Walker, I mean, the volume's there, the talent's there. He's in an offense that's going to put him in favorable situations. The Seahawks O-line looks pretty damn good now. The offense is going to be in plenty of scoring opportunities. And now the fact, too, that DK's out, they don't have their red zone guy. They are going to actually truly rely on Kenneth Walker in the red zone. He's averaged 22 yards per carry since he's been the starter in the past 2 weeks. And like I said earlier, the eye test does not lie. This guy is a bona fide stud.
He was a stud.
That's
in
why coming out of Michigan State,
like,
yeah,
the guy was a beast.
I mean, it was
in
Brees Hall,
college.
and then it was this guy,
Yep.
and we already know.
And they're both beasts.
They're both dogs.
Yeah. Sorry,
Um,
Dylan.
I don't think there's
Fuck
any
you.
world to where I would love to see a world to where someone would want to disagree and say he's
I'm not disagreeing with you, but
Well, okay.
I would like to see the argument
with
for
the
that.
definition that you provided. You can't argue that.
you can't.
I feel that's what a league winner is. Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
mid-season
It's not
I
some.
agree.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
not a guy.
Waivers.
It's not like a league winner's not saying, "Oh, I drafted Jonathan Taylor last year," and he. No, it's
It's
a.
a
Well, it's not
waiver
saying I
wire
have
pickup.
Kenneth
It's
Walker
a-
on my team. I'm
yeah.
winning the league.
It's- no,
it depends,
it's
obviously,
a-
on the rest of your
it's
team.
a guy
but-
that the definition of it is a guy that you give up. You lose nothing to get him. You lose no capital. You
It's
give
a
up
waiver wire pickup
Yeah.
mid-season.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all.
or a trade that or you trade some shit stain for him and he turns out
now
to get
I
lost.
do. Cole,
Like
you
Josh
mentioned-
Jacobs, if could have been a league winner if someone traded you like some shithead for him week 4. That
I mean,
that
I
could be a league
drafted
winner.
Josh Jacobs for $14.
Coach
Yeah,
got
so
some
he-
for us.
Yeah.
Coach got some
Well,
for us.
it's a random. You can keep going.
What's that,
It's a
coach?
random question, but I heard him mention DK Metcalf, and I just had a few questions for you guys. We saw a lot of injuries this past week.
Yeah, we're analysts. We can hook
Yeah,
you
yeah,
up.
we saw a lot of
Pros.
injuries this
Experts.
Yep, injuries this past week. You know, DK, Brees Hall. What would you guys tell fantasy owners of guys like that to do for the next weeks? While those guys are down bad.
You know, if I knew someone that lost DK Metcalf and Brees Hall, I would probably tell them. I would say, hey,
Hold on tight.
If you got maybe
Hopefully you're 5-2.
if
or
you got
6-1.
maybe a stud at a position, let's say receiver for example,
Sure.
you got a few really solid players. I would say take one of those receivers maybe and go replenish them with maybe an RB1, maybe add another wide receiver 2, another piece here, and get a 1-for-3 type of deal to make up for those losses that you had. That's what I
That's
would
what you're telling the
personally say in my
people,
opinion.
that are listening in right now.
Yep,
I
yeah.
concur.
Yeah, that's what I would
Nice.
say.
That was-
So just for example, like if let's say you had DK Metcalf and Brees Hall. I don't know anyone that would if you do.
I mean, they're two great
Sorry.
players. I don't know why.
Two
people
great
would
players.
not.
That would suck for a manager that would have that happen. But if I knew a manager that had that happen, I would say, like let's say for example, you had like Tyreek Hill on your team,
Sure.
right? I would say maybe go find an owner that has like Lenny,
You're
Coop,
such a fucker.
and maybe one other piece, something like that, and be like, go find that guy and make a
So
trade
it'd have
with
to
him
you. So you would.
replenish your team to
But
falter those losses.
If,
That's
yeah,
my
if
opinion.
someone
though.
did have
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, they'd have to get a load for him. Like it would have to be an RB1.
a load.
Yeah, a full-blown
full-blown
load.
Big
Like
old
you've been
load.
jacked off in like 2 months
Yeah.
load type
All
of
right,
deal. with
that's
that
my
one
only-
Water
Yeah,
hose.
sorry,
time.
Yeah,
sorry,
water- yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. That was
Water hose has been pressurized for like a week
Yeah.
and put the knot in the
a
tube
big one.
and then
Yeah,
let it
it's
just
a big one. Yeah, I
blow
was just
everywhere.
Luke. If you have anything to add, I'd be happy to hear it. YouTube, Brophy. But I was just curious as to what you got.
I mean, that's a good package. Lenny. Who else you say?
Coop
Mark Cooper.
and then like Terry McLaurin maybe something like that.
All for Tyreek.
I'm just
That is a
Yeah,
really
that, no,
good-
that's a,
I'm,
yeah, that's
I'm,
a,
I'm
that's,
just
that's-
spitballing here.
Yeah, that's a,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah,
Tyreek's a good player.
yeah. Tyreek is a great
Yeah.
player.
So
I honestly
but
don't
it-
know a team that could top that. Honestly.
Yeah, but I'm saying if
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, if an owner
Hypothetically.
if an owner
Hypothetically. I don't think-
if
I-
an owner
I
lost
don't think a team could top that.
2 calibers of Brees and DK, you would have to make up for it, right? Because that's a good it's an integral part of your team.
Whoa! DK is coming
DK is
back.
coming back.
But he's gonna be out for at
DK
least
Yeah,
3 or
he's
4 weeks.
questionable this
DK
week. Probably
wants to
2
play
weeks.
this week. I bet he's out a
He
week.
didn't get bone damage. That's what they reported that.
Probably
The-
2 weeks.
The X-rays came back good.
So
It's
he's
looking
coming
good.
back. So you're
But-
looking for more running back help.
But regardless, yes. And so Brees Hall was your RB1.
I think
right?
I think a more
Brees Hall was my
tangible
RB1.
trade
If-
for
if-
Dylan.
hypothetical.
I think a more tangible trade for a team that lost Brees Hall and DK
Okay,
Metcalf.
let me take DK.
Especially on a team that let's just say has running backs like
You're gonna steal my thunder, huh?
fat Zeke, And a Miles Sanders who's, quality, can get touchdowns, can get rushing yards, but can also drop 4 points. You need to double down on some running backs.
Sure.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
Run for that hypothetical team, running backs are weak.
Yeah, no, the
I
running
think
backs
more
are-
of a team,
running
maybe
backs are
target
weak.
a team that has like
Hypothetically,
Lenny and Kenneth Walker.
running backs are weak.
And get
Hypothetically, that
two
team's-
great running backs for that amazing receiver.
See, okay, I do
that you
agree.
have.
Hypothetically,
That makes sense.
if you could get those two from an owner, I would say pull the trigger, man.
Hypothetically.
Go get that league winner. Go get Lenny. Done deal. SSD signed, so deliver. First one on the podcast. Trademark. But I don't
Is
know.
that the first science he'll deliver?
That was the first SS double.
You're
SD.
welcome. Yeah, I gave you a double.
I'm glad
I
we
gave
got
you
that
the
monkey
first
off our
double
back.
SD right there.
That's what we've been missing.
But I don't know if you're in a league with bozos or chumps or whatever. But if you could do that, go for it, man. Shoot for the stars.
Cole,
Bust your
but Cole,
load.
think about
but I
that.
don't know if it's going to happen.
What if
though.
that team that has Lenny and Kenneth Walker also has other great running backs? Like let's say Kamara and like a really good RB2
Yeah.
and Mustard.
So I think
You don't really
think
need those running backs at that point.
I just don't think if I'm an owner of that team, I give up that much talent for the 2-for-1
if you
swap.
were
You're
the
giving up
Tyreek is
a
great.
260-pound fat running back and a potential
But
league
that
winner
fat running back
for a bona
catches a lot of
fide
balls, though.
stud. Does he?
You know,
Caught two
it-
passes this
Brophy,
week?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get us that off track. I just had a question hypothetically. First.
But this,
No,
this,
it's
is,
all
this is good though
hypotheticals.
for all of our fantasy guys out
Yeah,
here
no,
watching.
seriously, yeah.
Absolutely.
If they
It is
have,
good.
if they have these
If-
All right.
guys on their team.
Okay.
If they're in this specific situation.
Very, very specific, very slim pickings to the 0.1% of fantasy owners. Watch
right.
some guy comment, I just made this trade in my league,
I have Kenneth Walker and Lenny.
and I want Tyreek.
And this guy has DK and Brees.
Jesus.
Well, I'm buying a lottery ticket.
yeah, there you go.
All right.
You should, or whatever. Yeah. All right.
Let's move on.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
All right.
People are asking.
What are the people asking, bro?
Are they whispering about this one?
Is Josh Jacobs an
Oh.
RB1?
Ooh.
I heard the
34.5, 30.3, 36.5
Oh,
PPR
baby.
points his last three. This tailors to one
Woo!
guy
Damn.
in particular.
I'm going to say my piece, and then I'm going to combat my own piece against your piece.
Wow, that's a
I don't know
lot.
what
Of
that
that's
means,
a
Yeah.
lot.
but go for
That's
it.
real deep shit,
I don't
dude.
know what the hell that means, but
No,
hit it.
Josh Jacobs definitely has a legitimate chance to be the RB1. I mean, he's second. He's fourth in ESPN right now, PPR for total, but in average, he's second right now. So he's technically the second best RB in PPR
because he has
formats.
bye. Yeah.
And he's in a contract year. He's gotten 4+ targets in the last 4 games. He's had 140+ rushing yards, at least 1+ rushing touchdown in the last 3 weeks. Derrick Henry, the last guy to do that in 2019. Beyond that, there's only been 8 other guys since the merger that have produced that. So, I mean,
the merger?
since the merger,
Son of a bitch.
the only real
Sounds like a
argument,
good running back having fantasy.
the only real argument I would say is
all
that
you lucky
be.
Josh
he-
Jacob owners
he
out
does
there.
he does have the
Good job.
second hardest
Yeah, I don't know
ROS remaining strength of schedule.
That's nice.
It's smart on
That-
you
Wow.
for fantasy running backs left this season.
Hey, he? We just went through the schedule, right?
Yeah,
Didn't we say they're gonna win like 7 of the next 9?
but we're strictly looking at opposing defenses points allowed against running backs.
game script, pal.
Game
script.
Game script doesn't negate stats, bud.
Yes, it does. When you're up in a game and you run,
Pass.
halfback screen, run.
Buddy.
That's
You-
when it matters.
You could throw all this fairy dust in there, whatever the fuck you want to do. All right, pull out your bib. But I'm looking at cold, hard Coors Light facts.
We
here,
just
okay?
went through the schedule. Who am I worried about?
I like the schedule.
Who am I worried
I like the
about?
schedule, but I'm looking at strictly opposing defenses points allowed per game to running backs. And he has the second hardest left in the league.
That's
So
great.
you can put on your cape and
I don't
say the
care.
schedule is all nice and juicy and supreme like but
a windy.
All right,
bacon,
okay.
dude.
Let's start.
that's right, Dylan. But but the numbers don't
good
lie.
analogy. Okay,
could have said better
Let's
myself.
go through this. Okay, New Orleans. Will the Raiders probably be up in this game and run the football?
No, we're not going to go down this rabbit hole.
I'm just
No.
asking.
We don't
No,
need to
I'm
take
gonna go
this
quick.
much
I'm gonna go
time.
quick.
No,
I'm
we
gonna go
don't-
quick.
no,
Okay, I'm gonna go quick. Jacksonville the next
he's
week.
doing
They're
it.
gonna kill him. The Colts with Sam Ellinger. Yeah, they're gonna kill him.
You don't know
Denver.
that. Those teams have good defenses.
Denver. Last
Colts
time he played
blow,
Denver,
Colts.
he had
Another very
four-
good
He had
defense.
144 yards and
does
2
kill Denver.
touchdowns
He does
in
kill
Week
Denver.
4 against Denver. We'll be okay there. Seattle. Who do they have after that? The Chargers, horrible run defense. The Rams, New England, Steelers.
None of those are screaming bad matchups.
No, they don't.
No, the only matchup that you just named that has a actual, and we're not just talking like defense game. I'm talking the strength of opposing running back schedule. So how many points do these teams allow to the opposing team's running back in fantasy formats? That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking like game script and all that. Even though you do have a point there, I'm stating this fact here, and I'm not arguing it because it's a fact. So put on your cape and go fly through the bright lights of Dallas or whatever the fuck you want to do.
I'm gonna go slide down my rainbows.
Or Vegas, where Josh Jacobs lives.
I will.
But so you think he's gonna be RB1, huh?
No, I mean that's a bold That's a bold statement.
He's second right now, bitch. You better.
Okay.
Will
he be RB1?
Go back on your word now.
I never
better
said
not
it.
go back
I never
now.
said it. I didn't say
We're sliding
anything.
down rainbows.
No.
Colts,
That's right. I'm butt ass
Chargers,
naked sliding down rainbows.
Broncos, 140 to touch.
No, that wasn't my point. I never made any claims to be RB1. I just said your strength of schedule argument is null. Not null.
Well, if that argument's null, then you
It's
should.
not null.
Then you
It's
should.
not very good.
You should have full confidence he's RB1.
The only
He's
reason
second right now.
The only reason I'm not going to say confident he's going to be RB1
because
because there's a man named Saquon Barkley who's a stud.
Saquon's not even one right now.
Yes, he is.
It's
No,
Austin
he's two.
Eckler.
Easy.
Oh, well, actually,
Austin
yeah, you're
Eckler,
right. Actually,
motherfucker.
you're right. Actually, Eckler will probably be RB1. The man's on pace for 130 catches this year.
And he's getting tough
He's
every
averaging
week.
34 points a game.
See, so I can't say
Jacobs is
Jacobs
averaging
can.
a lot too, though.
He's averaging like 24.
Well, ever since they started giving him the ball like they had the last 3 weeks, it's been ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
tough to hear.
let's go out of
They
the,
have
let's go
found
out
their
of the top
identity.
spot.
Yeah.
Will Josh Jacobs be a top 5 running back the rest of the year?
Yes.
100%. Barring injury.
100%.
100%.
100.
Well, this is
100.
no.
I
mean,
don't know
this
if I'd say 100%.
100 means
I'm
you're
saying, okay.
very positive, no doubt.
90, 98.
No, that
I'll
means,
say
like,
98%.
there's not a possibility
for top,
it doesn't happen.
I'm
It's not
saying
even, like,
I
no-
said barring injury, 100%. It's
I
the
don't-
only reason I don't think he does
I don't
it.
think you could say that.
I mean, like, what else happens?
I'd say 90%.
Yeah, I'll
but-
go- I'll
Okay,
give you-
let's
I'll
just
give
say
you 90.
okay. Let's just say 95. Who cares?
I
Doesn't
don't
really
think you
matter.
could even say 95.
What do you want to say?
Say like
Are we gonna
70,
do? Are we gonna do a
70.
percentage argument
Hey,
again?
No, you don't believe.
Are we doing a
70%.
percentage argument
this
again?
schedule bullshit.
You don't
All right,
believe
just-
70%. Okay.
I
All right.
do. Top 5's a big deal.
Yeah,
He's
but-
2
So
right
cool,
now,
cool.
Yeah.
and he's had a 8-point game, a 9-point game, and a 14-point game.
Well, that could happen again. He's not guaranteed to put 30 points every game.
I mean, the last 3 weeks he's had 28, 21, and 20 carries. The first 3 weeks
But do you
combined,
realize
he had 34 carries.
95%? That is saying that this will
43.
most likely happen. Okay, no, we're not going to go this.
All right,
No, most likely.
Next up,
Probably.
Been there, done that. Check that one off. Move on. What's the next topic, Brophy?
all right. People are asking,
What are the people asking, huh? Hit us.
is DJ Moore back? 10 targets,
No.
7 catch for 69 yards in
No.
a tub. Is he
No.
back?
Not at all.
Is he a locked-in wide receiver too?
No.
Move
No.
on. No.
No, because when
DJ
people
Moore blows.
if people like
He doesn't blow as a player.
he doesn't blow as a player, but when people think is DJ Moore back, the ideal state of DJ Moore being what he is a high-end wide receiver 2 or a low-end wide receiver 1. And yes, he had a good game last week, but the biggest thing here is looking at PJ Walker, and PJ Walker has started 9 games in which DJ Moore has played with him. In those 9 games, DJ Moore has averaged 4.8 receptions, 9.3 targets, 71.8 yards, and 0.1 touchdowns, 1 total touchdown in those 9 games. So roughly about 12 points per game in PPR formats, which right now in this current fantasy year would put him around the wide receiver 30. So if you want to say is DJ Moore back as a flex play, sure.
Yeah.
We'll put him in a
Yeah.
flex play. But the days of
I don't even know if I'd be confident.
But-
I'm not confident playing him.
but DJ Moore is a high end wide receiver 2, low end wide receiver 1.
Hell
No, those
Until
are-
they get a
those
good
are-
Forget
QB
about
in
it.
there,
Those are
yeah,
not.
forget about it. We'll sign that one off. But
If he's
if
my
you wanna say
flex,
he's a-
I'm concerned.
if you want to say he can be, yeah, because even wide receiver 30 is not that good.
No.
no.
So if you want to say he's a low end flex, sure, I can believe that.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah,
So is Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
Like, so
I don't know about that, but
Paris Campbell's been real good the last couple weeks.
let's relax.
Let's-
I'd
we're
still
not
have
hopping
DJ
on the
Moore versus
Paris
Paris Campbell.
I'd rather have Paris Campbell.
I'd rather have DJ Moore.
Actually, well, Sam Ellinger's starting now, so I don't know.
I don't
Paris
know.
Campbell's been great the last couple.
Sam
weeks,
Ellinger's a
though.
Texas boy.
He has been
We
good.
kind of just saw the same story with Curtis Samuel, though, right? Same kind of player, Ohio State.
I think they are the exact same player.
And Curtis Samuel has Sam Ellinger thrown, or not Curtis.
Heineke.
Paris.
I think he's good.
Paris has Sam Ellinger throwing the ball.
Well, that's
Hold on, I want to ask this too. What is Sam Ellinger? Is he going to have any success in the league?
Yeah, I think
If they
so.
have him run
You
the
think
ball,
he is actually?
I think he's going to be good.
You watched him at Texas.
No, okay.
What's going to happen?
Frank Reich loves
Mike Reich.
RPOs. Mike Reich, sorry. Loves RPOs.
It's Frank,
Sam
not
Ellinger,
Mike.
all he did in
No, it's
college,
Mike, not Frank.
all he did in college was RPOs. Like, this offense is going to be completely RPO, run the ball, clock management type of team, like type of game. And I mean, in every preseason game, he's been good. Like, he doesn't throw many picks. He has like one or
You know
two
who else has been
touchdowns.
good in preseason?
Dak Prescott.
A lot of shitty quarterbacks.
Daniel
true.
Jones.
I'm just saying, like, with the team constructed, if they run RPOs, they have arguably the best running back in the league. Big emphasis on arguably. But, like, good running game. Like, I think he could be good. I think he's going to get a ton of goal line work. He's going to score a lot of rushing touchdowns. I mean, 18-wheeler package, saw it
But
in
isn't
Texas.
every team just going to say, okay, we're going to load up the box and make Sam Ellinger beat us man coverage 1v1?
The thing is, it depends if they have
Possibly.
an offense already ready
And
to
how
roll.
is he going to? He couldn't do that at Texas.
Yeah, he could. A little bit. We beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl.
How much of
Oh,
that
was that the
his throwing
Sam Ellinger we're
abilities?
back game?
He had some decent games.
I mean, to be fair, if they have an
unfortunately.
And
offense,
outside of Michael Pittman, it's not like anyone's really helping him out that much out there.
Paris Campbell.
the thing is,
Mo
I
Alley
Just
definitely,
Cox.
brought it up.
I
Mo
definitely
Alley
think
Cox?
for the first like three
Yeah.
games, I think it's gonna work out well. And
I think it's going to be like a
competitive.
Taysom Hill style offense.
He's not as fast as Taysom Hill, though. He's a thick
Yeah,
boy.
but he's
Taysom Hill's pretty
pretty
thick.
athletic.
Taysom Hill's
Sam
like
Ellinger's
fast.
he's pretty athletic.
I'm not saying he's Taysom Hill. I'm just saying style of offense.
Sam Ellinger's
I want to see how he throws a pigskin. I want to see
What's
how he
Sam
throws a pigskin,
Ellinger's ceiling as an NFL quarterback?
Jalen Hurts.
That's a
That's
pretty
his
high
ceiling.
ceiling.
It's good for him.
That's top, like, best.
What's
case
his
scenario.
floor?
Tebow.
Out of the
Yeah,
league.
like,
in-
I don't know.
Tebow won a playoff
too.
game.
Yeah,
I
out
think his
of the
floor's
league in
lower
2
than
years.
Tebow.
Taysom Hill at
Tebow
quarterback.
was pretty
Tebow
bad.
won a playoff game, though.
Tebow's offense scored like 11
He
points
won
a
a
game.
playoff game.
He threw
Hey.
a slant route.
Hey,
He won a playoff
I
game.
can throw a slant route.
He won a playoff game.
I think
This
it's
is stupid, though.
I think,
What's-
what do you think? His floor? What Taysom Hill as quarterback?
No, I
No,
think his
I think he
floor's
could definitely be
lower than
worse
that,
than
yeah.
Taysom.
Taysom was so bad in that Cowboys game.
Yeah, but Taysom can lay the wood.
I don't think Taysom can actually run and hit.
Yeah,
Like,
Ellinger can
Yeah,
run
Ellinger
for
can
like
run.
chunks.
Taysom can lay the
Taysom can
wood.
go for 50 though. Ellinger can go for like. Actually, Ellinger had like a 40-yard rushing touchdown in the preseason. I think.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
We were all wrong.
How about them apples?
What was his 40 time?
Probably like 4 or 6.
Hey, 40 time doesn't
4.
matter. Same, different
I
in game
don't-
speed.
Dude,
I bet it was
4
no.
6.
I know it was probably 4 4-9.
Hey.
Taysom's his
He's
problem.
a chunk monster,
Dude,
but he can run.
chunk monster. Taysom's is probably 4-4.
Taysom's fast.
I don't think it's a 4-4. I don't think it's 4-4.
Yeah, that's fat.
Taysom,
He's probably
4.5 or 4.6.
Taysom's got some breakaway speed, though.
Sam Ellinger's 40-yard dash was a 4.84.
Yeah, that's a,
Game speed's different. Game speed's different.
that's right.
We'll
That's
tell
right.
ourselves
He's a primetime
that. We'll
player.
Tell okay, yeah.
All right. Next up, people are asking.
What are the people?
Are they asking?
Are they
they're asking
whispering
Ellinger?
about
They're
this
asking-
too?
They're asking a lot.
What are the people would know a lot here?
Oh, yeah.
know.
We should
Good
just
thing
call
we're
this segment
Good thing we're
people are
telling them.
Giving them everything they need.
Yeah.
We just call this segment people are asking. Is Lamar Jackson an
I like
average
that.
fantasy QB? 16 or less fantasy points in his last 4 games.
He just might be.
Is he an average guy? Hey, Luke, why don't you tell us? Huh?
I mean, he's had 3 total touchdowns in the last 40. Okay, he's not an average fantasy quarterback.
Playing like
Yeah,
one.
he's playing like
well,
an average
okay.
kid.
Whoa.
He's
Playing like
Yeah.
one.
well, okay. You like the first 3 weeks
Hey,
of the
Brophy.
season, he averaged like 32 points a game.
Playing like one, yeah.
He's playing like one. I mean, he's not great. I don't love him. I'd trade Jalen Hurts for him in a second. I'd trade Mahomes for him or Josh Allen for him in a second because he's inconsistent. And like when they,
You would talk trades?
not really. I don't really want Geno.
You want Joe?
Well, no, I'm not talking from. I'm just saying like hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
fantasy. Yeah.
If someone were to offer, if like a team had like Dak,
Yeah.
and they offered me like a league potential winner like Kenneth Walker,
You'd do it.
I'd probably do it for Lamar.
What if a team out there though was like, I don't want to trade
And
Ken
we're
Walker,
back.
and they were like, I'll give you Dak. It's all hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
If they were like, I'll give you Dak, and then like,
My quarterback's Daniel Jones, so it doesn't really matter.
and then like Jason Myers, just hypothetical, the number 1 kicker in the league.
I
think the guy
No
should
one
say
team is
no?
pretty valuable.
I would
He had
probably
16 points
advise
last
him.
week. That wins
I mean,
weeks.
try
That's a
to
league winner.
try to negotiate. you try to negotiate, but yeah, I mean, it's just
Let's get back to it.
So is he mid? Yeah, that's the question.
He's above averagely mid.
Was he a top 12 fantasy quarterback?
Yeah, he's easily top 12.
Does he turn it around though? I think.
I
That's,
think
I mean,
he
the
turns
dude's
it
had
around.
3.
Yeah.
He's had.
that's what the people want
He's
to
had
know. Does he turn
3
it around?
touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. Total.
Is he getting yards?
Not really.
Is the offense moving the ball?
Yeah, they're running the shit out of the ball.
Did they lose their top running back?
They did lose their top running back.
Was he even valuable though?
Nope, not
No.
really. No, I think the running back just came off IR is more.
Yep.
No, I mean the
We'll get to
dude's
him
had
next.
3 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. Lamar can pop for 5 touchdowns in one game. So like,
Yeah.
and even in the 4 games that he's had 3 combined touchdowns, he still hasn't scored less than like 13 points. So he's still obviously a top 5 quarterback. I don't think someone would you actually I might trade Joe Burrow. If hypothetically if I was offered Joe
hypothetically.
Burrow,
Hypothetically.
if hypothetically someone offered me Joe Burrow for Lamar, probably say yes.
That's all hypotheticals, though, right?
But outside of,
course.
All yeah.
100%.
We'll
Yeah,
never, we never
absolutely.
talk real talk on
No,
here. Just all
yeah.
hypothetical.
Of course
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We don't
Outside
mix our business
outside
with
of
the podcast.
Allen, Mahomes, I think Allen, Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow, and then probably Lamar.
Okay.
I mean, who else would you put in? Herbert's played like shit. Brady blows. Rodgers blows.
Herbert.
Gino's
blows.
been pretty good.
Gino hasn't been bad. Gino for
People
Probably wouldn't
say.
take him over Lamar, but
Probably not, but if someone threw in a nice piece with it, I might.
solid piece. Like a
would it have to be like
Like a
Like
wide
a-
How
receiver.
quality?
a Gino, like a
I'm thinking
Gino,
like borderline RB1.
like
Maybe
a
Oh,
Wow.
I think that owner.
high-
I think that owner's strict for the stars of that.
high
Player.
You lost me
end-
there.
high-end-
Lose a
high-
reception.
Yeah.
high-end
I think
receiver
you-
too.
I think you lost all owners nationwide.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah. Can't hear you.
I'm biased.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Good stuff. People are asking.
what are the people asking?
What are the people wondering, Brophy?
The Gus Bus came back in a big way. 16 carries for 66 yards and 2 tubs. Is the Gus Bus an RB2?
The Gus Bus, and I'm not talking Rob Schneider, by the way. I'm talking Gus Edwards, motherfucker.
Let's not forget. Okay.
No, I think the
alright.
people.
You know what
I
I'm
think the
saying.
people were
Did
confused.
you not get that?
Are you talking about bench warmers?
Fuck yeah, Gus Bus.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Come on,
I
come
think the
on.
people
Pick
were
up,
confused.
pick up.
I'm sorry.
Come on,
That
slacking.
confused me for a second.
Keep up.
I had
Pick
to,
up.
I had
phone,
to think
baby.
about it.
But no, I think Gus Edwards can very well be a running back too in fantasy football.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd like
J.K.
to see a-
Scoring
I'd like to see a couple
scoring
more weeks.
opportunities are there.
J.K. Dobbins is on the IR now. And last game, Gus Edwards had 16 carries. I know
Bro.
Kenyon Drake had 11 carries, but the Ravens have showed in the past
Give
few
me a
years
short.
if Gus Edwards
I
is
know, give me a
healthy and they
27.
have no other guys, Gus is their guy. Fun stat for y'all here. I got a fun stat for y'all here.
Give it to me.
In four games on the Ravens, Gus has been playing for 3 years now on the Ravens. In 4 games on the Ravens with 15-plus carries, he's averaging 97 rush yards per game and has 3 TDs with 3 catches for 40 yards. Small sample size, yes, but in those 4 games as 15-plus carries, which starter numbers, he's averaging 16 points PPR in fantasy, which right now would put him at, in the 8 to 12 range in this current fantasy rankings for current running back. So I think that he very well could be a solid fantasy RB2.
I'd like to see it for another week or two. First.
He reminds me of Zeke.
He's a good running
not going to
back.
catch
He's a good
passes.
running back.
Terrifying.
He's not going to catch passes. He's going to run for 60 yards a
And-
week.
and-
You're banking on touchdowns.
And he's getting the goal line
And
work.
he's getting goal line work like it's like Zeke. Zeke is an adequate RB2 because he gets goal line work and he's going to have 70
Is Zeke
yards total,
is,
maybe a catch
is
or
Zeke
two.
back?
Hey, he looked good against Philly.
He did look
Yeah.
good. He did.
He's looking a little better. He's got a little pop to
I-
his
the,
step.
the people told me they were asking that.
I like
too.
Gus, and for anyone if in their
Like,
league,
would you rather have Gus Edwards or Zeke?
Ooh, buddy.
That's kind of tough. Honestly.
I think I'd rather have Gus Edwards, honestly.
I want
Ju-
to see another week.
I
wanna
would
see
say
another week.
Gus too, just because I know that Tony Pollard is going to get his.
Well, and Zeke doesn't catch passes
and
the same.
I see this Ravens offense kind of fading off of Kenyon Drake a little bit. I think Kenyon Drake
Yeah, I'd
and
say.
Justin Hill are still going to
Yeah,
get some
They'll
carries.
get
But I think Gus is going to turn in.
Well,
he
he's
already
the
was.
bus.
He already
Do you
was the
remember-
RB1 for them last
Do you
week. I think
remember
he's gonna
last
keep
year?
taking more work.
Remember last year when JK got hurt? Gus Edwards was like the pickup. Like it was like get Gus Edwards. This guy's gonna be a
People were taking, like, a
monster.
fourth round.
Yeah, he moved up to like fourth,
the
fifth round
Ravens
picks,
love
and then he tore his
the
ACL,
Ravens love
but-
Gus Edwards.
Oh yeah,
They
he's
love
awesome.
him, yeah.
And he's he's perfect for the offense. Runs between the tackles, hard runner. Like
He's the bus.
yeah, I mean he's stealing all Lamar's touchdowns, which isn't
Not
great,
Jerome Bettis, but he's the Gus.
well,
Bus.
no.
Yes, bus.
Yeah.
more like a Steven Jackson.
God, where's Steve? What's Steven
What
Jackson
is he
doing
up
now?
to?
He's probably super fat.
It's all right.
He's eating a plate of hot wings
He's
right
probably
now.
a trainer at a LA Fitness near you.
Probably a high school football coach.
Maybe a 24-hour fitness.
Yeah, Gold's Gym.
All right. Any more on Gus?
I think we
RB2.
like Gus, man.
Give me another week. Give me another week.
I think he has honestly. I think he has RB1 upside. Low end RB1 upside, not like high.
I don't
I
think
just don't.
RB1
I don't know
doesn't
because he
catch
doesn't catch
passes.
passes.
I'm gonna
If
stick
you're
with
playing standard, sure. But if you're playing PPR, I don't think so.
Regardless, if you got him off the waiver wire before this,
Good
it's
pickup.
looking good. It's looking
Good
for you.
pickup. At least a flex play.
All right. In our last fancy
Hold on.
topic, what?
Oh wait, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We're just gonna open the floor here. What are some league winners that y'all think? Just league winners right now. So pretty much.
possible.
So pretty much guys off the waiver wire that could definitely
Ken, we
become
already
week
got
in
on
week
Ken.
out starters.
Ken is yes.
Well, guys that have already been picked up or currently on the
Both.
waiver wire.
Both.
I think you can say Ramon Stevenson.
Ramondre, yeah.
I don't think he was ever on the wire though. Most leagues. I don't see him.
Yeah, he could have been.
I mean, what was his? He's always been above like 80% owned. I think. the
Yeah,
whole year.
but I mean, you gave up nothing for him in the draft. Like he's probably like a fourth, like a 12th round pick, 13th, 14th round pick. Like he could be. I think he could qualify.
for Olave,
Yeah.
Well, where'd Olave go in the draft? Same round,
Probably
like 12,
9th,
13th. Okay, yeah.
He went, yeah.
I mean, I think you. I mean, like we can like shoot for the stars. I think Isaiah Pacheco. Like if
no, I don't.
like
Clyde's gonna get his work though.
potential. Like
If
could
Clyde gets hurt.
okay, but what if Pacheco's getting 15 carries and like
He's
5
not.
targets? He might.
He's not.
They like him.
Clyde has looked really good this year, man.
I mean, they said
He
that
has
he was
looked
going to
good.
get the touches on Sunday, and what he played like 9
Yes,
snaps.
that was a tease. That was
He
a
had the
tease.
most rushes.
Adam Schefter.
Well, okay, I think league winner though also factors into injuries because Kenneth Walker's not a league winner if Rashad Penny doesn't get injured.
but we can't say league winner before the injury. It's after the injury.
But who
Yeah.
we're talking about who could be?
could be Samaje Perine could be.
Could be Tony Pollard. Could be.
Oh yeah.
If
no
Zeke
doubt.
if Zeke were to go down, Tony
Yeah,
Pollard
no-
could be.
no doubt.
I mean, if Rashad White could be, if Fournette
Yeah,
goes down.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of players who like if you have a
at this
bench
point we're just
spot,
talking like the best handcuffs.
Tyler
100%.
Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. If Jamar or T Higgins goes down, Boyd
He's
would
the
be
17th
awesome.
receiver right now.
Well, he did have like.
I know he had a
30
massive
points.
game, but still.
Yeah. No, 100%. There are certain players to where if you have a bench spot open and you're not like dying to pick this guy up, pick someone like Deion Jackson, for example. Like, what if Jonathan Taylor goes down? Deion Jackson
He'd be a
would
league winner.
immediately be an RB1. Like,
And
no
that's
doubt.
what like for fantasy
and
owners
that's
out there
like that happens.
Like me
We're only in
personally,
week 8.
I usually with my teams I have like 3 or 4, guys on my bench that are probably getting dropped and cut all the time, and with those slots, I try to have
Same.
those potential league winner guys. And
Same. High
thankfully,
upside guys.
I picked up Kenneth and it worked out.
George
Yeah.
Pickens.
I just don't think the offense.
yeah, I don't see.
I mean, it's the
Pickens.
games that
I mean,
Alright,
that's
I gotta pick really
that's
bad.
why I got Rashad White. I mean, if Fournette were to go down, Rashad White is immediately an RB1.
He's a league winner. If,
I mean,
Yeah.
going back to Pickens, though, I mean, the games that Pickett's been starter, he's had 16, 14, bad game with 5.8, and then 18. So 3 of the 4 games have been good.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I still
not gonna be a wide receiver one.
unless Deontay or let's say if Claypool got traded,
Could happen.
which is it's possible.
We're
I mean,
talking about
Green
it.
Bay is inquiring about him, so I mean, like, possibly.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm like going through all of our.
I mean, I would
categories,
say like
looking.
Juju, but I don't think he's like he wasn't going on the waiver wire. But you didn't. I mean,
Hey man, Juju is picking it.
he's picking it up heavy.
Could Brian Robinson? Maybe.
No, the offense is so bad,
It is bad.
and like their run blocking is awful, and he hasn't played well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's coming
Yeah,
back
dude's
from a
coming back
shot
from getting
leg.
shot in the leg.
Nothing against him, absolutely, but just strictly fantasy
Dude's
football.
kind of playing like
He's
he's weak or
not
something.
great. Yeah, I mean, this guy got shot in the leg. Props to him, but like, he's not playing great. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see him
playing
being
solid.
a league winner.
Not completely horrible. Good for
Yeah, good for a dude.
I mean, you can make the case. I mean, Kareem Hunt is always in there. If Chubb goes down, I mean, Kareem Hunt is like bona fide top 10 running back, no doubt.
He is a dog.
So there's a lot of guys. It just depends on injuries, situations, trade deadline, and more stuff will happen in the next couple weeks before the trade deadline, and more injuries will happen, and then we'll see which players kind of fit the bill.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Now let's kick it off with our first NBA talk of the new season. So the season started, a week ago from tonight? Last Tuesday,
About a week
Miles
ago.
Bridges is still a goat. Has Miles Bridges been signed yet?
Well, he got arrested.
Miles
Is
Bridges
he a free
Miles-
agent?
I think
Yeah, he
Miles
got
Bridges is
arrested.
in jail.
Oh, yeah.
He had
Yeah,
a felony
he's in jail.
charge.
Yeah, I
He'll
got
be
a
in jail
felony
for
charge.
quite
Yeah.
some time.
Well, no, he's not in jail.
Well, he's
is he?
going to jail, dude.
It was a felony charge.
He's got a
probably-
case.
He's got
now,
a
yeah.
case. I don't
It's
think
not-
he's
it's
gonna.
not like-
I mean, yeah.
What an argument that was.
Oh my God.
That one kind of backfired on me, huh?
All right. So we're basically going to do a lot of predictions
Motherfuckers
here
in jail.
for the upcoming season. So we're going to kick things off. Dylan, our guest, is going to kick
Yeah.
things off with his
I'll
award
kick
predictions
things
for the
off. Yeah.
season.
All right. So first off, Coach of the Year, I got Taylor Jenkins with Memphis, man. I think that team is constructed really well, and I kind of think it's their year to make a run. They've kind of been knocking on the door. They've had some shit luck with like Jaws injuries and all that stuff, but I like their cast. They have Desmond Bain, Tyus Jackson Jr., Dylan Brooks. I think he really embodies what Memphis is too. Like the guys love him. They play around him. That team kind of reminds me of like a college type team. Just like you see them all on the camera. They seem like the camaraderie's there, the chemistry's there. So that's my Coach of the Year pick. Do you guys want me to like go through them quickly, kind of thing?
I mean, is there any
Yeah, you
discussion
guys
here
got
for
any-
Coach of the Year?
I just don't think if he didn't win it last year, I don't see him winning it this year.
I
That's
think
my
they're gonna
main
be.
thing.
I think they're gonna be better.
And the fact that they were better with Jaw not playing.
I like that.
No.
Pick, honestly.
Who's the coach of the Nuggets?
Malone.
He could definitely do it with Jamal Murray and Porter back.
They'd have to have like a
I
top
think-
2 seed for
Who
him.
won Coach
Yeah.
of the Year
See,
last year?
I think Memphis.
I
is
think-
gonna be-
I
agree.
think Memphis is gonna be really- I
good
think-
this year, at least in the
Yeah.
regular
Who won
season.
I
Coach
feel like
of the
they're
Year
going to
last year?
regress.
No,
from last
I don't
year,
think so.
personally.
I do too.
Didn't Monty Williams?
I don't
It
know.
I think
was-
it was
it was-
Monty.
I
Luke,
think
it was
Monty
Monty.
won it last
I
year.
But Coach of the Year is usually a team that's like a top two. Like
I think
one or
Memphis
two
yeah,
or
like
three
they're
seed,
they're
right?
going to
I
be a
think
top
Memphis
3
I
seed.
just don't see
seed.
Memphis being a top.
I
don't
think
they're gonna be a
Memphis
top 2 or
could
3
come-
seed.
You don't?
You don't think Memphis is gonna be a top 3
No.
seed?
Why?
No.
They won 57 games.
But I think I see
'Cause
them
I-
regressing.
I do, too,
I
because-
think
Because
Memphis-
I don't think there's
What?
because I don't think that this team is really
I think
that good.
I think they're great.
I think they're pretty good.
I mean, outside of like, dude, if you compare them to the rest of the West, it's like the Warriors.
I think
Better.
Memphis has a chance at the
Nuggets,
2.
think
I
they're
think
gonna have a
Memphis is
better
gonna get
record.
the
I
2
think the
seed.
Clippers are gonna have a better record. I think the Suns
I
are
think
gonna have a
Memphis
better
could
record.
push for the
Yeah.
1 seed. I think Memphis is built to be really good in the regular
Yeah.
season. They're
I think
deep.
that's-
They got good
I think-
shooting. They're long.
I think you're talking about the Nuggets right now.
No,
The
I'm
Nuggets
definitely not
the-
talking about
The Nuggets are like a regular season. They're built to win the regular season, especially with
I
Jamal
think
back
Memphis,
now.
and this might be a bold take. I think Memphis could win 60 games this year.
Yeah, I think Memphis
I-
is going to push for the 1 seed this year.
I respectfully and highly disagree.
I think they're going to win less than 57 games this year.
I think they'll win.
I mean, they're 3-1 right now. I mean, no, it's 4 games in. They're 3-1. Like, Jaw's playing unreal right now. Desmond Bain is playing unreal right
Out
now.
of
They
his
don't even have
mind.
Jaren Jackson back. Like, I think Memphis is going to be really
No.
good this year. Now,
West is
concerns about them in the playoffs, absolutely. But regular season wise,
Yeah.
that's why I like the Tyler
It's a
Jenkins
regular.
pick, 'cause
It's a
if they're-
regular
if they
season
win.
award. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Phoenix is winning, 63 games this
No.
year? I mean, the Warriors are going to drop random games. They're going to rest players. So
Yeah.
they're not going to win, 60 plus. Like, Memphis is that young team with the young superstar.
But the
like-
West is
with,
better
like,
this year,
Derek-
though. It's undoubtedly better.
Sure, it is. But I mean, like,
I think they're going to win less games because of that.
Who do they have to play? They're
they're gonna have to play a healthy
only
Kawhi
team-
with
the only team-
Clippers.
Kawhi's
Yeah,
not healthy.
Kawhi's
He's
not
coming off
healthy.
the
The only
bench.
team
Either
that got,
way.
that got
He's gonna. If
I'd
he's
imagine
even
by
coming off the
mid-season
bench, he's
that
healthy.
got-
They're just working him.
That
out.
means he's
Okay,
not
but-
healthy.
No, if he wasn't healthy,
Cole,
they wouldn't
they're
be
gonna-
playing him.
Either
Right
the
now.
Nuggets are
No,
better
if
with Jamal Murray.
if Kawhi Leonard was
Clippers are
healthy,
gonna-
he's
the
playing
Clippers are also
35
gonna
minutes a
load
game.
In the
Kawhi
regular
too.
season, he's
They're-
literally the
they're gonna
load
wait.
management guy.
But you also
if
look
Kawhi
at
was actually not healthy,
no,
he
I
wouldn't
agree
be
with
playing
I
at
agree with
all.
you, Dylan. But I also think about you think that the Blazers they have Damian back.
Blazers are the
fucking
Blazers are not going to be good.
Regular season though, they can
They
be
could
competitive.
definitely steal.
They'll be a
couple,
playing
win some
team.
games,
Memphis-
but
Memphis-
Playing
They
team.
they're
added
better
Gra-
than the
they added
Blazers
Jeremiah
now than
Grant.
last
way
year.
better
I
than the
mean,
Trailblazers.
Well, the Blazers were miserable last year.
No,
Of
Memphis
course,
is
I'm
bad,
just-
but we're talking regular season. Shit
and the
teams beat good
Nuggets
teams
are
all
the
the
Nuggets
time.
are better. I'm just saying because the Western Conference is better. It's I think they're playing the Western Conference more than the Eastern, so they're gonna
Yeah,
end up dropping more games.
I agree too. I think the fact that they won as many games as they did last year was kind of.
I don't think it was
I
enough.
don't
I think
this team.
I don't think it was a nominal.
I think Memphis-
I
I'm-
think
I'm-
Memphis
I think
is
Memphis
good.
could be
And I
a
think they're
top
well
team.
coached. They're deep. They're young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good. All right, cool.
No.
Anyone
Yeah,
else?
I like that. pick,
Uh,
Dylan.
Rookie
Alright,
of the year. I don't think
next
this
up.
is very controversial. I Paulo. I mean, the dude can. His
Yeah.
ceiling this. He's might be the number one guy on the Magic this year.
He's gonna.
Yeah,
average
he's gonna
20
average
points.
20. He's gonna get like 8 boards a game. Throw a couple assists in there. He can also guard 1 through 4, which like none of the other like candidates can really do. All the other candidates are also like sharing a bunch of time. Like Jaden Ivey shares the floor with Cade. Who else? I mean, Jabari shares it with KPJ
Jabari
and
Smith.
Jalen Green, so he's gonna have to split that there.
Jabari Smith.
Jabari Smith's good. He's just
Hey,
sharing. He's just
Sorry.
sharing the floor with 2 other scorers. So like that's gonna take away from his opportunity to get his.
But Banchero's right now is like about even to win Rookie of the Year. He's at plus 115.
Yeah, I mean, hey, sleeper, Benedict, what's his name? Matherin.
He's
for the
next at a
for
plus
the
400.
Pacers. That guy's a stud.
plus 100.
Yeah,
plus 400.
I agree.
That
He's
guy,
that dude's
he's
pretty
playing.
good.
He's playing 30 minutes a game. He's averaging like 18
Yeah.
so far. That guy is good.
How's
He's-
Ivy looking?
No one's really
looking
talking.
good.
He's
Ivy's
plus
looking good.
500.
Yeah, no, I think it's a 4-man race. Banchero, the Pacers guy, Jabari Smith, and then Ivy. I
Jabari
mean,
Smith
obviously,
is-
you have to take
Yeah.
Banchero.
Yes.
Like, there's no logical reason not to.
Jabari Smith is plus 1200.
Jabari's played pretty well. He's
I mean,
starting.
Yeah.
He's
Odds
like
wise,
23
value
last
wise, I
game.
mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
like
not
J-
bad.
I like Jaden Ivey at plus 550 because I feel he's someone that could definitely put up stats if he
100%.
gets things going.
I think all 4 of those guys put up stats.
I
But,
think
mean, like,
I think if I have
you
to
have
pick one, I'm taking Banchero, and I think I'd be like stupid
Yeah.
not to take that.
if you pick one with no odds, you have to take Banchero. It's stupid not to. The guy's going to shoot the ball 20 times. He's going to average 20,
Yeah,
10, and 4.
and that's I think he could average like
Easy.
20, 10, and like
the
6.5, 7.
yeah.
Honestly, like
I mean, the Magic might win 15 games.
He's
but
gonna
still,
get his,
He's
man.
going to be
Yeah.
incredible.
all right. 6 man of the year, I got Jordan Poole. This dude seems like he gets better like every year. I almost had him as the most improved player, but last year I'm pretty sure he improved like every one of his major stats from the year before. So I don't really know if he could put him at like most improved. But he's gonna like be solidified. He started a few games last year with Clay out, but he's gonna be solidified at that 6-man role and like just kind of be the leading scorer and the like ball handler really of that 6-man role. And I think that's perfect for him. He also plays really well with Clay and Steph together. So like when Clay and Steph are together, obviously they're the two focused, the like people that the main focused on. So then he's just gonna get wide open shots, which is tough. He can also play make. I think his only issue would be like remaining consistent. I could kind of see him just going through like a really big slump that would kind of hurt that. But I feel like that's with any player. I don't know if you guys have anything to add on that one.
Yeah.
Christian Wood.
I mean, there's the 2 threats are Hero, but Hero's starting half the games
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
play, and Wood's going to be starting in 2 weeks. So like,
We don't know.
No,
He-
Wood better
he
be
better
starting in 2 weeks.
he better be starting next game.
Well, right now, the top 3 odds for 6 man of the year are Poole at plus 350, Christian Wood right behind him at plus 400, and Norman Powell at plus 800. Heroes down at like plus 1,000. Bones Highland's up there at plus 1,200.
Bones Highland.
Is
Bones
the 5th
Highland.
highest odds.
Oh yeah,
Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
winning the award.
I enjoyed.
it's pretty
Because-
pretty cut and
because
dry.
Wood's
He's
gonna-
never gonna because Poole's
No.
never gonna start.
By December, Wood will start.
Easy.
So and Hero's already starting. So like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Pretty cut. and
Most
dry there.
improved player, Ant-Man. Anthony Edwards. He upped his scoring average from 19 to 22 last year. In the last 11 games of last year, he averaged like 24.5 points. He reminds me, like, his career path reminds me exactly of Jaw. Like, he's upped his scoring average from the first year to the second year, and Jaw won it his third year. So I kind of see Ant doing that exact same thing. I think that was like the easiest one for me, to be honest with you.
Well, you can get Anthony Edwards right now at most improved player for plus 1,000.
Who else do they have?
That's the second best odds. The best odds are Tyrese Halliburton at plus 900. And
So it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, and then Lauri Markkanen and Tyrese Maxey at plus 1,200.
Yeah, I like Ant. Just the fact that Jaw won it last
His
year.
career path is the exact same as Jaw.
Like I feel like the NBA too like wants to give this award
They gave it to Jaw
to a guy that's like a big name.
Yeah.
Like years prior, like Julius Randle, Bi, Siakam, Oladipo. I feel like years prior though, like back in the day, it was kind of to a lesser extent. I feel like now they almost want to put this award more on a pedestal to where Ant kind of just fits that bill perfectly, and we all expect Ant to take that next step to be, like a perennial, all-star type of player this year, and the Timberwolves competing in the playoffs and all that. So I like that a lot.
Clay just got ejected. I don't know for what, but you got double tech
Did he
doing
really?
something.
Nice. The only thing with Ant is like it was the Jaw thing last year, and it was like, yeah, Jaw won it, and he won it because he was so good. He averaged 28 and 7, and his team won 57 games. So like for Anthony Edwards to win this award, he's gonna have to average 26, 27, and the Timberwolves.
I think he can do it though.
That's the only thing. That's why Jaw won it last year, because you can't go from like already being an all-star level player to like most improved player unless you make
Well, that's what I was saying. Like his
so that's the only thing is like he's gonna have to make.
That's what I was saying. That his career path
for him to do it.
Like 19 to 22 is pretty much exactly what Jaw did, and in the last 12 games he averaged 24. So I mean, yeah, I agree with you, but I think he can do it.
I'll tell you what, fucking Zion's down here at plus 2,500. If he stays healthy, I mean.
Yeah, that's a good point.
MVP.
All right.
Yeah,
Defensive player of the year, I got Bam. I didn't know Bam's finished in the top 5 of this the past 3 seasons. I think Bam is like an animal on defense. He can guard 1 through 5, and he said in an interview, I like that a guard won it, but he's like a guard can't guard a center, obviously. Like I can guard 1 through 5, and I can do it well. He can switch off guys like Kyrie and then go down and bang with the guys in the post. I also think the chances of like another guard winning it are insanely slim. I mean, Marcus Smart won it last year deservingly, but that hadn't happened since Gary Payton. So like I don't think another guard is going to win it. I just think he's going to come to get it. And the way the Heat play and just like the Heat's culture kind of works in Bam's favor to win this award.
I mean, Bam's just like he's a center fielder.
Yeah, I mean, he switches off.
He's a quarterback.
He switches off of everyone. The only person I can see challenging him really would be like obviously Giannis. I don't think Rudy, because Rudy's going to be splitting time or splitting blocks with Cat. So like that's going to hurt both of them. So I guess Giannis or Embiid maybe, but I think besides those two, I think Bam's got it pretty locked up this year.
Well, according to the odds right now, it's pretty much a 3-man race. Gobert's the favorite at plus 370.
I don't think Gobert.
Then Giannis at plus 600, Bam at plus 650, and then Draymond at plus 1,300, Michael Bridges, Robert Williams, and Anthony Davis at plus 1,600.
Wait, why don't they Gobert?
He's splitting blocks with Cat now.
Yeah, I think Gobert should still be the favorite.
But I mean, Cat.
Yeah, but it's still another
Gobert,
guy though.
I feel like they traded for Gobert to be there.
No, I mean, yeah, they're not
Cat's
trading
not
for
on
him for the
defense.
offense. So like, yeah, they're.
That's why any.
Yeah,
team should for
exactly.
Rudy.
But I don't know. I think it's Bam's year. I think he should have been higher in voting in the past years.
Has he not won one
No.
yet?
He's been in the
Yeah, I
running.
mean, he seems due there because he always is right
Yeah,
there.
I think I would take Giannis just because it's
Yeah, I mean,
Giannis.
I think that's
it's
I think
it's
that's
a safe
What are
pick.
Giannis's
Giannis is so
odds?
good. He's second highest.
And, if it comes down to it, the voters will
Yeah.
vote for Giannis.
I mean, that's not a bad pick. I just think, like Cole said, Bam's due. MVP, I don't think.
Hey, Bam's not bad. Hey, third best odds. All right, you get plus 650 on that.
There you
Feel
go.
good about it.
Don't think you guys are gonna have a problem with my MVP vote. The Don, Luca. Come on. now.
Don.
I mean, I don't know
Don.
what more. Last year, in January, he averaged 32, 10, and 9. The whole month of January.
Good pull.
Good pull. Thank you.
He's already starting off hot this year.
The
Russ is
Mavs
how he
had
starts off
no
most
business
years.
being in the playoff. Well, I mean, I guess in the playoffs, but no business going as far as they did. That's all him. That roster was awful. I don't know any other player that's. I mean, again, Giannis, but who else is harder to guard than Luka? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I don't think they're gonna give it to Giannis just the fact that he's already won 2 in the last 4 years, and I don't.
They're not giving it to
and they're not
Jokic.
giving
I
it to
think-
Jokic again.
I think
so. I mean, Luka seems
I
like
think
the
they
want
want
to
to give it to the.
Yeah.
Especially if the Mavs are a top 5 or 6 seed and he puts up the numbers, like he's probably.
I think they want
a
to
good
give it to a
chance.
guy that's kind of like you said, like next up. Like we've seen it get. Obviously, Giannis is still there. All the obvious picks.
I would say Embiid would probably.
like
I would
Embiid.
like Embiid after him.
I like.
That was Luke. I was between
Ja,
Luka and Ja.
If Ja balls out and Memphis gets a top 2 seed,
I
they'll
was
give it
I
to
was
Ja
between
over
Luka and Ja.
Easy. They push the Ja. They push the Ja
Well,
storyline
that team
way
is
more
just
than
so
Luka.
fun to watch. Like,
That narrative,
that team is so fun to
that
watch.
Ja narrative is
Yeah,
way bigger.
I was.
Who would you say is a sleeper MVP?
Tatum.
Zion at plus 2,500.
Tatum is the 4th highest odds.
Oh, never mind.
It's kind of
Zion plus 2,500.
it's kind
It
of
could
hard to have a
happen.
sleeper
This is plus
MVP in
16 to what
basketball.
I'm
Like I
looking
feel like
at.
basketball is like the
I'm
hardest
looking
sport to have
on
a
here.
sleeper
Yeah.
MVP at, because like Giannis is still going to be that guy.
No, he won't put up the stats for that.
Yeah.
Dame
Honestly,
ball?
What about
honestly,
Dame?
Brophy, where's
Dame could be.
It's possible. He could
where's
have
LeBron? Yeah, I was gonna say
LeBron?
where's LeBron?
No.
Could be.
Where's
will
LeBron
too.
at?
LeBron. I mean, if the Lakers in with a top 4 seed,
They
LeBron's
won't.
amazing. They'll give it to him.
Probably be the reason they
Who,
do.
who else would be the
100%.
reason?
They suck.
They're
They do
awful.
They are
Yeah,
bad.
They have to get. It's what I am kind of getting sick of, and he's obviously not who he used to be. But they can't just keep blaming everything on Russ. Like, yeah, he's not good, but he just doesn't fit with the team. Like, they need a.
No, it's all fit. It's
Yeah,
just
the
a terrible
fit's-
fit. It's
Well,
like,
Russ is really bad.
I don't think
Russ is
Russ
bad
has
as
become like
people
the
say,
same.
bro.
He's
I think
shooting
he's as bad.
28%
He's
from the
bad.
field and 8% from 3. He's
But it's-
averaging
it's just-
10, 6,
It's
and
also
4.
like just the worst fit
the
imaginable.
fit- I think
he's
the
getting
fit is
shit on
awful.
more because of he's on, the Showtime Lakers, the
I'm
most talked
sorry.
about team in
He's
the NBA.
terrible.
I don't care how bad the fit is. 28% from the
It's
field
not-
is 28%.
He's
from the
averaging
field. That's
10
so bad.
points,
In
6
three-
rebounds, and 4
in
assists.
3 games.
No, he doesn't
Uh,
look
in
very
3 or
good.
4
But I
He's been
I still think
awful.
they got-
I don't think we can say that Russ is a terrible NBA player.
I mean, he was bad last year.
A
too.
terrible NBA player I define as a guy that gets fucking 6 minutes a game. Russ is better than a guy that's the 9th or 10th.
yeah,
off
I
the
mean
bench.
Russ is still a Hall of Famer, but I mean
Yeah, sure.
I think Russ at this because he still hasn't adapted to his role, but I think if Russ adapted to the correct role and was on the right fit, he could be a solid ass
I
bench piece for,
agree.
for
He
a
won't.
team.
No, he won't.
He
do that.
won't. He shoots like
And that-
every time
and
he
that-
gets the ball.
And that's why I'm saying it goes down to the fit and then his mentality.
He needs to go to the Jazz.
No, but you're
and
saying if
just
he switched his
go
role,
nuts for a year, just get
his
crazy
best
stats.
fit is going to the Jazz.
Yeah,
or like
shit,
go to the
dude,
No,
he needs to go to the
Or the
Pacers for
Pacers.
Miles. Like give LeBron Miles. I think the Lakers just need to kind of blow it up. Like they're not doing anything with this roster.
They need
The
shooters.
Yeah.
roster's so bad.
I think
They're
they
going to end up blowing it up.
I
But they
think they
need to
need to
do it.
trade
Yeah, I say
AD.
trade AD, trade Russ, get some young players that can help LeBron carry the load through the regular season, and then
And I feel like I've seen this argument a lot too. If people are like, "Oh my God, like look at the Lakers are stupid for trading AD for LaMelo and BI or whatever." Like they still got a championship out of
championship.
that.
100%.
And so I don't know how you could say that was a stupid trade just on
No.
the fact they won the championship. Yes, since that championship, it's been not good by any means.
They
but,
still won a
but
championship.
they won
Yeah.
a championship,
Yeah.
and if they don't trade for AD, they're probably not winning that championship. So,
yeah, that's true.
but now it's who knows what they need, but they need a lot.
Yeah,
Of something.
shooters. They need shooters.
That they do. All right. Was that about all your
Yeah, that's
awards?
all the
That's
awards,
the
bro.
awards. All right. Next up, Buzzsaw.
Do you want to do the West and just do the East next week? I don't know what I'm going to say for the East.
I'll do the West right now, but let's get the East done right now
All right.
while we're here.
All right, I'll do the East real quick. Fuck it. Let's do
Here,
it.
I'll do. You
Yeah,
can-
he'll do the
you.
West. He'll do
Okay.
West. All right, do the West, T-Bone. Huh?
All right, so for my West, round 1, matchup 1, I got Warriors the 1 seed versus the Grizzlies.
You
as
are
the 8 seed.
insane.
You have the Grizzlies as the 8
Shut
seed.
Yep.
You're just pumping their tires, so they're gonna like.
Dude.
be
Oh,
a
you have the
57 win
Grizzlies.
team.
as the
I know.
8 seed?
I have been. No, I was shitting.
Oh yeah,
on
I'm
the
sorry. No, you're
Grizzlies.
right. Yeah, I
You have
forgot.
the
You're on my
Grizzlies
side.
as
You're
the
my side.
plan
Yes,
team.
I think we see real regression from the
What?
Grizzlies this year. Based
be a
on
bit
how
much. Oh my
competitive the
God.
West is.
That would be a bit much. I'm not on their side.
I know, like, I'm not gonna say they're one-man show because they went like 17-4 without Ja or whatever. But I just like I look at the Grizzlies compared to these other teams that are ranked high in the West, and they have the least amount of talent. Like, let me go through this real quick. Tell me if you think the Grizzlies have more talent than this team, the Pelicans.
It's close,
They're
but
deeper.
I would say if they played,
They have a
I would say if
better
they
player.
played in a 7-game series, the Grizzlies are winning.
They have better chemistry.
I'm talking. I think the Pelicans.
the
regular
Pelicans
season
are
gonna be
scrappy.
better.
They got a lot of
The
scrappy
Grizzlies
guys.
are
Their defense
scrappy?
is good.
And the Pelicans showed it last year. They took the Suns to 6 without Zion, their best fucking player.
I mean, didn't
I think Memphis is a better team.
it's
Didn't
close.
Memphis-
It's very close.
I mean, if you say strictly talent,
Okay, we
that's
all right. I'll
different,
take
but-
close. We'll say close. The Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are going to be a good regular season team. I think their defense is going to be locked
I like
down.
the Grizzlies more than
I like the
They
Timberwolves.
got
Grizzlies more
they
than
got Ant
Timberwolves.
come back in. They got Cat. You know, Rudy Gobert is going to transform their defense. 5, the Mavs,
Grizzlies are better.
they have more talent.
I like the Grizzlies more than the Mavs.
the Suns,
That's a toss up.
the Clippers,
Fully healthy Clippers.
the Nuggets.
Probably Memphis.
Yeah.
Regular
I think-
season.
Who do the
Michael
Nuggets
Porter
have
Jr.?
outside of Jokic and
Jamal and Jokic.
Michael Porter and Aaron
I
Gordon?
mean, it doesn't matter. The Nuggets fully healthy. I mean, last time they were fully healthy, they were what?
I
the
cannot
2
believe
or
you have the
3 seed?
Grizzlies as the 8 seed.
yeah, and they lost in the second round.
I'm talking.
Or
I'm
first
talking
round.
seeding.
I
No,
mean,
no.
but you forget Memphis won
when-
57
when-
games.
Yeah,
already.
like
when
you're
the
acting
Nuggets
like
were
Memphis
fully
is like a
healthy,
bad team.
The Nuggets went to the Western Conference Finals when they were
Yeah,
healthy.
in the
come
bubble.
on, dude.
It's still
Jamal
playoff
played
basketball.
the next year.
Jamal was hurt the next year.
Didn't he play a little
No,
bit?
he didn't
He
play at
did.
all.
He's
last
missed 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
I still say,
and they were
Well, he's
still.
still coming off
yeah,
an
I
injury.
still
of 2 years.
say Memphis.
You're saying
for them being an 8 seed, they're basically a 500 team. I think they're
Like,
better.
Mem-
than
No,
that.
no,
Memphis-
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think the West is going to be that competitive this year.
I still think
To
they'll be
where
better
the-
than
Matt,
the
you-
Yeah,
I,
so
I,
wait,
I,
cool.
I think like the 4 to 8 seeds are going to be within
How many
games
games
of
do
each
you
other,
think?
and I'm just
so,
putting the
so
Grizzlies
Cole,
below there.
Memphis over under
I mean-
40 wins this year.
Oh, I think they're good over
40,
40.
50.
But I think I think the top 6 or 7 in the West are all going to win 45.
I think
plus,
Memphis will win
46
46,
plus.
47, 48 plus.
Memphis will win
Yeah, so
50.
we're picking hairs here.
No, I don't think
is
we're not
Memphis
picking.
is.
I think Memphis could be a 1 seed.
Regular
I don't think they're
season.
going to be a 1 seed.
I do. I mean, I think that.
All right.
Yeah.
What's next up?
All right, next game I have 2 seed Nuggets versus the 7 seed Pelicans. Nuggets beating the Pelicans.
God, you
do
like the
like the
Nuggets.
Dude, like I don't think we can forget that they almost made the finals last time they were fully healthy.
They got destroyed.
that was
by
also the
Lakers
bubble.
in the
That
Western
was also the
They
bubble.
were still there. They beat the Clippers.
You said almost got there. They somehow
They were-
came back from
they
a
were
3-1
one round
lead.
away. They were one
Okay,
round away.
you said almost got to the finals. They barely squeaked out of a 3-1 deficit and then got steamrolled by the Lakers.
What
They did
was-
not
what was-
almost get there.
What was their seed though?
I don't know, like the 3 or 4 seed that year.
They were the 2.
The Lakers and Clippers were the 2.
Or the 3 then.
That's what I just said.
All right, whatever. 3 seed. They were the 6th seed last year without Jamal Murray. And this team wins regular season games. My next matchup: 3 seed Clippers versus 6 seed T Wolves. Clippers beating the T Wolves.
I don't know, I just have a hard time, because the Clippers are going to load.
That's what I'm
manage this
saying,
year.
the
Like,
Clippers-
it's what's
I don't-
gonna
The
happen.
Clippers are going to be
I
like
don't
a
think the
7
Clippers'
seed, a
record's
7
gonna be
seed.
that good.
I don't know if they'll actually play enough games completely healthy to get to be a 3 seed. But I mean, if they play fully healthy,
4
for
seed,
most of
5
the-
seed.
yeah, sure, but
Well, that's what I got. 4 seed Suns versus 5 seed Mavs. Mavs beat them.
again,
They
that'd
beat
be
them
great.
again. Second
Paul to
round,
retire.
Warriors Mavs. Warriors beat Mavs. Next game, Clippers versus Nuggets. Clippers beat Nuggets. Warriors beat Clippers. Warriors go to the finals. That's what I got. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Okay, wait. Okay, so what's the? It's Golden State, Denver, Clippers,
And the Mavs.
Mavs, Suns, Timberwolves,
Pelicans,
That's just
Grizzlies.
disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, it's just
it's not. Yeah,
I just moved.
I don't
I
love
probably
it.
moved
I love
what?
it.
I probably moved the
we're
Grizzlies
moving the
down.
Grizzlies way up. We're moving the Nuggets
Grizzlies
and the
are going
Clippers
to-
down. We're moving the Suns up too. The Suns are still gonna win 50 plus games. They're a good team. They're a good regular season
So
team.
Luke,
the Suns are gonna
what-
be up
if you
there.
had to make that, where would you like? What's your order?
I have no clue. I'm saying Memphis
have
is
a-
the one.
I
seed.
don't have-
I think
I
Memphis
don't
is going
have
to
a
win a
problem with
ton
that
of
at all.
games.
No.
I love Memphis this year. I think they're going to be great. They're deep, good coach, young rising star. I think you're going to see like a young Derrick Rose Bulls team that got the
I
one seed in the
completely-
East. Like
Well, who was Derrick Rose's competitors though?
LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh.
That's one team.
Ray Allen,
else?
Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett.
2 teams.
Those are two like the.
Well, I mean, I don't know all of them. You want me to look them up? Like, I don't know. Like, those are two off the top of my head. I can look more up. Those are two pretty damn good teams.
Wait,
Nuggets
Pacers,
Pacers, Paul George,
Jermaine
Jermaine O'Neal, David West, Knicks with Melo, Amari Stoudemire, and all
What
them.
seed were they?
The one. They won 3 games.
No, good point.
All right. NBA is tough to figure out. I'll tell you that much. All right.
All right.
Buzzsaw.
Are we going to the West? I'm just
The
going
East.
off the
The
cuff
East.
here.
Well,
Or the
good
East.
point.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going off the cuff here. I haven't done any of
dilly-dallying
this.
around for the
I
last
don't know
10
what the
minutes?
hell
What have you
I'm
been doing, huh?
All right. Let me look. Let me think.
Big hard.
Grizzlies suck balls.
5, 4, 3.
The Grizzlies
2.
are going to be a top 3 seed.
Got it.
Cavs 1 seed.
They're going to be up there. Though.
like
I
that.
like the Cavs. Okay, Bucks is
Sure.
the 1 seed. Milwaukee's going to be great. I want to say Celtics, but I think Celtics are going to regress a little bit. Milwaukee's going to be great. Middleton's getting back. Milwaukee's going to roll, probably win 60 games. I'll take Milwaukee as the 1 seed. Give me Boston as the 2 seed.
I don't
No.
agree with that.
I don't either.
Why?
You just
Give me
said
the Sixers
Boston.
as the 2 seed.
The Sixers are 0 and they're 1 and
It's 4
3.
games.
There's
4
78.
games in.
There's 78 games
I
left.
think Boston's going to regress a little bit. I
Okay.
think Boston's going to be like a 3 seed
Whatever.
or 4 seed.
Yeah. Why is they losing Ime might
Milwaukee,
actually hurt
they
them
were
for
the
the
1
year.
seed last
Yeah,
year.
they lost their coach too.
They lost Ime.
I know.
He
Ray
no, he
lost
did it.
Ime.
No, he
Maybe
didn't.
they'll
He
hurt
did
him.
not. Nah, he just had a little
It's
relationship.
fine. Okay. Bucks is the
Banging
1
somebody
seed.
in the team's
Okay, wait,
off.
hang
Who
on. Where
cares?
would you have
I
the
have him.
Celtics?
I have him
Like
at the 3 or
3
4
seed?
seed.
Yeah.
6 seed.
Okay, I have him as the 2 seed. What the hell's the
Yeah.
point?
Six
Okay.
seed.
I was dead set on
You got him
76ers
as the
2
6
seed.
seed? Do you? Who's over him? Huh? Who you putting over the
Yeah,
Celtics?
let him. Yeah,
You got
let
5 teams.
him.
Fill them up.
Bucks,
Yeah.
Heat,
Okay.
Raptors,
That's pretty bold, but okay.
Sixers,
I'm fine with that. One more.
Cavs.
I mean, is it possible? Sure.
Anything's possible.
I
in
don't
this
think
beautiful
it's
world.
likely, but sure. Milwaukee,
Yes.
1
Possible,
seed.
though.
Celtics,
Sure.
2 seed. Give me the Sixers as the 3 seed. Give me the Cavs as the 4 seed. I think the Cavs are going to be good. I think they're going to be really good in the regular season. They got young players.
They were
deep.
great in the first half and kind of
They
tailed
were.
off a little bit in the second half.
So I got Bucks, Celtics, Sixers, Cavs.
NBA
Give me the
fun.
Heat as the Give me the Heat as the 5 seed. Give me the Nets as the 6 seed. Give me the Raptors at 7.
I was going to move the Nets back a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
What about the Nets?
They're at the 6 seed.
I'd put the Raptors above the Nets.
Well, how about you, when you make your list, you put them above
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, you got to make a list.
Hey,
though.
give me the. No, I'm not putting the Knickerbocker. No, all right, give
I'm
me the
going to
Hawks.
say no love
All
for the
right,
Hawks at all.
The Nets as the 7 seed.
No, the 6 seed. The
6 with KD.
The
Kyrie?
Raptors are 7 seed.
They got 3
I don't mind. I
All-Stars.
don't mind the Nets.
Vincent's
I don't.
not an all-star, and their 4th best player is
Yeah,
Nicholas
I don't
Claxton,
mind
so
the
that's an
Nets.
issue.
I don't
Joe
mind-
Harris.
I don't
Well, when
mind
he
the
comes
Nets
back,
at
he's
6.
hurt.
What's wrong with Dick Claxton?
Nothing's wrong with Dick Claxton.
What's wrong with
I'm
Dick
just saying.
Claxton? Huh?
All
right. So 1
Big
versus
Dick
8.
Nick.
All right. Milwaukee 1 seed versus Atlanta 8 seed. Atlanta gets steamrolled.
DeJounte
Milwaukee.
Murray averages 60. Hawks win.
Well, you get the Hawks as an 8 seed?
Who's your Luke? Who's your 7th seed?
They made the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago.
I honestly put the
without
Nets.
Dallas
I'd honestly
Davis.
put the Nets the 8 seed. I like DeJounte Murray there being there a lot.
Depends on if
I agree.
DeJounte Murray's
But
bullshitting
whatever.
around.
I don't like that, Luke.
We're split.
I agree with them.
We're splitting hairs here.
I don't give a fuck. Bucks. Hawks.
Better than
Hawks
the
get rolled.
Grizzlies.
I don't think Deontay makes like.
I think he definitely gives him a second ball
At
handle.
the
He
end
didn't
of the
have
day,
that.
your best
all-star.
player is still Trae Young, who shoots like 30% from the field in the playoffs. And when you pressure him, he's awful.
Well, that's
Yes,
why you
well,
have
that is
Deontay.
right.
Deontay can't create like that.
Yes, he can.
he
He averaged
can.
9 assists last year.
I'm talking about scoring. He can't create
He averaged
way, he
20
gives- he
points a
gives you-
game.
on the Spurs.
Either way,
Fucking,
He
who's
shot
their player?
efficiently from the field.
Keldon Johnson's gonna average 20. This
I think
year.
it helps him that he has Trey.
Of course it
There's
does.
pressure up. So,
I-
well,
but
they
I
have.
don't
So
think
how is that not going to help Trey? The Hawks were what, a
it's
7 seed
gonna
last
help.
year,
They were the 8 seed.
so that they don't improve at all. They're still an 8 seed this next year.
I don't think that they're better than the Raptors. I think the Raptors are going to be a good regular season team. I think the Nets have too much talent. I think the Cavs are going to be really good. Heat are still there. You still have the Celtics and the Bucks and the Sixers. You putting them over any of those teams?
and I
Who
put
you
him at
putting
like
over?
I put him at like
Maybe.
6 over the Raptors and Nets. That's about it.
Okay, so we're talking
I mean, we're
6
splitting
to
hairs.
8.
We're splitting hairs.
Big
here.
fucking whoop. Who cares?
Well, y'all were shitting my dick off Grizzlies.
No,
from 8
I
to
don't. I have the Grizzlies.
I
at
said
1 or
Grizzlies
2.
at 1.
6. I think Grizzlies. At
I
1
don't
is
think it's absurd at all.
I think it's way more absurd to have them at 8 than 1.
It
I
might be.
think easy
but-
they
but
finish.
at 1.
We're about
Hang
bold
on.
takes here. Going with
All
our
right,
gut here.
hold
All right,
on.
that's what we do.
This needs to load. I need to figure this out.
All right, 7 versus 2.
No, hold on.
I think the 8 seed
Christ.
might be one of the
Hold on.
hottest takes
Come
you've
on,
had on this
fucking work.
podcast, Cole.
There we
I mean,
go. All
that's
right.
true. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna.
When it comes to
Justin
NBA,
Fields bring the Bears all
all right,
the time.
I wanna-
hey, you and Carson Wentz can shut
Hey,
up.
we're right
all
there. We're right there.
All right.
I'm not saying I'm
Hey,
better.
wait, what did Fields said? He had like 230 last game.
He's
And
working towards it.
What I say, average like 240, right?
Hey, he's right there.
All right, Luke, what
Yeah,
are you
he's
pulling
right
up?
there.
Yeah.
No, hold
Yeah,
on.
come
Okay,
on.
I'm pulling up win totals for the season because I just want to see where Memphis is.
I think they're like 55. I want to
That's-
say.
okay. I just want to look in the West real quick. All right, Clippers are at 52.5. Dallas 48.5. Timberwolves 47. Golden State 52.5. Okay, there's 5 teams. That was pointless. Okay, whatever. Never mind.
7 versus
Back
2.
back to the East. Okay, Milwaukee rolls Atlanta first round. 2 is Celtics versus Raptors. Celtics take them out in 5, maybe 6.
I can see that being a close series.
Okay, we'll say 6. Whatever floats your boat.
Give me 7.
You can have 7.
Give me
I don't-
8.
I don't even care.
Give me 8.
Want 8? We'll go with 8. Sure. Okay, Celtics Bucks advance. 3 seed. The 76ers versus the Nets.
Oh god.
Give me the Sixers.
Give me the Nets.
Give me the.
Give me the Nets. I don't trust Embiid. I don't trust Harden. I
Harden's
trust
fat.
Harden's
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 in
been
better
playing.
shape.
Harden's
better
been
shape.
playing.
Harden
pretty
has
good,
looked
yeah.
well. Embiid's looked like ass.
Yeah, Embiid
They don't.
sucks.
I don't
Yeah.
think that they mesh. He's really bad, honestly.
I'll be the NBA dumbass homer. Embiid sucks balls.
I think the bigger concern there is Doc Rivers'
Yeah,
track
Doc-
record.
Doc
but-
Rivers-
Yeah,
off
you
the
know
court.
what? If you give me KD and Kyrie, I'll take them
Yeah.
over Harden and Embiid.
I mean,
Give me the
Kyrie's
Nets.
turn ain't great either.
Give me the Nets advancing, and then 4 is Cleveland and the Heat.
Give me
That's a
Cleveland.
tight one. But I think you got to take the Heat.
No, you gotta
I'm
take
going
Heat.
Cleveland.
Oh, you bitch.
I'm going Cleveland. I love what Cleveland's
You're
doing.
falling in love with the moment.
Evan Mobley, it'll be an all-star this
Yeah,
year.
yeah, I agree.
They will
Absolute
have
stud.
1 all-star in Mitchell, 2 with Mobley, 3 possibly with Garland.
Mitchell sucks.
What are we even doing here?
What did
huh?
he do against the Mavs? What did he shoot? Like 38% from the
That's because
field.
Luka was locking him down.
Lucas sucks at
And
defense.
Bullock and Dodo and Brunson and
This is-
Dinwiddie.
Yeah,
this
so what do you think the
this is
Heat are going to do
ridiculous.
to him?
Because he didn't have Darius.
Mitchell
He had Darius. He didn't have Darius Garland and Mobley and Jared Allen. He had Rudy Gobert who can't make a layup and Mike Conley who sucks balls.
Heat are better.
All right.
You know what? You make your East
What's
rankings.
four? Okay,
and
four
you let me
versus
know what
five.
they
I just
are.
met.
4 versus 5. Cleveland advances. That gives us the
Oh, here's where we're gonna do a problem.
the 1 seed. Milwaukee versus Cleveland. Hard-fought series. Milwaukee advances in 6.
What happened to fucking Darius and little Darius and Donovan?
Well, Darius.
And Mobley being an all-pro.
To
Put
a
up a
mountain called
fight.
Giannis.
All-pro.
All-star, all-pro.
All-star, all-pro.
Can Mobley not
God.
guard Giannis?
He honestly probably can. Almost better than anyone.
Why don't they beat him then?
Because it's Giannis and the Bucs.
I don't give a shit.
Middleton's healthy in this
Well,
series.
you just had him losing to the Heat, so what the hell do you care?
Well, Mobley on Giannis is a good matchup.
What's the
It
next
is a good
round?
matchup.
Wait,
So is
next
Bam,
game.
and
Next
Giannis
round,
destroys
next
Bam.
round.
Next, let's roll through this.
Celtics, Nets, same as last year. Nets will try, Kyrie will try, KD will try. Celtics will take him out.
Beg my pardon, but you said that Kevin Durant was the best player in the NBA a few months ago. You don't think
When
they
the
beat Tatum?
balls did I say that?
Our small forward list. I keep notes, bitch. You said
That's
KD.
the small forward list, not best player in the world.
Well, small forward's the best position in the NBA.
Giannis is the best player in the world.
I don't care. Best small forward in the NBA, Kevin Durant. They don't beat Jason Tatum.
No. Their team sucks ass.
The Nets suck ass.
Go pull up the roster.
They got swept.
Then
by the
why are they
Celtics
even
last
here?
year.
Why are
Because
they?
they have
Why are they?
Because
even
they
in
played the
Yeah.
because they played the faulty Sixers in the first round.
Sixers are good. They got a skinny
The
Harden,
Sixers are
and
not
you,
that good.
and you quote Harden skinny now. He's not fat. He's not eating
He's
crab
looking
legs
better.
and churros.
I trust Kevin
Crab
Durant,
legs aren't
Kyrie
that bad
more.
for you.
Then why don't you trust him to beat Tatum?
Because
Is Tatum him or not?
I've seen Tatum and Brown and the Celtics do it. That's why.
So Tatum's him.
No, I honestly don't think Tatum's him, but I don't
Why
think
don't KD
KD
beat
or
him
Kyrie are
then? All right.
him either.
Next.
Giannis
Next.
is him. Luka is him.
I
Steph
think there's
is
a lot
him.
of Brooklyn fans out there that are saying you're full of shit, Buzzsaw. We're winning
Well,
the
they
finals.
can shove a thumb up their
What
butt.
do you
I
tell
don't
them?
Care. I tell them they can shove a thumb up their butt.
Well,
Next
they
up.
disagree.
Well,
All
tough
right.
shit.
And I'm
shove
gonna
it up
I
there.
need
anyway.
a gavel.
Fight, even though
Next.
I hate KD and Kyrie.
Celtics at Milwaukee. Milwaukee advances in 7, avenges their round 2 loss. Milwaukee to the
They
championship.
beat him last year.
without Middleton.
I don't give a shit. They got.
What do you mean you don't give a
They had
shit?
Giannis.
Without Middleton.
They had Giannis.
This is ridiculous. Yeah,
What are we
mean,
even doing here?
All right, so Bucks Warriors, who wins?
The Bucs.
Ah!
The Bucs are unstoppable. They have Giannis. They have Middleton. Holiday.
So
Portis.
the
Strike
NBA,
the
NBA
Warriors.
season's off to a flying
Steph.
start here, everybody.
Clay, Draymond,
Draymond's gonna be
Dylan,
traded.
6 man of the year,
Jordan
Jordan
Poole will
Poole,
win 6 man.
Andrew Wiggins,
Moody.
Moses Moody,
Wiseman.
Jonathan
Wiseman.
Kuminga, James Wiseman, Kevon Looney, Andre Iguodala.
He was
Yeah.
always a coach now.
Where do you want me to
I'll
stop?
actually,
If you can keep
I'll
going,
actually-
please keep going.
Luke,
I don't
I
think
will
you
actually
can,
go
but-
on record.
Nick, that white
saying
guy,
10.
Belicia.
Naisha Belisha.
Namisha
right.
Belicia.
Bielitsa.
I got
Gary
Milwaukee.
Payton.
I got
Gary Payton. best
He's on a
defender in the
different
league.
team.
Got traded.
I got Milwaukee.
Okay,
Taking
no,
out
for real,
Golden
though.
State in 7.
I think Golden State is the
I
unanimous
think
favorite to win it
I'll
all. I
take
don't know how
Golden
you
State
can
in
disagree
7.
with that.
Just
Oh no.
I'll take Milwaukee.
I take Golden State.
Milwaukee has the best player.
I mean, Golden State is even deeper than they were last
Golden
year.
State looks Golden State
They're the
looks pretty
same
good.
players.
You're not thinking about
Golden-
James Wiseman. James Wiseman. Let's not
That's
forget.
going 7.
Let's not forget.
It's going 7.
Let's
I'm taking
not forget
Giannis.
that James Wiseman can be a guy that could actually guard Giannis. And
I don't
James
know-
Wiseman
I don't-
coming
I
out
don't-
of
I don't
college.
know
That's,
about
that's
that.
a stretch
I'm not saying he
for someone
will.
who's played half a year
I'm
in the
not
NBA.
saying he will, but I'm saying he's probably their best choice there. That they
Could
have
he?
now.
Sure.
I'm not saying he will, but no, you can't say there's one guy in the league that could guard Giannis. Or that,
Kawhi.
or that will guard Giannis.
Mobley has a good chance.
Then you didn't have beaten them. But
'Cause it's
but
the
But
Bucs.
Golden State's
And it's
beating Golden
Cleveland.
State's winning. You want to place a bet right now?
What?
I hypothetically, or no, let's just say straight up. If the Warriors win the finals, I win. If the Bucks win the finals, you win. Any other result doesn't matter. I'll bet you $500 right
Jesus
now,
Christ.
live on the air.
No.
All right.
$100.
$100,000.
No.
$100.
I don't have $100.
Well, then get $100. Go
I
donate
can't.
plasma.
Okay, all right.
Go
all right,
take
all right,
Brophy's truck
all
and
right,
DoorDash.
all right.
Come on.
No. I don't have the
Where's
money.
where's
You don't believe in your
confidence?
predictions.
I don't have the money.
It's $100.
I don't have $100.
$20.
Sure, $20.
There.
Big
How about
time
you want to
bet
do
here on
Warriors
PT.
versus the field? You said they're unanimous favorites.
Shut up. Why would I do the versus the field?
That's what you said. They're the unanimous favorites.
But I'm also a betting guru. Why would I bet that?
You were
Why
confident to
would I-
say that they're the
If
unanimous
I bet
favorites.
Warriors versus the field, do you think I'd get even money? No, I'd get like
No.
plus like 700 or 800. Why would I bet you on
I
that?
don't know about that. You probably
Yeah,
get plus
versus-
300.
versus
plus
the
400.
field? Versus the field?
Probably get plus 400.
Yeah. Okay, even. Why would I bet even on
Because
that?
you said unanimous favorite. And you
What
sounded
are we
very
doing
confident.
here?
That's why.
Well, I am. Well, I am.
You are. So bet against the field then.
So the
They're
Warriors,
the best team by far. They're deeper than they were last year.
And
The Clippers actually have higher odds than the Bucks right now.
who's the best odds?
The Warriors. Well, they're actually tied with the
What
Celtics.
are the
at
What are
plus
the top 5,
So-
bro?
So Warriors, Celtics tied at 600, Clippers at plus 650, Bucks at plus 675, and Nets at plus
So
800.
the Warriors are plus 600 in that regard.
All right.
All right.
All right, different bet. Warriors win, I win 60. They don't win, you win 10. That's what the odds are.
It's
You
an
wanna
awful
be Vegas?
bet.
No, that's what Vegas would have it at. If you want to be Vegas, I'll be the betting man.
No. That's the same thing as the Milwaukee Warriors thing. It's just even. I don't give a shit about that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
What are our bold predictions for this upcoming season?
Memphis Grizzlies in the finals.
Why?
My bold prediction. Because it's bold.
Why?
Because I
Why?
think
Just feel it,
I
right?
think they're constructed insanely well. I think if Jaw stays healthy, everybody stays healthy. I mean, I don't think anybody in the West. I think the Warriors are the clear-cut number 1 in the West. I think Memphis has a great coach. I think they're constructed to run and gun.
Who's gonna guard Kawhi and Paul for Memphis?
I mean, Kawhi's got to.
Brandon Clark?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
and both of them. Who's gonna guard both? Who are the two guys that you throw on both those guys?
Throw Jaren Jackson on one of them.
Jaren Jackson ain't guard.
Jaren Jackson Jaren Jackson can call Paul. I mean, Kawhi's gonna get his. I mean, let Kawhi get his. Don't let anyone else beat you.
Bane.
Put
Bane
Bane,
on
They have
Bane.
Desmond Bane
put
and
Bane
Dylan
on
Brooks.
Kawhi.
They're good defenders.
Cool. This is a bold
the
take. I mean, this is my bold take. Memphis is in the finals.
I know. I respect it. I'm trying to stir the pot
Yeah.
here, man.
I mean, yeah.
That's
Put
what I'm
put
here for, okay? Specifically
put
on
Jaren
NBA
Jackson.
topics. I'm trying to get the
telling you,
juices
put-
flowing.
put-
I'm
put
not
I
hating
know,
or
I got
anything.
you,
I'm
I
just
got
trying to stir the pot.
Put Jaren Jackson on one of them. Put Desmond Bane on the other one, and run and gun. I mean, I think if Jaw can play like he's capable of playing, and the rest of their team can do what they do, they have a shot at making the finals. Bold prediction, lock it in.
Suns implode, and they're in the play-in game.
Oh wow. Why, Brophy?
You know they're
They
up
la-
12 on the Warriors right now?
You just feel it in your plums?
I mean, after last year with the Mavs, I mean, I could see implosion.
Play-in material?
Play-in material.
They're the 1 seed last year.
Oh, they ain't getting the 1 seed again this year. I'll tell you
But
that.
play-in?
I could see playing.
Well, explain yourself.
I mean,
Besides that, the fact
I
that
think
they
the
were,
jury that we kind of figured out how to guard
Implosion.
CP3. You guard him fucking
Pat
94
Bev, Pat
feet.
Bev his
He's gonna
ass.
slow
yeah,
his
Pat
old
Bev
ass
his
down. Yeah. And then, I mean, fucking D-Book, he's a fucking cunt. I mean, I don't
he is a cunt, but he's good at basketball.
know. I think maybe the cunt slides off. Aiton's, I mean.
This is really convincing.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm making really good points here. Let's just clip that, what I said, and just have people talk about it. Luke, you got a bold prediction, huh?
Sure. Pistons make the playoffs. The Detroit Pistons get in the playoffs this year.
the
Combination in
Why?
the East.
Not
Yes.
in the West.
Not in the West. In the
They
East.
make it in the West.
They make it in the West. How bold is that? No, Cade, Jaden Ivey, Isaiah Stewart, rest of that team. They figured it out.
Isaiah
That
Stewart would
backcourt
probably be a badass of the MMA.
probably would be.
Yeah,
He's
Beat LeBron's ass.
he did.
he did.
Russell Westbrook was ready to fight though. Ready to punch that dude in the face.
Little dinosaur looking motherfucker.
That's right. Yeah, bold prediction. Detroit Pistons accelerate their rebuild, and they squeak into the playoffs as like an
You locking
8 or
that in?
7 seed. I'm locking it as a
That's what I-
bold
yeah, that's
prediction.
what
What
Not
about,
as
a
a
bold
prediction,
prediction.
but a bold prediction.
what about
yes?
what about the Kings making the play-in? Getting the 9
Making the
seed?
play-in?
Making the play-in?
Well, anyone can make the play-in.
Well, not a bold prediction then.
What about the
Yo,
Spurs
cool,
making
cool,
the
cool.
finals?
Now that's
Cool.
bold.
What's your
That's what we need right there.
I'll tell you why.
Let me explain.
Keldon Johnson, unbelievable. Jacob Pirtle, best big man in the league.
All right, you want to
Yeah.
hear mine?
Yes.
All right. Let me get it done before y'all interject, okay? Because I got stats that I want for real.
Okay.
All right. So my bold prediction is that Zion Williamson wins the scoring title. Yes, he missed all of last season, but he's looked great to start this season in the 3 or 4 games he's played. And I'm basing this off what happened 2 years ago. He averaged 27 points per game, 8th best in the league, had the NBA's 13th highest effective field goal percentage, and he became the second player in the league behind Charles Barkley to score that many points on 17 or fewer field goal attempts per game. Without a jump shot, he still bullied his way in the paint and, got 67% of the rim.
Hey, you want to listen to T-Bone's
and
bold prediction?
8
or,
at the free throw
Yeah.
line.
It doesn't look like it.
I'm
Now-
listening.
Continue up to 4.
It-
Fuck off. I don't care what you say.
It's Zion for scoring title, which
Yeah,
I
I
like.
don't hate-
actually.
I don't
Fast
hate it.
forward to now. Fast forward to now. It's easy to assume these numbers
Yeah, why don't you
are going to
fuck
be
off,
easier
Brophy?
to get
What
than
about
2
you?
years
More
ago
attention
because
on
of the
T-Bone.
talent they didn't have 2 years ago. But 2 years ago, he had Eric Bledsoe as his point guard on offense that finished 28th in three-point frequency and 26th in three-point accuracy, meaning that there was little room for
Hey,
him
well-
to move
well-
and maneuver. And now they have
What we
shooters
ain't gonna
around.
do, what we ain't
Now they
gonna
have
do is
shoot-
disrespect Eric Bledsoe. Continue.
Fuck Eric Bledsoe. But now,
Damn right.
But now in 2022,
As a
he has
dog.
shooters around him. C.J. McCollum, Trey Murphy III, Devontae Graham. These guys are going to demand attention. They are going to suck the D out towards Zion
Suck it
to
out.
get in the paint and have more room to operate. And obviously, Brandon Ingram cannot be ignored. And Valanciunas, he's going to have his moments. He's going to jack up a few threes, whatever, too. He's going to have openings. And the Pelicans do have more weapons than a few years ago, but let's not overthink this. We are talking about a generational talent
It's not over.
who is
It's like
almost
a narrative.
Are you
who is
reading
almost
the-
unstoppable.
It's like a written
and
essay.
And I believe that Zion Williamson is ready to prove this year that he belongs in the NBA's best of best with these top 5 to 6 players in the league, and he is going to win the scoring title, pending health and pending that he plays, most of the season.
Sounded like
he
a
will win the scoring
story.
title. That's my bold prediction. That was my goal.
That was good.
No,
Sounded
yeah.
scripted.
It was scripted.
How many
It's-
point? How
You
many?
think I know those stats?
How,
on the
ma-
back
how
of
many
my dick?
point? How many points is he gonna average?
32.
He's gonna average 32 points a
Well,
game.
that would probably get him the title.
That would be incredible.
How many games do you have to play to be eligible to win the scoring title?
I don't know.
Because that's probably gonna be an issue.
I didn't look that deep into it.
Well, that's kind of a problem for.
That's
Zion.
why we got Brophy. Brophy, what are we looking at?
I don't know. You just pulled all the
I
stats,
see
man.
Brophy chipping away on his phone.
That's true.
If Zion averages 32 points a game,
To be honest with y'all,
58
to be,
games.
to be honest with y'all, I just looked up NBA bowl predictions and I went through a bunch of them. I saw that one. I liked that one, so I copied and pasted it. But it's gonna be a good reel.
We're gonna
so.
clip that out. Yeah.
Wait, did you actually like
No,
copy and
no,
paste
no.
the discussion?
No.
Oh.
I just I took the stats off. Of it.
Okay.
But everything else was just me talking. But obviously the stats. I don't know the stats, so I took the stats. Obviously.
all right.
All right. I actually like that.
Hang on, let me.
All right. Is that one NBA valid thing I said?
I like that one. Yeah.
Also, Grizzlies are getting the 8 seed. Man, missed the playoffs.
I wonder what the odds are for a Grizzlies playing game.
Look that up.
Yeah, why don't you throw some money on it, Cole?
All right. Bold prediction: Damian Lillard will be.
I don't
traded
think
by
that's
the
very
trade
bold.
deadline.
I think that's gonna happen.
What website you looking on?
No, they
I'm
said
just
that.
looking at
I
the
saw that on E
standings.
ESPN. I think that's pretty. I think
They're 4-0
dude,
right now.
don't-
Okay, you got to stop
Yeah,
basing these
you're
first
going
few
off
games
of these,
as a
like,
part of your
first
bold
four
predictions.
Just saying.
We're pretty much this is like fresh right now. This is pretty much scratch paper. All right.
Just saying.
There's 78 games left.
I
don't
think-
see
I
much
think
what's
Dame-
going on here.
Yeah. Fuck.
Jazz are 3-1 right now, man.
Are they
They're
actually?
3-1.
Oh,
They
shit.
beat the who did they beat? They beat someone really good.
Lakers.
The Lakers are not really good.
What are the Lakers? Is there
No.
any chance in the world the Lakers
Without
could make
any
the
kind of
finals?
trade.
Yeah, as presently constructed.
No, let's say
Who
they
did-
trade.
Yeah, I mean, who did they
Yes.
get? Yeah.
Yes.
if they can get like,
Let's say that.
well, did you see the Jazz
let-
offer?
What?
It's oh shit, it's
Clarkson in that?
Yeah, no, it's Conley. Do they still have Bogdanovich?
They
or do they
still
trade
have-
Bogdanovich?
Yeah, Bogdanovich.
It's okay. It's Conley, Bogdanovich, and Rudy Gay for Westbrook and 2 firsts.
How do they have more picks to trade?
You have infinite picks.
I thought you get capped though at a certain point. You can go.
They're trading like the
So, wait,
2029
so
pick.
hypothetically, you could trade like a 2040 pick right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
I thought they
I
capped
don't
it.
know what the cap is, if there is one.
Look that up. I thought they capped it.
I mean, they got to cap it at some point because you can't trade.
2080.
I thought there was like a
2080
rule.
You
pick.
can't trade like a 2,140th pick. Like that's
so there,
just
there has to be a
retarded.
cap. We'll be dead by then, probably.
Yeah.
Like there has to
there's
be.
got to be a cap. But
Yeah, we're gonna trade a 2,328
Mhm.
pick.
You can't
Like,
trade picks more than 7 years into the future.
Okay, so I don't think the
Okay.
Lakers have that, do they?
They do.
They do.
I think
I
so.
think they do because they're getting all their. I think they've got through the AD picks.
Hmm.
But I mean, like, let's say they trade Westbrook and 2 firsts, but they get Conley, great 3-point shooter, Bogdanovich, great 3-point shooter, and Rudy Gay.
I like that.
Shoot.
That's. I mean, you got Bev. You can start Conley.
Bogdanovich.
I guess you can start.
I think it's
Help out LeBron.
Huh?
So they'd help out LeBron a lot.
Well, you're starting Conley, probably Beverly, because you can't start Bogdanovich at 2. So you're probably starting Beverly, Conley, Braun, AD, and probably
Yeah.
Bogdanovich. Yeah,
I mean, that
guess, and then
sounds-
you run Braun and AD.
that
at
sounds
four.
I, mean,
way
I like
better.
that team.
That
Yeah,
sounds
and
way
then you
better
have,
than starting.
You have Rudy Gay, Kendrick
That sounds
Nunn off
way
the
better than
bench.
starting
Kendrick
Lonnie.
Matt
Nunn can
Ryan.
play.
Yeah,
Matt
Austin
Ryan.
Reeves.
yeah. You have Lonnie Walker off the bench.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that helps.
They lost Malik Monk, didn't they?
Mhm.
Where did Malik Monk go?
Who knows?
I think Sacramento.
Oh, they probably paid him what, 20 mil a year.
Sacktown.
He's our guy.
All right. That puts a fun wrap on NBA talk to kick off
All
the
right,
year.
is it time to get to betting?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Luke, go over everything.
Oh, peaches, I got
And I got a couple stats before we get into the picks.
Okay, you got some trends for us?
A couple, nothing crazy.
All right. What everyone's been waiting for.
Before we start, I'm just going to declare my lock right now as Patriots.
Minus like 2 against Jets.
1.5.
Okay.
Just before anyone tries to jump on that train.
I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call it right now. Oh wait, it's blah blah shit fire. Let me look. I saw it.
I actually kind of
I kind of want to do the Raiders.
I actually like this week in betting. I'm not gonna lie. I actually feel kind of confident about this week.
I don't like betting this week.
How did
Oh, I
y'all?
don't
How
hate
did
it,
y'all go
actually,
last
but-
week?
Oh, Tennessee minus 2.
Luke, give them the
Lock.
let's give the people the breakdown of last week.
All
Last week
right.
wasn't as good as previous.
Last
but
week, we had 5 people betting last week. We had myself, T-Bone, Hollywood, Dylan Davis, and Big E. Now, of course, I'm sure everyone can guess who finished last week. That would be Big E.
again,
And Big E finished with a record of 6-8. Not bad.
what's his overall record?
That puts his overall record at 12-17-1.
Big E, you got some work to do,
Porous.
buddy.
Not great.
Big E's got work.
Dylan Davis in his first week, 7-7.
Not bad
Not
for
bad.
first week.
First week, came in cold, put together a decent
Promote
week.
him off the practice
Yeah,
squad. Not bad.
That's not bad. You're losing a little chump change on the little minus 110s, but hey, not a bad week. Hollywood continues
That was average.
to
last week.
loosen his chokehold on everyone
y'all
else
gotta-
with his lead.
I mean, y'all got a game on.
He
We're coming,
goes
we're
7-7 again, putting Hollywood's record at 64-42-2. Still a smoldering record.
I apologize
And
for that.
me and T-Bone tie for first place last week, both going 8-6. That would put T-Bone 4 games above 500, 55-51-2. Still 9 games back of Brophy.
You mean
And-
Hollywood?
Hollywood, and that puts myself at 61.
Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw, 61, 45, and 2, only 3 games.
So what am I off of you?
Back. You are 6 games behind me. You're 9 behind Brophy.
Okay,
I am 3
We
games.
can still make it happen. We can still make it happen.
Behind Brophy, I am within striking distance. Let's go. Dylan, your first
Hell
week
yeah.
on the bets.
Let's
We'll
see
get
it. Let's
your,
see it,
we'll get
coach.
your
Yeah.
traction going.
Hey, I gotta somehow.
Let's
I'm
rip
fucking
it.
undefeated on my
Wait, I
locks.
didn't even.
Yeah, that's
You
still,
are
yeah.
I'm still
undefeated.
7
You
on
deserve,
my
you
locks.
deserve a
I
separate
didn't
shout
even know I
out for
was
that.
betting today. All right.
Gotta keep
Yeah.
that one going.
Hollywood is 7-0 on locks.
That is incredible.
So if for the 35 to 50 of y'all that watch these videos consistently, if you were to bet on Hollywood's locks from week 1, $100 game, you'd be up $700. That gets you a nice night at the strip club, so you can thank Hollywood for that. Even though I know most of y'all probably are not betting Hollywood locks, excluding Tanner Turnbow. Shout out, betting on the locks.
Shout out.
Made some money. But the rest of y'all, come on, come the fuck on. What are you
All right.
doing?
What's
Let's
our
start
record
betting
in the
on
last like 4 weeks on locks? It's pretty good. It's like
So we were
10 and
we were
4 and
9
1 or
we were
something?
9-1-1 going in this past week. So now we went 1-2. this
10,
last
3,
week.
and 1.
10-3-1 in the last
That's
4.
still
In the last
great.
4.
Wait, I think we were 9, 2, and 1.
Were we?
Yeah, so we're 10, 4, and 1. Still,
That's still really good.
great.
It's still really good.
I mean,
All right.
do 15 games. That's amazing.
All right, couple stats.
That's past 5 games.
Yeah.
10-4.
All right.
All right.
Trends
All right.
and tips.
Road dogs are 36 and 26 against the spread this year. Unders dogs over a field goal, so 3 or more, are 44 and 22 against the spread. Chiefs are 0 and 4 against the spread after a win so far this season. The Titans and Bengals are 3 and 0 against the spread after a win. Ravens, Bucs, Chiefs 0 and 3 against the spread at home, and the Eagles and Falcons are 3 and 0 against the spread at home.
All right. Good set. Good
Tits.
pull, bro. I mean, my bad.
All
Hollywood.
right, let's kick off week 8.
Ba-da-bum,
We
ba-da-bum.
have
game.
all 3 of us
Ba-da-bum,
over 500.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
We're going to keep
Ba-da-bum,
going up,
ba-da-bum,
baby.
ba-da-bum,
Brophy,
ba-da-bum.
actually, hang on. Let me just say, Brophy is 22 games
I mean,
above
that's-
500.
I'm going to keep that
That's
rolling.
a-
Let me just say that. He could lose his next 22 bets.
If you're betting
and he would
$100
still
per
be at
game on all our bets,
500.
Brophy has got your rent for the next
I
few
mean,
months.
I've been like average the last couple weeks. You've hit something
I am
special here.
16 games above 500. I'm coming. I'm
Hey,
on your tail.
I'm coming too. I've had
You're
a
Coming. He's had a hot couple weeks.
You had a
Everyone-
hot couple
everyone
weeks.
has.
You're 4 games above 500. You got over the
Dude, I
50-50
st-
slump.
I started off very bad.
Yeah, but hey, we're all back over 500 where we belong.
No, in the pet, what can you calculate our record post week 2
Post week 2.
from 3 to 7?
Sure.
Or
Let
from-
me calculate.
Oh, wait, is
you,
this-
want, you want your record, my record, Brophy's record? Who you want?
Combine them.
Combine all 3 of them? Oh, titties.
All right, I'm gonna sit this one out.
That is a lot of math.
That's a lot of math.
Or I
Let me-
guess, or per, I don't know.
Let me do. I'll do yours. 8, 7, 1. 18, 12, and 2. 18, 12, 2. 26, 20, and 1. 26, 20, and 1. 36, 24, and 1. 36, 24, and 1. 44, 32, and 1. You're 40, no. 44, 30, and 1. Or 44,
Take
32.
that.
I don't know. You're like 12 games above 500 in the
Okay.
last 5 weeks. It was the first 2 weeks that screwed both of us.
Yeah.
Now, I've had like some insane.
You've been
weeks.
very
I had
good.
an 11 and 4 week. I had an 11 and 3 week. So.
Yeah, you've been very good.
All right.
All right.
Dylan. you got some
Yeah,
shit to
man,
live up
I'm
to,
honored.
baby.
I feel
Let's
great.
go. Let's hit it.
All
Let's go
right.
Thursday.
Thursday night, Ravens travel to Tampa Bay. Ravens are 1.5 point favorites.
Give me Bucs plus the point. Nah.
Tampa's +2, right? That's what I got it at when
Let's
I looked like a
see.
few hours ago.
Let me
I
see.
want 2. Give me the
You got
2.
1.5.
Bro, okay, because you're on Action Network, right?
Yeah.
We've been going off Action Network the whole time.
I know, that's what I looked
1.5
at.
is what everything's at.
Okay, it was at 2 about at 3 or 4 when I looked, but now it's at 1.5.
I'm taking the Bucs in a bounce back spot at home,
Give me the
short
Bucs.
week. I think this
Can
is a
I also
classic
can I
buy
also
low
take
spot.
the Bucks, please?
I'm going to go
You can
Bucks
take
2.
whichever
I
one.
like them more at
We're
+2,
all
but
going
Yeah.
Bucs? I don't like that.
But we're all.
Because this game's like
Yeah, it is a pickup. The
Like,
Ravens
I think
could.
this game's hard because the. Sorry.
No, I
Dylan.
think we're about to say the
Say
same
what's
thing. I mean, the
encouraging
Ravens
here.
could come out and kill them.
I mean, all the money's on the Ravens, and I like going against that.
All the money or the bets?
Everything. 78% of the bets and 83% of the money.
I just feel like this is a classic buy low spot for Tampa. They're at home. It's a short week.
Yes.
Ravens are banged up. Tampa was so bad.
Tampa's winning this
humiliated.
game.
I think Tampa has to win this
And
game.
the Ravens' offense has been lighting the world on fire.
Tampa. Or wait, you say Ravens?
I said Ravens' offense haven't been.
Oh, hasn't been. Yeah.
And Tampa's defense is still good. It's
I
still
agree.
very
And
good.
I don't trust Lamar in primetime. Like he's
No.
not good in primetime.
Yeah, give me Tampa.
Yeah. Okay. I'm on Tampa.
Everyone's
I
on
like
Tampa.
it. I like that bet.
All right. Denver and Jacksonville head to London.
See-
It's going to be a real fun London game. What were you saying?
I'm just saying this one sucks because I actually personally bet on this one 2 days ago when the Broncos were plus 3.5 and now they're plus 2.5.
Yeah, so yeah, it's Broncos plus 2.5.
I'm still taking Broncos plus 2.5 though.
So am I.
That one was at plus 3 earlier today too though.
It's dropping drastically.
Yeah, it's gonna keep dropping probably.
Give me the Jags.
Where's this game's in London?
It's in Jackson, or yeah, it's in London. Yeah.
Wilson's not gonna be back, is he?
Doesn't
He
matter.
might
He
be.
sucks.
Also true.
Yeah, give me the Broncos. And
It's really taking it because their defense.
I like
right
that
here.
one a lot.
Dylan, you're
I'm
going
going
Jacksonville's gonna
Jags.
score
Yeah.
like 13 points in this game.
I'm gonna come back to that one. I don't know.
Okay.
I think. Okay, why do you like the Broncos? Why are you so?
Because of their defense. Because Jacksonville's offense hasn't been lighting anyone's socks on fire, and the fact that you're getting Denver as almost a field goal dog.
They were a field goal dog at home against the Jets.
I mean, I don't.
Well, I mean, the Jets' defense is legit. The Jags.
The
is
Jags'
not.
defense ain't good. Specifically, too, if Russell Wilson plays, which he's questionable right now, if he plays though, this is going to a pick him, if not favoring Denver, in my opinion.
Well, of course, but if Russell plays, then we have to alter what's it looking like right now?
I think they
terms of
made
what?
this line with the assumption that Russell's not playing. Even
So
if
if he is playing, then we should be able to amend it
well,
because the line's gonna move 4 points.
yes, no, if the quarterback thing, that's what
I
happens.
think
but
right
if-
now,
I even
I think even if Russ doesn't play, I'm still going to take the Broncos.
yeah, I agree, because it's solely on that defense, bro, and the Jags' defense
I'm
ain't been
taking-
really shit.
Why are you taking the Broncos?
The defense, and I don't trust the Jags. I mean,
Sure.
I
The
don't
Jags are in a must-win. I mean, they both are in a must-win.
I don't trust Trevor Lawrence, and it's just. I mean, I'm gonna.
Two of the
I'm gonna
sharps
take,
are on the Jaguars.
Where's the money?
The money's on the Broncos.
There's two sharp picks in, and they're both on the Jaguar spread.
Yeah, right now it looks like that.
I don't like that.
I like it for Broncos.
We got like it for the Broncos. All right, I'm gonna come back to that one. I don't know.
All right, next up, Panthers travel to Atlanta. It is. Let me check.
Give me Atlanta.
-4.5.
yeah, I'll take the Falcons as well.
I think Panthers are going to ride this high, and they're going to get their ass kicked.
Yeah, give me the Falcons.
All on Falcons -4.5.
Yep.
Next up, the Fish travel to Detroit. +3.5.
Give me the Lions.
Lions are +3.5 at
Yes.
home against the Fish.
Lions are 3-0 against the spread in their last 3 home games.
Give me the Lions and make that my lock.
That's your
Wow,
lock?
I'll take the
Uh-huh.
Lions, but I don't like the lock thing.
I'm incredibly uncomfortable making this my lock, but I don't
Why are
like
you
a lot.
making that your
Why are you,
lock?
if you're
I don't-
uncomfortable with it?
I don't like a lot of
I
the
don't
games
like
on this.
I don't like that game.
I don't like a lot.
You don't
of the
like the
games on this.
Raiders?
I was
I
about
do
to say
like-
the
or
Ra-
the Falcons?
I'm calling
I-
Titans as my lock.
I do
-2.
like the Raiders.
The Falcons were almost
Dylan,
my
you're
lock.
going
The Raiders
Lions?
one kind of scares
Yeah.
me.
Lions.
You're gonna make the Titans your lock. Have you
Yeah,
seen?
I'm doing
Have you seen the
Titans.
last 8 games against the spread between the Titans and Texans?
I don't care. It's
Texans are
-2.
7-1.
I don't care. It's a pick 'em. Basically, it's -2. Titans are
Just
better.
saying. Just saying.
Okay, so all y'all are on the line.
Yeah, I'm on Lions. Did they come back to you?
Possibly.
It's crazy. A lot of these lines have already moved in like
Oh,
6
yeah.
or 7
Dude,
hours.
they move like by Monday. Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
they come out Sunday, they move so much.
They move hourly.
I just like.
Lions were +3 earlier. Now they're 3.5, which I like a lot.
Where's the money? I just feel like the
There's
Dolphins
three
are
sharp-
a much better team.
There's 3 sharp picks in for the spread. 2 of them have the Lions. 1 of them have the Dolphins. So pretty even.
The sharp picks on here have 9 moves to the Lions.
All on the Lions?
Oh, you have the bet. Yeah, you have the paid thing.
They're all 9 are on the Lions.
Uh-huh.
I just like the Dolphins are a better team. They have a better defense. They have a better.
Hey, take a shirt off the toilet,
They
man.
have
Come
better
on.
weapons. I'm thinking out loud here. I
Then
don't.
go with the Dolphins.
No, I'm like. Why are y'all so confident about the Lions? Why are you confident about the Lions? As your
I'm
lock?
not incredibly confident.
Lions have been like locked
been
against
scrappy.
the spread.
They were great against
I don't
the
have a
Doesn't
Dolphins
matter,
great.
like,
I
they
don't have a
lose,
great
but they
one.
think
I just like Dan Campbell.
Especially at home, the Lions have been covering at like a crazy rate.
I
That's
just
why
like
I'm
Dan
picking them.
Campbell.
I'm coming back to that one.
They cover at home at a crazy rate. That's
I
why
don't
I'm
like
picking
that.
them.
They're 1-5. They're playing
Boys are
desperate.
playing desperate.
All right. New England travels to the Jets. Patriots are -1.5. Let me check.
Yep, that's right. And
That's -1.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, and that's
I
my
wanna do the
lock.
Pats,
like I already
too.
said.
Give me the Jets.
Jets.
Plus 1.5.
Uh-huh.
You're taking Zach Wilson without Brees Hall.
Have you seen Zach Wilson's stats against the Patriots?
It's not great.
It's terrible. He has 4 picks and 0 touchdowns.
No, Mac and Zappy didn't look great. I don't think this quarterback thing is gonna might end up fucking them up.
It's a pick 'em though, pretty much.
Yeah, I can still see the Jets winning. The Jets are playing different than they have.
I
in the
just don't
last
see the
however many
Jets
years.
going 6-2. I don't see
know.
it.
This is a good bounce back spot. Are the Pats at home?
No, they're in New York.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Still
it's
Northeast
cold.
place. That
That
Might be a game I
That's
switch,
telling that the Jets are at home off a road win in Denver, playing at home against a team that just got shelled by the Bears, and
Yeah.
they're still underdogs.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
well, the Jets have not been scoring points.
No.
It's been their defense. Get Pat. That's my lock. Is the Pats.
It's your lock.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, next up, Cardinals +3.5 in Minnesota.
Give me Cardinals.
I want the Vikings.
-3.5.
Give me the Cardinals.
Both y'all are on Cardinals.
Yes, sir.
Dylan, you're on Vikings.
Actually, I'm gonna switch my lock.
I like Vikings in that one.
You better get picking your locks.
I know my lock.
Half of them are picked.
I'm switching mine to the Raiders.
I like that.
I'm on Titans.
Okay. All right, next game up, Raiders -2 in New
Raiders.
Orleans.
Raiders.
Give me the Raiders.
This is
and
100% a lock.
yeah, switch. Yeah, no more Lions.
Yeah.
All on Raiders.
Yeah. I swear to God, the Lions are gonna fucking hit it, and the Raiders are not. Now I'm gonna lose my streak.
I wouldn't bet on it. You're 7-0. I'm gonna bet $50 on the Raiders this week because they made that your lock.
All right.
I just don't think the Raiders lose this game. Like it's a must.
Well, they're
it's a
2-5
must-win for
too, and
them.
like they know they got to keep
There's a
winning
sense of
games.
urgency for them. The Saints are reeling.
Saints defense hasn't been playing good either, which
Not
was
at
their
all. I
strength.
mean, they just got 42 points.
And that was their strength. Even though they all knit their 2 pick sixes.
all right. Next up, the Battle of Pennsylvania. The Steelers head to Philly +10.5.
Give me Pitt +10.5.
Give me Pitt as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of points.
Too many points.
10.5.
10.5.
We're all on Steelers +10.5. God, they could blow them out though.
Yeah, I don't like that we're all on that.
Is Philly at home?
Give me
Yes.
Philly.
Yes.
I want
You want Philly?
Philly. Yeah. I think Philly. I think Philly can beat them by 111.
That one's tough, honestly.
I don't like that one. That's a lot of points. I mean, yeah, okay.
I think they can beat them by 2 touchdowns.
I'm going Steelers. It's
Okay.
Too many points.
Next up, the Bears head to Dallas. Line is -9 to
Bears.
the Cowboys.
Give me Bears +9. That's
Give me
Where
Cowboys.
is this at?
Dallas. Give me the Cowboys also.
Give me the Bears.
Disrespectful.
Hey.
The boys, really? The Bears fucking suck, cock. That was an anomaly.
Yeah, change my.
That's why I'm
Actually,
cheering this
no.
Yeah.
I just changed both their minds.
I'm going boys.
Luke,
Just 'cause
Luke.
Yeah, you're convincing there.
Luke, we
They're
said it at the
narrow
same
line
time.
is
I would like to
ass.
change mine as well.
Y'all both did,
Yeah.
You want boys?
It's
I
funny.
think change mine. Mark, hey,
Go with
hey,
your
hey,
team, man. Come on. You're giving him shit earlier for not picking against the
I
Giants.
go with the boys every week.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You go against the boys more. You want to look?
Yeah, look.
Okay.
Look it up, bitch.
I will. Fuck you, you little fuck face.
While you guys are beefing, I want to go on record saying
Let's
this will
see.
be Zeke's first 100-yard game this year. Shut up.
Only.
I'm a fuckface. Hurt my feelings.
Fuck you.
You hurt my feelings.
This chair
I don't
is
even know.
cracking like a slacking.
Cracking like a slack.
Slacking like it's slacking.
It's cracking like a slack.
Bars.
Do you hear this? Listen, do you hear that?
Oh, I got you.
Sounds a little bit.
Who's that?
If the chairs
the
are
chairs
rocking,
are
don't come
rocking.
knocking.
Charlie. Who's that DJ? Charlie Poth. Is that his name?
Puth?
Dude, I always see that guy on TikTok making beats out of like a door closing or just some random shit. He could probably make a
I
beat
could
off
make a
this
beat
chair
off that
some
right
weekend.
now.
What do the numbers look like, Luke?
Yeah.
Boom.
It's basically
Yeah.
the exact same. It doesn't fucking matter.
Okay. All right. Cool. Did you pick?
Yeah, boys.
Okay. All right. Tennessee is -2 going to Houston.
Titans.
Give me the tit.
I'll take.
Give me the titans.
I'll take
I
the
have
tits
trouble with
too.
this one. You know the Titans are 7-1 in their last 8 games against the spread against the Titans, or the
Brophy,
Texans
won
are.
7.
Brophy, are you going Titans?
Yeah, I'm
So
going
the Texans are
Titans.
7-1
Luke, you got me?
against the
Texans are
spread.
7-1, yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Yeah, I said tits.
Dylan Titans.
Even though I could easily see that one not happening, but I just feel like the Texans may win this game, but I'm gonna go Titans. I mean, I think the fact that it's -2 Tennessee against Houston, that should be a line that if you had to
The
guess
line
it,
should be like 4.
it should be minus
5.
like 6 if you just had to guess. So it seems like a trap, but I'll go Titans.
Giants +3 in Seattle.
What are you picking? That's what I want to know.
I was thinking Seattle the entire way, but give me the fucking Giants. Give me
Let's
the +3.
go.
Going Giants
He
plus
picked the
3.
Giants.
Give me the
Let's
Giants
go.
+3.
This one,
I'd like it so much better if it was 2.5.
I know.
No, I
that
know.
field
So would
goal's
I.
hard.
Field goal's
I'm gonna
tough.
go Seattle.
Seattle's might be without DK or hurt DK.
Yeah, DK is probably not.
No,
playing.
maybe. Give me the Giants. Yes, sir.
That's a good man right there. It's a good man.
I just like, are the Giants going to go 7-1? Like,
I'm not asking him to win the
when
game.
are they going to lose?
They're gonna lose by
Like,
less than a field goal.
I'm going Seattle.
Lose by 2.
I'm going.
Me and bro, baby. Hey, bro, if I ride with you,
It's a
brother.
toughie. Appreciate you, dog. One love.
One love.
What is it?
Going hippie on us.
This
One
raising
love,
cane.
yeah.
All right, next up. The Commies travel to Indy against Sam Ellinger and the Colts. Colts
Commies
are minus.
+3. Give me that.
Give me the Colts -3.
I'm taking Colts
I don't know
minus
who
3.
I want to take.
I don't think Sam Ellinger is winning his debut. Give me Commies.
I think the
Commies have been covering for me
Where's
recently.
where's the game at?
Dylan, what we going with?
In the
In
Colts.
In Indy.
In Indy.
Ain't got to get on a plane or nothing, man.
I'm about to
sleep at the
game
crib.
from that.
You know what I mean? You got the wife
Yeah,
cooking you
wow.
breakfast. You ain't got to eat a hotel breakfast. You know, you're comfortable. Chilling,
You
man.
chilling.
Yeah.
You
So
big chilling.
Colts.
All right, next up. The Niners head to Los Angeles off a bye, and Niners are now -1.
Niners.
Niners -1.
Give me the Niners.
I want to pick Niners. I just feel like the Rams are so due to beat them. The fact it's
The
a
Niners
pick'em.
need a win, though. Bad. Like, they're 3.
The
But the
Rams
thing is,
do
I don't
too,
see. I don't
though.
see how the
They're
Rams
3-3
like get
though.
better off a bye though, unless their
What's
offensive
McVay's record off a bye?
3-2 against the spread. He's 3-2 against the spread off a bye.
Yeah, give me the Niners.
What's he winning? Because this is a pick 'em.
They're three. Okay, yeah, they're 3-2 straight up and on against the spread. But the thing is, I don't see how the Rams got better on the bye unless their offensive line magically got all fixed.
The Niners are. It's just -1 too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Niners.
And Sunday night, Green Bay travels to Buffalo, and the line is now 11 towards Buffalo. Give me the Packers +11.
Green Bay's +12, man.
Where are you seeing that?
How come you and
Network
Cole
right here.
always have differences in lines?
Look.
Look, I'm looking at it right here.
But all of them are 10.5 except for the one. I mean, I'll take 12. You're going to give it to me.
Yeah,
All right,
+12.
give me
Sure,
the
okay.
give me the
Give
Packers.
me +12.
Wait, what's the line? 12?
12, I guess.
Bills are -10.5.
What's the line?
What? You just said it was 12.
There was one book that has it at 12. The other ones have it at 10.5 or 11.
I guess it's
What
just
is what does
I guess-
Action Network have it at? Like, what is their
They have it at
composite
11.
line?
They have it at 11.
So we'll
That's
go,
a yeah.
We'll go with 11.
Okay. Either way, give me the 11.
Give me the Pack.
Okay.
Give me the Bills -10.5.
All right.
I'm going Pack.
Next up,
I think the Bills are gonna kick the shit
Yeah,
out of them.
light.
They might.
probably will.
Yeah, we might look really stupid for picking the Packers.
Who cares? All right, next up, last one up. Bengals travel to Cleveland. Bengals are.
Give me the Bengals, and that's my-
-4.
Oh, they're down to. It's down to.
Give me
No,
the
it's at a
Bengals.
3.5,
That's my
3.5,
lock.
3.5.
I'm going. I'm taking
Bengals.
Bengals
I think that's a good
Give me the
lock.
Bengals.
Yeah, the
That's a
Browns.
lock.
Yeah,
I feel like
That's your lock?
are we all? I
the
feel like we're all on
Browns.
a lot
The
this
Browns
week.
passing defense is awful.
Are we?
I think we are.
We're all on Bengals, all on Niners, all on Titans, all on Boys, all on Raiders.
That's not good.
We might all be on Lions, depending on what I do. I'm going Fish -3.5. I don't think the Lions are that good. Broncos and Jags.
Just gotta push one out, son. Pick one.
Push one out.
God, I don't know.
That last buzzer.
When that last buzzer goes off, you got to pick the spread, son.
It's looking like Wilson's not gonna play.
I don't know.
I'm going Broncos. They're just a better team.
All right, is your line
Locked in?
everything
Yeah.
locked
Locked
in?
in.
All right,
All right.
let's wrap this guy up.
Yep.
Call it a day. Follow us on anywhere where they have podcasts. Subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, the Gram. Twitter's non-existent.
Where's there?
we have if you want to go follow it just for fun.
Not much action on it.
Not much action. Patreon.
I wanted to give the Twitter one of y'all.
Give it to me, bro. I'll run the heck out of the Twitter. Yeah, I'll run the heck out of the Twitter, bro.
Yeah,
I'll run that
run
bitch.
that bitch. Run that shit like Chris Brown.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we should say that, but yeah, sure.
All right. That does it for episode 17. See y'all next week.
Boom.